The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about.
Yes, speaking his mind.
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
While being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, beautiful people. It is Tuesday, May 31st, 2022, and this sports show shall begin right now. Yeah! Can't thank you enough for joining us here at youtube.com/The Pat McAfee Show. Hope you had an incredible Memorial Day weekend. I know we took the day off yesterday. We do apologize. I was getting antsy, but I think we celebrated the weekend in proper fashion. Perspective was put into place, and we all got to remember that there are badasses walking amongst us who are willing to go fight for us. And yesterday, obviously, we took a couple moments to remind ourselves that there was people that died, never came home for dinner, fighting for the greater good of all of us. And although the power-hungry folks and the war hawks making the decisions might not always be on the same page of all of us, every single military person that I've ever had a drink with or a conversation with thought they were serving the country in which they chose to sign up for their military. So we would like to say thank you to everybody. And yesterday, I hope we all took a moment to kind of think about that sacrifice that some folks have made for us. Now, moving on, big weekend of sports. Yeah. There's big sports happening tonight. And today's show will be a show that'll go into the annals of the history of this program as a championship program. Because it's not only the Toxic Table here today at Ty Schmidt, at Boston Connor. One half of the hammer, Dahn. Cowboys, Tone Diggs is here. The other half of the hammer, Dahn. Cowboys is back in Canada, starting his stint as he tries to re-emerge as an American citizen after hopefully a new batch of lawyers makes this all a much easier process. All the boys in the back are here, and joining us live in the studio, Lord Stanley Cup is here! Oh! That is the actual cup. It is actually here. Although there is all types of incredible things that you can fake on the internet. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady's mastered it.
Sure, yeah.
The match has mastered it. Yeah. They had Aaron Rodgers hit a ball into space all the way into Lambeau and everything like that the other day. That is actually Lord Stanley's Cup. That is what the champions of the NHL will get this year and have been receiving since 1903. I see here, Montreal, probably even earlier than that. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. The two people the one person that travels with Lord Stanley Cup, he came in here today named Mike Great Hair.
Oh, yeah. Great hair. Unbelievable.
Has to have his fucking eyes on this thing at all times, except for when they're traveling. He's back there. He looks amazing. Matt from the NHL is here. Great people. We can't thank him enough. It feels good to have the championship just in our presence. Mm-hmm. It feels good to be able to look and touch this thing. The only thing I hate is we can't put a couple ice cold beers in there and drink it. If you want to do that, you got to fucking win it. That ain't ever going to happen. So let's go, Patty Maroon.
Hey, what do we say? Big rig.
Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the New York Rangers, who go into the Caniacs' home last night and put up 5 on them. I know one was an empty net. And then in the West, obviously Edmonton and Colorado will battle. The West, I was just told by CFO Phil, or a hockey aficionado alongside Nick Morado, high scoring. That's going to be electrifying to watch. Yes. The East with Tampa Bay and the Rangers. All goalie.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Who's going to be the better goalie is going to decide who gets to go fight for Lord Stanley's Cup, who's right here in front of your face. Now, Boston Connor, the Boston Bruins, never going to win this again.
No.
What does it feel like to be around this, knowing that it's never going back to Boston?
It's definitely going back to Boston, but like you said, there is an energy that radiates from this cup. Like, you can feel it as soon as it came into the office. The entire mood shifted. I mean, Bruins will probably have it in Boston next year, so I'll say it again, I assume, but it's awesome to have it here.
It's Lord Stanley's Cup. It's big and nice and wide. Can't pick it up, but we can. Look right at it. Give it a hug. pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we learned a little bit of the inside. I guess 13 years is where each team lives on each layer of the cake that is the Stanley Cup. So the Detroit Red Wings are about to get moved up into the top where it doesn't even have the players or coaches' names. Just have 13 years, 26 years, 39 years, 52 years.
What?
You do the math
Keep
there.
counting them. That's how many cups we won. More than the Penguins, more than the Bruins.
Now,
definitely more
so
than
the
Vegas
Detroit Red
Knights.
Wings, as we're giving a closer look on this thing, a little bit of an eye to the cup there. It just up around the top, whenever there was only 6 teams or whatever, they just passed it amongst each other basically for like 6 years. Detroit's in there, Detroit's in there, Detroit's in there, Detroit's in there. Then you get down to real hockey, modern era, fucking nowhere to be found. Nope. Actually had to get the stethoscope, the looksy thing. Is fucking Detroit even on here anymore? They aren't. Penguins are all over this thing. It is unbelievable. It's amazing. There is a couple Bruins in there. No Golden Knights, though. I mean, your team.
Yeah, well, new franchise, so you don't necessarily expect it. I do see the one piece of the cup for, I believe, the lockout year where it just says cup was not awarded or whatever. I was thinking about earlier just grabbing a chisel and putting Stoner's name on the side there just to kind of.
Stoner deserves it.
Yeah, he does. He
Stoner
does.
deserves
I don't know if the Knights are ever going to win, but Stoner deserves to be on the cup.
At Nicky Skates, Nick Moraldo. Couple things spelled wrong on the cup. Can't get perfection perfected, I guess, a couple different times. But I think the human aspect of this trophy is the best part of it. You know, it is celebrated. It is passed around. This thing is actually, people chug from it. It's flowed down rivers before. It's been in pools before. Yeah. I've heard legendary tales about what this spectacular championship trophy has done.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that it is all basically etched on with a hammer and everything makes it even more special. Frankie, I saw you go 6 to midnight as soon as this thing showed up. And obviously I wanted to keep it as a surprise for you, but Phil couldn't help himself, had to tell you last night it was coming in here. Were you able to sleep last night knowing that this son of a bitch was coming through the office in the studio?
I'm not going to lie, Pat. This has been the greatest 24 hours of my life. I saw Top Gun Maverick last night, and I get to see the Stanley Cup this morning.
Wow.
I'm rock hard. I'm going to diamond in an ice storm all day long.
Hey, respect. Not even a low T situation going on with Nick. He's all the way out there. Top Gun allegedly great.
Yeah.
Everybody that has talked about it said it's amazing.
Yeah.
Every person that I've met that even isn't, super military person said, fucking awesome. Need to see it. 6 minutes standing O for Tom Cruise over there calling.
Should have been 25.
Should have been 25.
At least.
What do you think? Because there's a little bit of why wouldn't it have been 25 minutes standing O? Is that what you did afterwards? Did everybody in your theater clap for it?
I got the hell out of there immediately because movie theaters stink, but I could see why people would give it a standing O. It deserves it.
Oh, that's a shit. You've been to a movie theater sooner than me, and you were the one that said movie theaters were dead a long time ago. Biggest box office in the history of Memorial Day weekend or something.
Yeah.
Movie theaters are all the way back. Who's all the way back? Movie theaters are all the way back.
Had to do it for
Thank you,
Tom.
Tom.
He deserved it. He deserves that respect. He deserved that monetary tribute. Had to put a little coin in his pocket. But it was a terrible experience. The seat was broken. The people were loud.
no.
They smelled. They're chewing popcorn in your ear. They're talking during the movie. They're getting up and down the aisle trying to go piss. This isn't a football game. Sit down, shut up, and watch the movie.
I do like the fact that they're marketing it for movie theaters, though. You have to see this on the biggest screen imaginable.
You don't.
Right.
Not your basic ass TV.
Would have been great.
Not in your basement, okay? Not on it. You need to see it in a theater, basically, is what they said. And you went and you said no need, but it is amazing.
It is amazing, yeah.
So I should just wait till I'm able to see it at the house?
Absolutely wait for the home release.
Yeah, but you hate movie theaters. Self-confessed, hate movie theaters.
Got
And
IMAX still
it.
went.
Have to
You have to.
Yeah.
Or rent
Have
the
you seen it?
Rent
I have
the theater
not
out.
seen it yet, but I will. I'm going to the theater, and I'm also movie theaters are dead. I can watch this shit at my house now, but
Not this
when TC says, hey, listen, you need to see this on the biggest fucking screen possible and as loud as possible, say, you know what, Tom? You've never strayed me before. I will do that.
Do you remember when, like, years ago, TC was giving a speech on the set of this particular movie whenever they were battling through COVID, basically talking about, hey, we are going to save the fucking movie industry.
Yeah.
Okay?
The whole fucking world.
Don't
is
need
watching
your
this.
bullshit. Turns out he was
Lo
right.
and behold, Tom was not
He
lying.
knew it.
People are saying Miles Teller also really good in that. People are saying
see that.
Miles Teller was unbelievable.
Really? Let's go.
I don't know much about him other than the fact he threw me under the bus, then got behind the driver's seat of the bus, drove over me.
Backed over you.
Backed it up in a different language.
Yeah.
And then so let's throw one more. Let's make sure that the Netherlands are bearing you as well. Boom. Go ahead over. Good seg, though, he said on his way out with a bam, bam, as he rolled me out of the bus. But they're saying this is maybe a career-saving, career-changing, an entire new world for old My Time Miles
Let's
Teller.
be honest. He does not make the movie. The movie is about Tom. Tom is the movie. John Hamm also a great role in this film.
Oh, really? John Hamm, the Hamaconda. He's part of the St. Did they put him on this for the St. Louis Blues?
Should.
Mike, hey, did you guys put John Hamm on here for the St. Louis Blues? No.
What?
Should be.
Mike,
They're right next
John
to
Hamm
Banner.
should have been. He was playing
on.
more than fucking Maroon was. He was on TV more than Patty did out there. All right, anyways. We will try not to talk about Lord Stanley's Cup this entire time, but how could you not want to say?
How can you
Dude,
not?
go back to that shot. This show is doing this right now. What a joke.
Looks so good, too.
Couldn't even get Sam Burns' putt from the PGA today on
No.
the Charles Schwab the Schwab
Schwab.
tournament this past weekend. Couldn't even get his game-winning putt, even though we were his tournament-winning putt from the fringe, which is amazing against he and Scotty Scheffler going out there and battling extra holes. Sam Burns, 2 hours downtime, steps up for overtime, makes a incredible putt from the fringe. Okay, if it doesn't go in, probably rolling off the green.
Yeah.
So also something to think about. But what a win for him. Couldn't even get that putt, even though it was kind of being pitched to us, just like after the PGA Championship, the champion was being pitched to us. I don't understand our relationship with the PGA, but I know the fucking NHL. We got Lord Stanley Cup in the studio.
Exactly.
How this thing even get? How is this even possible? I have no idea.
It really is more beautiful in person. I mean, you see it on there, all best trophy in sports, et cetera, et cetera. But when you actually get to fucking lay eyes on this thing, it's unbelievable. It really is.
I don't want to be disrespectful.
You thought it was big. You thought it was going to be bigger.
No. You just said best trophy in sports. I mean, that is.
Oh, that's,
is,
I mean,
hands
that's what you
down.
have to say.
Don't tell me the Lombardi. They give out 2 of those. They give one to the owner. They give one to the team.
Yeah,
they put
but-
one in the locker room.
The Lombardi has never seen,
don't get into it. We were
okay.
told that in confidence.
Okay.
But the soccer Lombardi people are going to be pissed.
Yeah.
The soccer Lombardi
Who
people
cares?
are
That
going to
little rinky-dink piece of metal.
Yeah,
well, it's coming back to America.
That
It's coming
one's-
to America.
That one's pure gold. But, yeah, I mean, this is the one.
I mean, this standing at a staggering 3'6" or something. I don't even know how. This thing is huge. It's massive. That top thing, too. Just the thought that all of the legends have yugged
Yeah.
shit out of it
yeah.
makes it even more important, I think, and more impressive. They do not add layers to the cake. You just kind of get shuffled out of it.
Makes sense.
which is kind of sweet because now the Red Wings will be done forever.
Yeah.
Nah, they'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but if they added layers, this
Yeah.
thing could be 7 foot
If
tall.
they gimmicked it next year where it came out and it was like 8.5 feet on the ice, that'd be pretty good.
I'm staring right at the Pittsburgh Penguins going back to back right here in front of my face, which has happened numerous times around here.
Yeah, it has.
That is amazing. I think that's awesome. Like the Lombardi that Jim Irsay has at his little museum over here for when not little. The museum's huge.
Right?
I'm surprised he doesn't have this in there.
Yeah.
If this thing is ever auctioned up, Jim Irsay is
He'll
going to
have it.
have the Stanley Cup. Honestly, I'm surprised it already hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Well, no way Mike would let that happen.
No.
Mike ain't fucking lying. He's going to keep his eyes on it. Jim, you can't put it in your museum of everything that you fucking have. But it doesn't have the legends that this thing has all the game's legends on it still, basically. Orr's on here. Hal's on here. Everybody is on here. And it's like at one moment, they were the ones hoisting it and lifting it. The tradition, the prestige, everything about it. We're very thankful that it's here.
Yeah. I mean, like seeing Rupper's name on there, and he's going to be on there for the next, it's a while until that thing's up there. Like, he's going to be on this thing for the next 40 years.
So whenever you happen upon a Stanley Cup celebration, you're a former Stanley Cup champion, is your name on the list? Yup. Fucking right there.
I can see.
Yeah.
That's me on there, actually. Thank you. There's a mascot on here.
What?
Really?
Who?
I think, one team has a mascot on it.
The Wile E. Coyote with the tongue?
Up there in Calgary.
Calgary?
Harvey the Hound. I don't believe Harvey the Hound's on there, but he should be.
Well, if any mascot, from what I've been told, Harvey the Hound should be the one that's up there.
He's the guy.
No, Icebox maybe. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Iceberg. Iceberg.
Icebox, too, though.
Iceberg's the penguin.
Yeah,
Icebox. I mean, if anyone was playing middle linebacker on the ice, then that would be her.
Icebox fucking laid people out.
Yeah.
Bombay on there?
How good? I don't think Gordon made it.
Oh, what about Emilio?
No, Emilio as well. I think those are the same people. But the entire, this is very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you to the NHL for allowing this to happen.
Thank you,
Thank you, NHL.
I will say the person from the NHL that was here before the Stanley Cup is an Islanders fan, so that guy's thoughts are immediately kind of
Sorry, buddy.
That
sucks for him.
Said he's been going to Borelli's for 30 years, though, which is awesome.
Yeah. Wow.
Because, we've been trying to go to Borelli's for a long time. Borelli's probably fantastic pizza, never been. Everybody says it's great and fantastic. The Islanders stink, though.
They do.
Terrible.
The Islanders absolutely stink. Sorry about it. Saw their name on there, spelled wrong. Never going to be on again.
What a joke.
It's a shame. I fucking love it. Let's dive into some NFL stuff. How was everybody's weekend, though? Good?
Very good.
Good weekend.
Very good.
Good.
Yeah.
My knee. Something going on with my knee. I feel like an old man right now.
Bad news.
So what we didn't talk about whenever I was hitting balls into the net was the cement bottom.
Yeah.
Sure.
With like Air Forces, when I'm doing my golf swing, I think there was a couple that like tweaked my knee a little bit. Then I hopped on my Serial 1 bike and started pounding away on it. My knee has swollen up a little bit on the left side. Got a little bit of a visible limp right now, camera, but I think it'll go away soon. But other than that, great weekend. I mean, I thought good. Hey, nice showing at Tone's house.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Nick, great host over at your house.
Thanks for coming by, fellas.
Couple Italians came in from Plum. I mean, it was a great weekend. Having a Memorial Day. Foxy, you went back to Michigan. You're up there on the lake, northern Michigan.
Yep, whole fam was there. Weather was good. It was beautiful. We did not play any Kid Rock.
What?
Well, you guys are just like the Lions.
Yeah, I mean,
Kicked them off the playlist.
Bullshit.
It's unbelievable.
what is that about?
Well,
you tell us.
It's Foxy time in northern Michigan. AJ Rock will join us in the second hour, as Rupper will join us in the third hour to talk about his name being here. Actually, I have no idea how long this is going to be here. How long are you guys here for?
Forever.
What did they say, Becker?
So they can stay as long as you want.
All right.
Let's get it out of here right before Rupp.
They don't got flights catch.
So Rupp doesn't get too. No, we should keep this in here for Rupper. We'd like to hear a couple stories that Rupper has heard about this particular thing. There's dents in basically every single. And who knows what that could that be from Ovechkin when he was blacked out drunk running around the capital of our country and throwing it into ponds and such?
Could be.
Maybe. Is it like whenever Edelman and Gronk played baseball with the Lombardi? Is that what happened? I can't wait to hear it. We'll talk to Mike Rupp, Super Bowl champion, in the third hour. Adam Thielen will join us at 3:05 Eastern time at youtube.com/the Pat McAfee Show. An article just came out about him feeling rejuvenated 10 years into his career here. New head coach, who's an offensive-minded head coach, kind of changes the way he's viewing everything. Body feels good. Got an entire, gym he works on. He'll be playing in Tahoe. Can't wait to chat with him and catch up with him. I miss Thielen on this show.
Oh yeah.
He's great.
I haven't talked to him in a while, right?
What's he been doing?
Well, they're in the middle of OTAs right now. I actually asked him, I'm like, hey, I just read an article about you feeling rejuvenated. Reminded me that you are still a guy.
Yeah.
Haven't talked to him forever. Been in our blinders work mode over here. We do apologize. He sent me a picture of his schedule, basically, not what was happening, but his times where he was open. 3:05 Eastern was basically the only time open. Cool. Can't wait to chat with him about the Vikings, new head coach, new vibe over there. Are they going to make a run in the NFC North?
It feels like they could.
Are they going to make a
wild
run?
card spot?
Could
Maybe.
definitely be.
Hey, new energy, right? New vibe, new positivity. They got that stadium that just had VCon. So the amount of positivity and optimism that'll be on their home stadium should be amazing. It won't be cursed. It was blessed with positivity.
Yeah,
you need to be the positive possum maybe for fucking 1 minute.
You're right. Summer has sprung. Positive.
The NFC North odds are currently at the Packers -170, the Vikings at +280, Lions +850 above the Bears, +950.
Yes. Got big chip on our shoulder. We love it.
Yeah, for a long time.
we
Big
can
chip,
eat
a couple Polish sausages on that chip, dipping that thing in there.
Baker's dozen, Bob.
Packers at -170 just because they have Aaron Rodgers. Now, the roster is a good one. You lose your best weapon. How will they make up for that? They drafted old buddy out of North
Christian
Dakota,
Watson.
I believe. So that'll happen. But the odds, sports books are like, we're not going to let anybody make a shit ton of money off of us because they have the back-to-back MVP as quarterback there. But the Vikings at +280. Not bad odds.
Great value.
At all. Great value, especially after the Thielen conversation. I might go ahead and lay a little chad on the Minnesota Vikings.
I mean, you could, but it's just one of those things where no matter how good the Vikings are, they'll find a way to lose a couple games they shouldn't.
And
they won't win the division.
New coach, new environment.
Seriously.
New coach, that's great. They might. I mean, I've been watching it for fucking 30 years. They might, win a couple games here.
You're saying.
Yeah, exactly. There's precedent here. They could go to the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised. They should have made the playoffs last year, but they just seem to always kind of give away a couple that they shouldn't, which is why the Packers are.
We are only a few years removed from Kirk Cousins going down to New Orleans, Kyle Rudolph pushing the person off,
Yep.
catching a touchdown, winning a playoff game against the New Orleans Saints team that was supposed to win a Super Bowl. Drew Brees was going to retire.
That's right.
Drew Brees came back again. Then Drew Brees actually retires after breaking a record of pushing a sled. Now he's out at NBC. LeVar Arrington took a massive shot.
I didn't see any lies.
By the way, LeVar Arrington, friend of the show.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Friend of the
That's
show,
right.
Western Pennsylvania guy, absolute dog. LeVar Arrington. What he said about Drew Brees was quite a shot across. He's just not as popular as he thinks he is. He's not as loved as he thinks he is.
Right.
And he acts out when it doesn't go the way he would like for it to go. That's LeVar Arrington on Drew Brees' short stint with NBC. Now, I don't know if LeVar Arrington has any history with Drew Brees. I would assume this quote came from a much longer quote where LeVar complimented Drew Brees' accomplishment on a football field. But the Drew Brees situation with TV, very fascinating.
Yeah.
Odd. Fox has announced their number one team. Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olson, Aaron Andrews, Tom Rinaldi.
Yep.
Boom.
And I believe that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody thought maybe Drew Brees was aiming for that when they were talking about an NBC trade with Fox. That is not the case. Greg Olson is there. What will Drew Brees be doing this upcoming season? TBD.
Well, I think a lot of people, if his, and again, say what you want about Drew Brees, but if he didn't
Well, you have, actually.
Yeah,
That's the
right,
thing.
right,
You
exactly.
have said a lot of things
You
that
have.
you want, and
And I had reason to. And, like LeVar is speaking my language here. I'm thinking he's the sane guy who knows what's going on. If his ego wasn't at what it is, just for everything we see, like Drew Brees, and if he really did want to call games, like he would go be the number 2 booth or like the number 3 booth or something like that. But I don't think he wants to do that.
I think people are outrageous to say this is his last opportunity.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's
But
absolutely crazy.
this is his last opportunity to be in the sports media world if he wants it. It's like, is Drew Brees dying next year? Is he okay?
Yeah.
What if 5 years from now he goes on a Pancha Karma trip, does some ayahuasca, comes back a completely different person, has a whole new attitude, personality? What if he's like the best comedian of all time somehow? Is the NFL going to say, Drew, the guy who has a lot of our records, our old records, we don't want you around with this new personality, new you. We want old Drew, not new Drew. Is that going to happen? No. But it would be nice to kind of see why Drew Brees, who has all the records in the world, the NFL used to stop games to celebrate him.
That's right.
Yeah.
Every network
purpose.
used to stop games in the middle. Drives would be happening.
Yeah.
A completion would take place. Stop the game. Stop everything. Ref, go hand Drew the ball, shake his hand, thank him for his accomplishments, do a victory lap. We're going to go to commercial. We'll come back. We will continue this drive on the other side.
Yeah.
Wide receivers magically wide open on those plays.
Well, that's because the scheme and the way he looked off defenders.
Yeah, exactly.
So good. Why don't you give the guy a little fucking respect?
Wow.
Jeez.
If LeVar's not, I'm not.
Nonetheless, what is taking place with Drew Brees? None of it makes sense. And LeVar, I think, is probably, guessing what he thinks. And I think a lot of people are guessing those same things, or maybe he knows him personally. But it is fascinating that Drew Brees hadn't just been handed a massive set of keys to whatever car he wanted to give.
Feels
get
like
into.
Drew isn't under the protection of the shield anymore, and things are starting to get out that Drew, we were right all along.
Who's we? Don't be putting me in that, though. I'm a Drew Brees fan.
Now, Ty and I then.
There you go.
Well,
I
Ty leads off this and say what you want about Drew. It's like, you
I have,
all
and
the
I
time.
will.
saw the fire in Drew's eyes when he delivered that ball. Like, it was on purpose.
But you think about Jason Witten was handed Monday Night Football without
Well.
ever being on television before. Jason Witten, hell of a football player, great person, and everything like that. But he was just handed like the third biggest game of the week, second biggest game of the week. Just note, here you go. Drew Brees, I am vastly confused about how this is all unfolded for Drew Brees.
Well, you got to think that he thinks, okay, Romo,
Same thing.
Aikman. Yeah, like I had a better career than Romo. I maybe not won as many titles as Aikman, but I have way more records than he does. Like he probably looks at himself in that aspect of the, media world. So he's not one of the 4, number 1 analysts where 2 of them are quarterbacks.
Well, and you got to think, like, these executives love the happy hour, right? For instance, the Tom Brady deal came out because in a conference call, on a quarterly earnings call, they couldn't go, fuck, we got to deal with Tom Brady. So, what, $375 million? Did anybody else have that? I don't think so. So, everything's fucking fine.
Roman Murdoch.
Basically, when you lose Joe and Troy, is everything going to be okay? Well, you got Tom Brady, $375 million. No big deal. How you doing? It's Kendall. Then it comes out, well, that's not an accurate thing because agents and other people are losing their mind. Then follow-up happens. Yeah, everything we said was 100% accurate. They're only saying that in the conversation so they can say it. Like, you would think that the executives would want to be like, yeah, we got a deal done with Drew Brees. Brees. Yeah, Drew Brees. Drew Brees. Feels like that's not happening.
No.
Drew's probably pissed off. You know a man who is just re-signed with ESPN?
Who's
Will be
that?
covering NFL games this
Okay.
upcoming year.
What?
He is on television at any moment when you turn on ESPN. He's on. Just working, talking,
Yep.
doing his thing.
Always.
He's become the official football guru. Yeah. Especially at the quarterback position. Ladies and gentlemen, NFL vet, ESPN legend, Dan Orlovsky. Yeah! Hey, baby Dano!
What's up, big guy? How are you?
Hey, you think you're going to have to start wearing Maryland caps so your boys start getting recruited by Maryland to play on that lacrosse team? Is that what you're going to start doing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I asked them heading to the game yesterday who they were rooting for, and they were like Maryland. I was like, well, why? And they're like, I don't know, our friends are. So,
Greatness.
I think I'm just trying to get to the end of the fourth
bandwagon
grade,
kids.
but
Well,
trying to get there.
I understand. It's not easy, especially with the amount of children that you have, and you and your wife do an incredible job. At least it
maybe
appears
Dan
on the
Alpha,
internet.
sure.
You guys do an
Orlovsky's.
incredible job, especially with how much. Are you frozen? No, okay.
Matt-
All right, you're not frozen. I didn't know if your internet was
Listen.
frozen, but you're doing.
Listen, this is parenting wrapped up in a nutshell. So
Okay.
we have friends who live in Charleston, South Carolina. So we go down there really every Memorial Day weekend to go hang out with them. They've got kids the same age as ours. So we go down there.
Nice.
It's a ton of fun. Kids are playing in the pool. We're all playing.
Good.
My buddy has a boat that he took us down to Kiowa Island. Like a really cool day.
Wow.
Holy shit.
All that. Booked an early flight on Monday morning, Memorial Day, because my kids wanted to go to lacrosse national championship. So we get home. They want to bring two of their friends. They're like exhausted, right? All day, bring whatever. We get home last night, finally from the title game at like 7:45. I'm like, boys, Lenny, let's shower. You got to get to bed. You haven't slept in like 4 days. You're going to be exhausted. My kids got so mad that they went to bed at 8 p.m. and not 8:30 p.m. That the fun that we had for the 4 days, it was wiped away because they were so angry about going to bed at
No. These little brats.
Come
You want
on.
Uncle Pat to come have a little chat about what life could be for them? You're on a little boat down to Kiowa Island and you're at the lacrosse national championship? You need to send them scared straight. Send them to a prison. Send them to a prison.
Yep.
Let these guys in jail yell at them. Do it. That is what your kids need, it sounds like. Don't you think?
I was that dad last night who was like, all the things. Be thankful for what you do have, not what you don't have. How come you're going to find something to complain about when complaining? I was just that dad.
That's good
You don't-
dadding.
You don't know what fair even is. You don't even know what fair is.
That's right. You started on third base. You thought you hit a triple kid. No, it's because your dad is on television 45 hours a day. Okay? So just go to bed and shut up.
Shut up.
Yeah. You didn't do that.
Yeah.
Shut up.
If you need me to go in there, I will. I'll let them know. I don't like kids, so I'll let them know. I was around some kid this weekend.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
was around a little Italian boy this weekend.
right.
Full energy. I think I like that kid. He just walks around with a little mower. He just wants to cut grass all day. I love that kid. Put him to work. Let's start a company. Child labor, I guess.
Yeah, but if he wants to do it.
He signed up for it.
Yeah.
Your line's
11
up.
years old. 11 years old is when you get out and cut the grass.
Really? Is that what how old are your kids?
My boys are 10. They got one more summer of freedom.
And then we need a little Ched coming back. You want to go to these lacrosse national championships? You at least
This
need.
this isn't a scholarship program. There's a grass to get cut, boys.
That's awesome. Let's talk about you just taking shots at a bunch of quarterbacks in the NFL. At what point was it at 8:15 last night after you got into it with your kids that you said, you know what I'm going to do? I just got off a boat down in Charleston. It was hot as hell, got burned, had to wrangle the kids up. Early morning flight, Southwest, terrible flight. Had to fly in the back because we got 45 kids, you know what I mean? So then I go to this national championship game. Oh, Maryland did their thing. Cornell got on at the end.
Yeah, they did.
Maryland did their thing. Best.
That was hot.
Yeah, they did at the end. Then they called a timeout. What an idiot.
Yeah, it's a fun sport to watch. Keep going. I'm sorry.
I mean, not really. I like Maryland is awesome, so I guess it was kind of fun to check that out. But full time can't watch it.
No.
It's Dippin' Dots, sport of the future, ice cream of the future. Never going to be the present. I like that it's happening when no other sports are happening.
Whoa. So first of all, it's a way more physical sport than soccer.
Champions League.
Way more scoring than soccer. Yeah. It's the closest thing physicality we have to football. Like if you like the physical aspect of the game of football, then that brings that, and it's more excitement and scoring than soccer. So like if you're into soccer, it's not all that different than hoops. obviously way
Nobody
less
watches.
scoring, but if you like the physicality of football, but you want more scoring than soccer, it's incredible.
That's good sell.
You should have said NHL, Dan.
What about hockey, though? I think that's the most similar sport that it has, right? I mean,
Yeah, I wish I was more into hockey. Like, I try to get into hockey. I'm just not. I think it because I didn't like watch it a ton as a kid. I got a buddy of mine who's a diehard Rangers fan, so I was a Rangers fan for the night last night. But
oh, must be nice. Of course,
Yeah.
Dan Orlovsky.
He's never been
Hey,
around
Dan,
it.
have you ever seen fucking Lord Stanley's Cup, dude? Look at this thing. Huh?
you got that in studio?
Yeah.
Mike and Matt in the back. Guys got gloves. Got to keep eyes on this at all times. Thinks we might run out of here with it. In studio, Dan.
Wow, dude, that thing is sick.
Yeah, much better than any lacrosse trophy.
By a mile.
Are you gonna take a little sip out of it?
Well, not
funny
allowed,
ask.
not allowed to booze with it. We were told, actually, we got to win it to do such a thing. But
Never know, though. Never say never, bub.
well, if Patty Maroon and Tampa Bay Lightning get a win, I think I'm getting invited to a potential celebration. I'm going to be bonging beers out of this thing.
Goddamn right.
I'm going to ask him, actually, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a Stanley Cup stand like everybody does. Hold my legs. I'm going up in there. I'm just going to suck it out maybe with a straw. That's what I'm going to do with Lord Stanley right here. I wish it would have
No
been with
paper
the...
straws. No
Huh?
paper straws, though. Go plastics or straw. No paper straws.
Oh, you're down in Key Island. You hate sea turtles. All right,
Jesus,
cool.
Dan.
I mean, I didn't know we were going to get into this conversation, but anyways, I didn't grow up with lacrosse. So much like you're saying about hockey, I didn't grow up with lacrosse. Hard for me to catch up, but that game was entertaining. The good games are entertaining. Ball goes out of bounds. I don't understand who's like, why is it that person's ball?
Whoever's closest to the out of bounds.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to hear it.
If it's a shot. If someone just knocks it out of your stick and it goes out of bounds, then it's the
So
other.
it's like basketball. You guys just made the rules up in the backyard.
No. It's an old game. They just haven't changed the rules that often. Actually, they change them every year, but they don't change the out of bounds rule.
Okay, well, I respect it. Congrats to Maryland. Greatest team of all time.
Go Terps.
Maybe let the tough Orlovsky kid in to play for the Terps in a couple of years. Not the other one complaining after a dream weekend. You're a great dad. Let's talk about you trolling the internet, though. So whenever you put out these tweets, okay, you know, like, hey, I'm going to piss off this fan base when I do this, but boy, I'm going to make these people happy. You put Dak Prescott in a category alongside Kyler Murray of you can win with him. All right, now this is obviously a vastly different group than the win because of, but whenever you're talking about winning with, when you put Dak and Baker and Carson and Tua on the same list, I think you're going to get a lot of people pissed off about things. You agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I just don't care about that.
And a baby Dano.
First of all, Carson's not on the list. I actually, out of respect for kind of what's happened over the last 2 seasons, Carson isn't on the win because of or win with list. Well, I close, but we'll see.
Oh, so he stinks.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
By the way, I'm so new with Matt Ryan being our quarterback. I thought that was Carson. I fucked up there. That's on me. Matt Ryan, you were so much better. You do not deserve to be on this list. You should have been on the other list. A bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. Anyways, go ahead, Dan.
No, I think where Matt is in his age, like and whatnot, like he's a quarterback that the reason the Colts got him were they believe roster wise are really good. They'll win a lot of games with him. I don't know if the Colts said, hey, we need Matt Ryan because our roster isn't that great and he's so good that we'll win good amount of games because he's on our team. All right, so the Dak Prescott thing to all this, because that's where Marcus Spears has gotten his panties in a bundle, all that stuff.
Swagoo.
Dude, look, here, there's facts. Dak Prescott, let's look at the chronological kind of timeline of his career. His rookie year played against him. I just thought going into the game, we'll see. He played really good, but he also had one of the greatest offensive lines that year in the last 20 years in the NFL. I mean, his offensive line was absolutely phenomenal. Next year was solid. The following year, I think, his third year in the league, his play started to decline because the team started to get picked away at talent-wise. Lost DeMarco Murray, some of their skill position on offense. Then they go get Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper comes in. Dak starts to play much better football. Goes into year 4. Played good football, but not ridiculous football. They weren't winning a ton of games because Dak Prescott was carrying a bottom 10 defense or a bottom 10 run game. They had really good players around him. Then we go to the season to get injured obviously doesn't matter. Last year, everyone says, well, they were in the playoffs. Dude, they went 6-6 against outside their division. I don't believe in the whole, like, you quarterback win stat, all that stuff. I'm just telling you, find, and I've said this for 2 years, find me the stretch of games that the Cowboys won when Tyron Smith wasn't playing, or Zeke didn't play, or Amari Cooper didn't play, or the defense gave up 30 and they went like 3-1 because Dak played so ridiculously well. It doesn't exist.
Okay, so you're a little bit of a Dak Prescott hater, it sounds like. I mean, there is no... He broke a bunch of records. I mean, they had number one offense like for 2 years running until he got hurt or whatever with that 12-year-old as offense coordinator, Kellen.
Yeah, that's right.
So he was just... Yeah, but...
Again, but that's not me hating. Yes, there were records broken, but like some outrageous number of those stats were when they were down and in the fourth quarter. That doesn't make him a bad player.
Oh, garbage.
It doesn't make him a bad player.
No.
It doesn't make him a bad player. He's a good player. I've said this 1,000 times. I think Dak is a really good player.
Whoa.
I just don't. I want someone to tell me, answer my question.
I don't know.
When has that stretch of games happened?
Dude, we come to you for these types of things.
Yeah.
You're the quarterback guru, football guru.
Come to you.
Dak Prescott, just middle of the pack here with Baker Mayfield.
Who knew?
That in his stats.
And Tua. Tua's in there. No offense to Tua. Oh, I just looked back. Gumpy's not there. The guy named Mike is.
Oh, jeez.
And I just said Tua.
Oh no.
He's much.
So you think that
Yes,
he's a quarterback you win a bunch of games because of? Is that what you believe?
Nah, we're talking about what you believe. Let's go to the next one because of. Let's go to the next one. QBs you win because of. This is your list. Josh Allen, stud. Joe Burrow, stud. Lamar Jackson, great on the football field and on Twitter. Patrick Mahomes, Derek Carr, all right, Justin Herbert, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Matthew Stafford. What you're saying is Derek Carr doesn't get enough respect because you believe he puts the team on his back. That's why you put him in this list, and I assume that is the one that everybody was kind of up in arms with on this particular list?
Yeah, I think there's been three things that I've seen everybody be so emotional about on this one. Yes, Derek Carr, but I've been a Derek Carr guy. Like, I've always.
You're a Carson Wentz guy too, and then he threw a left-handed interception for 0 yard, pick six, 0 yards against division rival fourth quarter. So then I didn't hear a word about him after that from you.
Are you done?
That guy's. How'd you watch him play and be like, yeah, this is going to be the right guy for
All
the
right,
Colts?
I'll get to that. Can I answer the first question?
What I'm just saying, whenever you give your opinion, I listen. You hear me? Whenever you give an opinion, I listen. Darius Butler gives an opinion on the secondary, I listen. Or anything, really, defensive side of the ball, I'm going to listen. Now, if he starts speaking on the offense, I'll be like, all right, let me check to see what he's saying. When you speak about quarterbacks, a lot of us are like, all right, we must listen. So whenever you have these little, emotional attachments to different guys and your words aren't matching up with their play, you can call into question your legitimacy as the quarterback guru. And I didn't want to do that after watching Carson play. But now I assume that's what a lot of people are doing with you having Derek Carr on here and Dak Prescott on the other one.
Okay, so I've explained the whole stance on the Dak Prescott situation. The Derek Carr one, I think we have evidence over the last 2 years when that roster has been depleted at moments, or that defense has just gotten absolutely gutted. Derek Carr plays at such a level that they are able to and do win games because he plays at such a high level. I asked you for the Dak Prescott stretch of games. That didn't happen. Derek Carr did. That's why Derek Carr has played himself onto that list.
Hey,
okay.
We need to give more respect to Derek Carr. I'd like everybody in the NFL world to give more respect to Derek Carr, guru of the football. Dan Orlovsky saw the film, says, hey, this is what you need to do. We duly noted by us, Dan. I want to let you know
that. The second thing would be everyone brought up, well, Deshaun Watson hasn't played in like 2 years or whatever, this and that. Listen, talent-wise, Deshaun Watson is on par with basically everybody on that list. He has the talent and ability to be on this list. I am completely aware of the awful stuff that is attached to his name off the field. I'm just speaking on the field. And then the third thing was where everyone's like, this list is too big. And one of the things that I've mentioned this offseason is you can't ask me who the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL are, and you can't ask who are the top 5 teams in the AFC. The list has grown. And so my pushback to those people is
that your new contract? Is that your new contract? I'll do 11. I'm not doing 5. Is that a new contract?
Stafford, Brady, Rodgers are
in the
probably
contract.
done in like 2 or 3 years. Anyway, the three of them, I'm guessing. So the list is going to be smaller just because those three veterans are on there. Here's the thing.
Hey,
with the
Moz,
Carson Wentz.
stop asking. I ain't doing 5.
I'm
I
not
need
doing
11, Moz.
No, I'm not doing 5. The Carson Wentz thing is this, dude. First of all, when I
here
made
we
my
go.
like pound the table stances, public television, I was right. 2019, I was dead on.
You're lying, though.
Week 18, playoffs are on the line. He outplayed Dak Prescott, took his team carried a bad football team to the playoffs. So like, dude, that was right. 2020, it went south real quickly. I wasn't in 2020 going, Carson Wentz is the greatest quarterback ever. 2019, I was right. 2021, I thought he would be in the MVP conversation given what kind of his connection with Frank and the team and the roster and all that stuff. I probably undervalued 2 things. One, the lack of skill position talent in Indy at the receiver position caught up to them a little bit. And then 2,
Jonathan Taylor.
I guess he's not great off the field in some situations. And that kind of impacted his play on the field.
Okay, so he's a little reckless with the ball. You think there's any chance that he can change that for the command? Here we go. He sprained both his ankles on this play. You hear me?
No, he's not going to change that. If he was going to change it, it would have been last year because it was the team to. Like, it was the perfect situation to do that. That's just the player that he is. And you're going to ride highs like the Arizona game last year, and you're going to ride lows like the last, kind of 2 weeks of the season. But that's just the player that he is. I probably leaned into more of the optimist aspect of his talent. That's why
I didn't plan on burying or talking about Carson Wentz's bad time because we've done enough. Carson, his good play though, which is what you're talking about, his optimism, is unbelievable. It was awesome to watch him whenever he's playing like very good and in a groove, it feels like, and making smart decisions and going. It's awesome. He could become a guy for the Commanders. Let's go ahead and move on now. Let's talk about Baker Mayfield, a guy that you said you could win with. It has come out via Jeremy Fowler, your colleague at ESPN, that teams are looking to pay $5 to $6 million of his contract. It is currently at 18.9, so they're looking for the Browns to pick up $13 to $14 million of that entire deal. In your eyes, are you thinking a team's going to do that? Or do you think that this is just going to continue to weigh on all the way into training camp, maybe even into the season, pending a Deshaun Watson punishment that we thought could have came on a Friday news dump just last week as they said the investigation's wrapping up?
Yeah, I don't think what happens with Deshaun has any bearing on the situation. They signed Jacoby Brissett. Baker Mayfield is not going to ever play for the Cleveland Browns. So that's not an option. Yeah, if I was a team, I would do it, and I've said that. If you're a team, again, Seattle potentially, Tampa Bay potentially, the Carolina Panthers. My viewpoint on it, Pat, is this: if you're Cleveland, what is the holdup? Baker's not playing there, so that means you are on the hook no matter what for $18 million. If you fire him, you have to pay him the $18 million. If you cut him, you're paying $18 million for absolutely nothing. Whereas if you do trade him, and I think teams are aware of this, you're going to get some form of a pick for him, maybe a 6th-round pick, and some type of financial cushion because a team is going to eat some of his salary. So I think if you're a team, it's a little bit like the Carson stuff from last year. You got to figure out what's going on off the field and the personality, and if he can still be the competitive dude, but also maybe not be as abrasive in moments publicly. But if I were those teams, if I was a team that was looking for a potential spot starter this year, like my position is.
You look great. Boom!
we got
We are
Stream
back.
as well, I'm seeing.
What's that, pal?
The stream, it went black as well, I'm seeing.
Okay, all right, and we're back. All right, hey, here we go. Wow, Stanley Cup boys are in the back there. Screen
hell's
goes, all right,
going
what are
on?
you doing, Mike?
Boys.
Come on, Mike.
What are you doing, Mike?
Cup's ours now.
Huh? Keep your eyes on the cup.
Are those guys messing with your technology?
Anytime somebody's in that back room, something happens. You know what
Yeah,
I mean, it feels
especially
like
last time.
It does. It feels like I don't know what took place here.
What else?
Last,
When you say something,
well, like last time, our entire thing shut down.
Yeah.
Boom.
oh, I saw that one. Yes.
You following along? You have 100 kids. Got a vacation going on this summer. We appreciate you keeping up with what's going on over here. Hey, congrats!
The
Congrats
best
on
show on any type of viewing platform.
Whoa.
That's very nice of you. Not true, but you just said that. Nah, forget it. But thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Congrats on your new deal, Dan. We're all
Baby
happy.
Dan. Boy, Dan.
Not done yet, but I watch all the time, and then when my boy always texts me, he goes, "This is the best show. It's just guys being guys."
Hell yeah.
He's the head coach. One of my buddies is the head coach of a baseball team here in Connecticut, Fairfield Ward High School, #1 ranked team in the state.
Damn good.
Ooh,
Damn
let's
good.
fucking hit some good wood, boys. All
By
right.
the way, at that lacrosse, I saw with a For the Brand bucket hat, For the Brand shirt, and I cannot confirm, but I think For the Brand shorts. I don't know if there are shorts, but black.
Yes, in the lacrosse world, we need to talk a little bit more about lacrosse.
Let's
I
go.
guess.
PLL's coming back soon.
Yeah, it is sport of the future.
All right, that's right.
Last question for me, and then the boys have a couple. Dan, we appreciate you taking time here from your kitchen, it appears. A lot of quarterbacks not showing up at OTAs. It's obviously in conversation around a couple of the quarterbacks, but it feels like this has become a new trend now. Do you think COVID expedited this entire process? If quarterbacks not wanted to do OTAs, if they're in a system they know, in a building they know for a long time? Or do you think this is more so than just quarterbacks? It's almost all players that don't live in the city of their teams are kind of taking advantage of their off seasons a little bit more than they had in the past.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of everything. Certainly, COVID kind of made everybody realize there's maybe more of an efficiency to be able to work. You can kind of have the opportunity to be a part of the team and continue to be a part of meetings virtually while still being at home, and maybe you don't live in the city that you play in. I also think most of these quarterbacks, if not all, either have their own workouts set up somewhere with their receivers where they're all going to a certain location, or the receivers are coming into where their quarterback lives, or they're all going to where maybe the receivers are. So I think that's a little bit, way too much is kind of made out of it. I also say this, dude, like the OTA practices are very different nowadays. It's the strain on the body is a little bit less in March, April, and May than it used to be. So I think the whole OTA, like Aaron Rodgers not being at OTAs, everyone has made a big deal, and I'm like, God bless, dude. Like
Aaron, Tom, Kyler, Lamar. I think basically is Stafford at him? Is Stafford at OTAs?
Yes. My thing with Lamar not being there is what does Lamar need to be there? We don't play a game for 4 months. What Kyler, I could sit here and say maybe because I think their offense is going to be very different without DeAndre, and there's been a lot of, I guess, non-positive stuff out of their organization. When it comes to maybe directly tied to him in the relationship over the past 2 months.
No, they're
but all the other
Yeah,
stuff.
Steve Kahn.
Relax.
Steve Kahn's always said
everybody. I think most people underestimate how long
Training camp.
life in the NFL is annually. It's like, dude, you start, as you know, really the third week of July, and if you're on a good team, you're going till at least mid-January, if not February. Like, it's exhausting mentally.
Yeah, not only that, it's like, can I not learn more from this guru that is only caring about my body, my well-being, as opposed to an entire team structure? Not that strength coaches aren't great in the NFL. I'm just saying, feels like this has been something that players have talked about for a long time, like not going to the voluntary stuff this year, not going to the voluntary stuff. And then everybody's kind of shamed into going to the voluntary stuff. Now It feels like more players are taken out. And there's a lot of great quarterbacks that aren't at OTAs. Seems like only a couple of them get chatted about. The boys have a couple questions for you. Dan, is that okay?
I love it.
What a long weekend this guy had, just sitting in here answering our questions. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Dan, speaking of that, I feel like a lot of people are taking shots at Rodgers because he hasn't the last couple years. Do you think it's different for a guy like him where most of the guys he's going to be throwing to this year are rookies, or is it same deal, like he's good enough where when he gets there, like they're going to have plenty of time to kind of put everything together?
Yeah, I think there's plenty of time. And my point has been this time with it. Like, first of all, if you're Christian Watson, so everyone really gets an understanding, and Pat could speak to it a little bit too, like what's it like to go in? When you're Watson, you go into your offseason in May and June, and you're basically learning how to crawl. Hey, where do I stand in the huddle? And that's different locations, by the way. If there's 3 receivers in the game versus 2 receivers in the game, And people might think that's a small thing. It is, but it still takes reps to do. Does Aaron Rodgers need to be there? Because all he's going to do is get frustrated. And then you're hearing, okay, what does the formation tell me? And there's hundreds of variables attached to the formation. So let's let him learn that stuff before we ever ask him to do football 701. So where do I line up with the formation? What's the play call? Does this tag and this play call change X burner post from X burner post on a normal split, which is maybe off the numbers, to -2. So there's so many different things that young receiver needs to just learn before it's even worth Aaron Rodgers being there. Because all that's going to happen right now, if Aaron is there, in my opinion, is one, Aaron's going to get frustrated because it takes time for these guys to learn it. And then two, the young dude, Watson, is going to become so overwhelmed with information, you'll never be able to know what he's like physically until next year, because his brain is so consumed by information. So I think it's like, let's really give these dudes the foundation so when Aaron comes in, he can say, hey, on this route, I know the paper says this, but against this coverage, see it the way I'm seeing it. And instead of doing, maybe a lean out, you turn back inside, and then Watson will be like, oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. So I just think it's, again, a way bigger deal than it really is.
No, it's being made out to be a way bigger deal than it really is.
Correct.
Yeah. Not a bad thing if they're together. I assume they'll hang out at some point. Mm-hmm. But also, talking as if the whole team's going to fail because of it is just such a right now conversation. Training camp's so long, isn't it? I mean, I feel like guys are able to build up a lot of in the summer and training camp and everything. Like, these OTAs are starting to get laughed at almost. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Dan, now that Mac Jones is coming into his second year, he's not like competing for a job.
Well, he can win with them.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, well, that's what I need to know, is that now that it's his team, isn't it a little different? Because last year he's kind of like, glad to be there, but now it's, his show to run. Do you think that kind of helps the Patriots as a whole going into camp? And do you think he'll have more say because he has that 1 year of experience in McDaniels' offense?
Yeah, I think he definitely has more say. But I think New England is that type of place, and Mac is the type of player where it's like a daily basis, right? And you almost have to earn your opportunity to share your viewpoint on whatever play it might be or concept it might be, or what you guys want to do on a daily basis. And you've got to earn that. It seems that way that Belichick runs his program like that. I honestly believe that the great majority of people in New England believed it was going to be Mac Jones last year anyway. I think once they got around him and realized how smart he was, how mature he was, how competitive he was, that they thought it was going to be his team last year anyway. Obviously, his play last year. This is what I would say where Mac Jones' greatest growth needs to come from. Number one, like really being good at third down situations when you can't be. Hey, New England does such a good job of making formations look the same and action post-snap look the same that it's not necessarily, there's a lot of standing over the ball as a quarterback and feeling good, like, all right, I got him here. Like, they don't know what I'm doing, and I know what they're doing. Some of the third down stuff, where hey, you just got to drop back and play football, and no one's going to be open necessarily easily, so you're going to have to make some really difficult throws or move. I think that'll be where Mac can, and if he does, makes his greatest growth. And then they got to stay healthy on the perimeter. Those receivers that they have to stay healthy for the great majority of the year.
Yeah, and is it so a big worry that Bill Belichick's the offensive coordinator?
Absolutely. I've been that way.
Why do you just spit on the history of football?
Sometimes.
Dude.
Greatest GM and greatest coach in history. You think he just doesn't have a clue what he's doing?
Knows defense.
No, I didn't say he doesn't have a clue.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
You're saying
day.
he doesn't have a clue what he's doing. Bill Belichick has no idea what he's doing. Dak Prescott can't complete a fucking pass.
Nope.
Bill Belichick has no idea what he's doing.
No clue.
And lacrosse is nothing compared to hockey.
Man.
Because of this thing right here.
Goddamn gorgeous.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
It is a pretty trophy.
Yeah. It's tough, too. It's gritty. Mm-hmm. This thing's been there, done that with basically everything.
All over the country.
Literally everything. What's that?
Must be from the Northeast if it's tough and gritty.
Hell yeah. I agree.
Boo. I mean, the Northeast.
Yeah.
It's from Detroit, Dan. You know that.
It's not.
Not a chance.
Definitely not.
Rust
I love
baby.
Detroit.
Do
I
you?
love Detroit.
Why is that? Where's what?
Where's Ty from?
Iowa.
Great state. Never been there, but it's a great state.
Goddamn right.
Right? That's what you sounded like, Clyde, right there. Great state, right? I mean, corn, fucking Hawkeyes, right? Probably some good golf. Dallas Clark, right? Pat Anger, right? Good.
Did I ever fill you in on the Clyde Christensen story real quick one time that I had with him? I love Clyde.
Love Clyde. Who doesn't love Clyde, by the way? Sounds like you.
Nicest guy in the world. Like, literally nice. 2011.
Oh, this sounds like
I'm playing right. Like, this is the year that Peyton's not playing right the neck. 2011. Last game of the year. My kids were just born, so my kids were born on Wednesday. Remember, we had the game winner on Thursday night. We played. My kids were born on Wednesday morning. Ripped them out of my wife's belly. Let's go, kids! Time to get out. So they were born Wednesday morning. Wednesday night, I fly back to Indy. Whatever. So we're going down to play Jacksonville. I'm in like a disaster, and I'm like sitting down with Clyde about what to call, what to not call in the game. I'm like, listen, Clyde. If we are backed up in the end zone, not a favorite spot of mine, or back like near the goal line, don't call any sprint out to the left on third down. No sprint out to the left on third down. I don't care what any other call you play. Don't call sprint out to the left on third down. Very first third down of the game.
Right.
3rd and 6. Sprint out to the left. And I just sat there. I'm like, God bless Clyde. I told you don't. Well, guess what happened on the play?
What happened? I don't remember.
I threw an interception.
What? Clyde was like, right, we're gonna face his fears. Right? First one.
Right.
You know what he doesn't want?
I want you to up and come downhill, Clyde. I'm not an athlete. Don't call run out to the left. Sprint out to the left. Throw a pick. We lost the game. No big deal.
I think somebody took a punt back to the house of me on that game too. I believe.
Was it a bad punt?
I think so. Yeah, pretty sure.
Bang time?
That was last game of the year, right? We win that game, we probably don't get luck.
Last game of the year. If we win, we don't get Andrew Luck.
Yeah, so like the punt return, I just assumed I was giving it, to the people of Indy. They were talking about that Suck for Luck campaign, and everybody in the locker room was like, "Suck for Luck, we're just trying to keep our jobs around here. What are you talking about?" And then somebody takes the punt back on.
We're 0-13. The last thing I'm thinking about is sucking for Andrew Luck.
Yeah, this guy is just trying not to delay his ESPN career as far as possible. I really thought that year with what you were able to do with our team, it was really going to propel you. Into the thing. It was probably the sprint out left.
Yeah.
Sprint out. Last question here from Tone Diggs. We appreciate you, Dan.
Dan, speaking of sprint outs and athletes at quarterback, let me give you a hypothetical, okay? Say a quarterback's taken number 2 overall. Rookie season happens. Second season, they're number 3rd in QBR. They go to a Pro Bowl. And then a terrible coach and a terrible environment in the locker room ruins him for a couple years, and then he goes and sits behind one of the best quarterbacks in the league on a Super Bowl contender, and then another team gives him a contract to be their starter. Where would you put him on your win without quarterback list?
All right. 2 things before I answer that. Number one.
We don't have that much time.
Your beard looks majestic.
Thank you.
Great. You look like Zach Brown.
Let's go.
I've got some good friends that live down the street.
I got a
good-looking woman with her arm around me here in a small town where it feels like home. I got everything I need and nothing that I don't. Second best song I've heard today behind the 100 Days Still Had
Hell yeah.
Anyways.
Great.
Got about a minute.
I think Mitchell Trubisky would fall into the category of the unknown right now because we don't know kind of what he's going to be. But if he plays as good as he can and that 1 year in Chicago-ish, I think he's a win-with guy. I don't think he's a win because of guy.
Well,
damn.
I'll take it.
Burial.
Hey, we can win with that.
Yeah, you can.
Naj
I
is
guess.
244, pure steel right now.
He does look very good. I can't wait to see what that team looks like, especially with them saying Kenny Pickett wasn't drafted just to sit around for a long time. Who knows what's going to take place there or around the NFL. We will continue to listen to this man break it all down for us. And remember, Dan, your thoughts have weight. So let's think about that whenever we're just trying to troll the internet with some of the shit we're doing, all right?
I'm not trying to troll. I'm just trying to do my job as well as anybody in the world. Thanks, bud.
We're proud of you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah, Dano!
All right, we got about a minute and a half till we're back for hour 2. AJ Hawk will be here. The boys will be here. Lord Stanley's Cup will still be here.
Hell yeah.
Majestic under the lights.
Unbelievable.
See you in a minute. All right, so we're gonna go top ched on the hockey net, okay? Upper 90 in soccer, top ched in hockey. That seat is in the way, so if I get a pass, this should be pretty good. This is a great way to kick off a weekend, huh? This is for the soccer, all right? Because we're winning the soccer Lombardi and get through. That's a good team. What? Have a great weekend, man.
The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about.
Speaking his mind
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
while being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat
What the fuck are
McAfee
you
Show
doing?
starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back to that show, Hour 2, on this Tuesday, May 31st, 2022. Sports talk shall continue right now.
Yeah.
It's a massive day for our show because not only is the talks table here at Ty Schmidt and at Boston Connor, one half of the Hammer,
Dahn.
Cowboys at Tone Diggs is here. The other half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys is back in Canada. Hey, Gump, we miss you, pal.
Miss you, go.
Miss you, lad.
Lord Stanley Cup is here.
Oh, hell
My
yeah.
God.
When the light hits the cup, it will fill you right up with happiness. This thing's glorious.
It is glorious.
Unbelievable.
I was trying to make it to the bathroom. Hey, let's not touch anything back there, huh?
Jesus.
Okay?
Mike.
All right, Matt. Let's not touch anything back there. Show went off air last time.
Good God.
Joining us now, an incredible man who has won a college football national championship,
Whoa.
a Super Bowl championship, a Ryder Cup championship, a COVID survivor, but he has never been in the same room as this thing because he's not here. He's in an attic in Ohio, ladies and gentlemen. AJ Hall. AJ, you see this thing, AJ?
I did. What? How did this come about? How long have you known that this was going to be in studio?
Just a few days. And just so happens to be CFO Phil's day here for the first time in a couple of months, which is also quite a coincidence. But CFO Phil was a part of the arrangement of getting this thing in here. Got a text from him, said, would you want the Stanley Cup in the studio if you could? I said, excuse me, the actual Stanley Cup? Yes. Is that possible? Yes. Boom! It's here Tuesday, May 31st, 2022. Lord Stanley Cup's here with two gentlemen named Mike and Matt in the back. One wears gloves whenever he picks this thing up. I hugged it with my bare hand. Not allowed to pick it up or hoist it unless you win it, AJ. Not allowed to hoist it unless you win it.
That's how. But you can touch it if you haven't won it.
Yeah, I put my arms around it. Put my big arm around it like this.
Is this normal? Like, do they go around during the playoffs and is this like a promotional thing with it?
I believe this thing is always on the move from what we heard. A lot of planes, this thing's.
Yeah. Too many.
This
Oh
thing.
yeah, I've seen. They got a big old case they carried around, right?
Big old case. Yeah, the case is not under
Are they
here.
armed? I hope they're armed.
Well, I'll tell you what, we learned a lot about the traveling of the Lord Stanley's Cup here. And there's much different conversation to be had about it, but this thing's always on the road. This thing, always on the road.
Yeah.
I believe it should have a first-class seat everywhere. It
should.
I don't know if it always does, which is a little interesting because I've been yelling about Lord Stanley's Cup coming back home to Pittsburgh for a long time. This thing's all over town.
That's right.
This thing's all over the place, and it should be, by the way, because it is glorious. It is beautiful. The Eastern Conference has Patty fucking Maroon and the Tampa Bay Lightning squaring off against the khaki wearing New York Rangers. And in the West, the Avalanche take on McDavid and the Oilers in what should be a high-flying affair. Who will go home and bong beers out of this Stanley Cup? TBD. That's why they travel with it, by the way, to make sure everybody knows what they're fighting for. It's real.
Hell yeah.
That makes sense. How long until they run out of room, though, with all the names etched on?
So funny you say that. We actually got a full lesson in this thing from our guy named Mike, who has flowing hair, who travels with us. Every 13 years, one layer of the cake is moved up, and then it just becomes the name of the team in the year, as opposed to all the coaches, players, front office folk, anybody that is deemed eligible or good enough to be on the Stanley Cup. So each year, 13 years, boom, 26, boom, 39, boom, 52, boom, 65, boom. Then you go up there. You know what I mean? So the Red Wings, for instance, all around the top, it just says Detroit, Detroit, Detroit. Then the last 65 years, not jack, diddly, shit, nothing.
Bye-bye. Bottom, Detroit Red Wings on there.
Anyways, that's how it works. That's how it operates. We just learned that everything is hand chiseled in, too, you know? So you see the human of it all. Like
are they training like the next person in line? Like how many people are qualified to do that by hand?
I don't know. The couple back in the day couldn't spell shit either. There's a couple of words spelled wrong back in the day. There's a little Q in the middle of Boston at one point.
Jesus.
Wow. Oh, no.
What the hell? What are you implying over there?
Oh, no.
What are you implying? What was that? Whoa.
It was always
Come on, con man.
Those people still, they still exist?
They'll always exist.
But anytime a random Q just pops up, you can't help but immediately think, what's going on?
What the hell is that about? If that's the case, we better win the next 10 goddamn Stanley Cups.
It was up here, though. They're about to move that thing right up there. So they got to re-chisel. Hey, Mike. So they got to re-chisel everybody's fucking name every year because they move it up one, right? Every 13 years?
No, they just move the band up. The band, they don't have to re-chisel or re-put the names on it. They just bump it up and then take the other band off on the top.
Oh, same size, all of this. It's not getting smaller as it goes up. Like I'm feeling it.
Like a pyramid.
Yeah, this is the same size, every single one of those things.
Yeah, it won't get any bigger.
Mike, how many people?
Mike's hair is unbelievable, by the way.
That's what I said. I led off with that, right? He's sitting in Gumpy's
Classic
seat, too. Vastly different lettuce between Gumpy and Mike. Both incredible dudes, though. Mike, how many trips does this thing take during the playoffs, or is this all year it's on the road?
It's on the road over 300 days a year. We do 100 days with the winning team. Each member of the team gets to have a day with the cup wherever they live in the world. Hockey's such an international game that any given summer we are literally around the world.
And you travel with it everywhere?
Not all of it. No way. I'd be dead.
But most of the parties, though, you have been to?
I'm at the parties. Yeah, I'm there.
Like in people's houses and basements.
The houses, the homes, everything. We're there the whole 24.
Does he spend the night?
24/7 we're with it.
Were you at Mario's pool?
I've been there. Yeah, we got it out fairly quickly, but yeah, it did happen.
How about when Ovechkin was on that magical run? Were you with him for that? He was on. I became an Ovechkin fan.
Yeah.
Because of what he was doing with the cup. Were you? He just asked if he's allowed to talk about this. Were you with Ovechkin while he was?
Yeah, I don't have headphones, so I'm having a hard time hearing you. But you started talking about Ovi. I mean, Ovi was awesome. I mean, from the night they won it in Vegas to bouncing around there and then bringing it back to DC and just having a lot of fun with the community and the fans and everything like that. He was awesome. And he was awesome with the cup. He had a lot of fun, but he treated the cup with respect, so that was awesome on our part.
That's what's all about.
Let's go, Ovechkin.
Nobody has more respect for the cup than Sidney Crosby, obviously. Obviously, Sidney Crosby has the most. What does Sid do with this? Just practice? Does he work his dangles around it? Does Sid have any stories with this thing?
Yeah, he did. He flew in on a military chopper into Halifax with it and landed in the kind of the downtown core and then had a massive parade through the streets of Halifax and then had a big party back at his summer house with his friends and family.
Oh,
wow.
What's the most obscene thing you've seen done with this thing?
The what, sorry?
Obscene.
No comment. You know what? Again, things are pretty good. We live in a world where everybody's got a camera, so things like that can't happen
Yeah,
anymore.
but how long you been doing this?
23 years.
Okay, so you were a part of the times where there wasn't a camera.
20 years ago. Social media and
Mike's
camera
like,
phones.
these Stanley Cup celebrations have really dialed down. Seems like from the good old days back in the day. It's beautiful, though, AJ, and I think that like there's dents in it. You know, and we talked about this in the first hour, but it feels alive. You know what I mean, AJ? Like it feels like it is something that is alive and evolving, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
It absolutely makes sense. I think it's cool that, I mean, I would assume they're going to always continue to do this tradition where every player or every person, I guess that's part of it, gets to take it for a day. I think it's what if they did that for the Super Bowl trophy, if they made one like that?
What's up, AJ? What's up, dude? What's going on, bro?
It might be a replica.
It's not.
It's not.
What'd you just fucking say?
I'm saying for the screenshot, it could be.
Watch your fucking mouth.
You hit your eye. Watch your eye.
Yeah, I did hit myself right in the face. I haven't done this in a while. Oh, there's names in here.
Yeah. What's in there?
Bobby Orr.
The Wanderers defeated Kenora 12-8.
Oh, those are the hidden games.
March 25th, 1907.
My God.
1907. In the thing.
Damn, you're 100 years.
All right, let's dive into it. Let's talk. By the way, thank you to Stanley Cup.
Thank you, Lord Stanley.
We're fighting for you.
Yeah.
Every day with our sticks and our ice.
Oh, yeah.
And our passion, and our grit,
What?
and our stick-to-itiveness.
What?
We're trying to win you, try to bring you back to the south side,
What?
which Mike has done many laps around, I think, with this thing.
What?
You've been to Club Diesel, Pittsburgh?
No.
Yes.
God,
Yes, you have.
he's lying.
What's that all about?
He's
I've
lying.
been there with this thing
No,
and
we
you
haven't.
there.
Honestly, we haven't been there.
No, all right.
That's where Gino took it.
You got Mario's, at least, which is a bar?
Yep.
Not Lemieux's?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So maybe I was a little mistaken. Maybe we were at Diesel. We won't ever marry. Whatever the case, let's talk about the NFL. Jeremy Fowler of the ESPN is reporting that teams are looking to spend $5 to $6 million on Baker Mayfield. Dan Orlovsky said maybe they'll give up a 6th round pick for Baker Mayfield. We'll pay you less money than we're paying Mitchell Trubisky, and we'll give up something less than a 6th round pick, which is a punter almost, or a kicker, to pick up Baker Mayfield. He has to be taking this all in and just stacking chips, I would assume. It's not easy for him to be quiet through all of this. How do you see it panning out? What does Ohio think? Does Ohio turn their back on Baker? Are they already past him, AJ, you think?
I don't know. Honestly, I think people are torn still. They want to see what Deshaun looks like on the field, I guess, and also what happens with all of his off-the-field stuff. But, yeah, I feel like I live in Ohio. There's not a ton of Browns fans around me. It's mostly Bengals. Obviously, it always has been. But now with Joe Burrow and what they've done, I think even more people have jumped on the bandwagon. But I think people, have kind of moved on from Baker around the Browns.
And that's the entire NFL, by the way. You're a piece of gum, okay? And once your flavor has run out, they'll spit that gum out. They'll go right into their back pocket. They will pull out another one, unwrap it. Oh, it's cheaper too. That is literally what people do in the NFL. Now, this situation is not the same because Deshaun Watson's getting the biggest deal of all time. But the new gum is in there. And until that flavor runs out, they will move on. That's why you can't help but, kind of applaud folks whenever they try to get as much money as possible, because this could end at any time for anybody. Moving on, Aaron Donald said if this was to end, not a big deal. I'd sleep easy. I'd be at peace if my career was over. There's some contract stuff that has to get figured out. Aaron Donald was speaking with the I Am Athlete podcast. I don't know if it was I Am Athlete Tonight or the I Am Athlete podcast, maybe both of them. Aaron Donald said that he came into the NFL predicting to play about 8 years. Winning the Super Bowl makes him want to run it back. His contract needs to be worked on first. If not, he's at peace with moving on. Aaron Donald is an absolute stud. Obviously, he's a Pittsburgh guy, has been lifting since he was 11. People talk about him being the greatest player in the NFL, maybe the greatest player of all time, the way he's changed games. Now he's a Super Bowl champion. He's very well paid, but there's a contract that he has to deal with the Rams. There's no way they want him just gliding off into the sunset after what they were able to accomplish and finally getting a quarterback in Matthew Stafford, right?
No, there's no way they're going to let him go. And I saw something. What's he getting paid this year? It's nothing compared to what the highest paid defenders are. So yeah, his contract, they're going to have to step it up. But it's also a great negotiating tactic. Yeah, and I believe him. Hey, I've done everything. I've proved that I'm the most dominant dude in the league for a long time. I'm cool walking away. So the team has to be like, hey, I don't know if he's 100% serious, but we need to sure as hell make sure that he does not go anywhere. So let's find a way to make him happy.
We don't have to restructure the contract. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, we don't? No, not at all. All right, I retire.
Yeah, calling it.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, I'll
and he's in. Is he in his prime? I mean, I feel like he's in his prime still.
I think he'll be in his prime for the next 10 years with how much he works out and the way he works out. I think his prime is getting extended. I assume Instagram videos of Aaron Donald just doing Aaron Donald stuff will do very well. He'll be able to make money post-football with the connections he's probably made. He's Aaron Donald, so he can get into any conversation he wants to get into because of the dude he is and how good of a football player he is. I love the fact that he is completely okay with retiring. You know what? Hey, why don't you make it fucking worth my while, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you make it worth my while, McVay, huh? Why don't you? You want me to come back? Cool. I'll come back. I'm okay.
They have to, and they have no other option. They absolutely have to make it worth his while.
I'll go right down to I Am Athlete. I'll be with Brandon Marshall.
Yeah.
Everything I do in this gym will get millions of views because I am an absolute freak show athlete. Make it worth my while. You want me to come back, line up in training camp against 300 pounders every single day of my life? I'm already a Super Bowl champ. I've already cemented my legacy. I'm a Hall of Famer. I've done everything I wanted to do. Told my dad he can retire. Hey, hang up the boots, Dad. Took care of my family. You want me to keep going? Make it worth my while, Sean. Make it worth my goddamn while.
He just bought a new house too in L.A. I mean, when he's got AB's his agent now, so I assume AB's going to get him the best contract that he can possibly get.
So he's with Dahn Sports. That doesn't mean Antonio Brown is his
pretty
agent.
sure that means AB is his agent.
He was
Is
announced.
he registered with the PA? AB get registered? Like he's certified. and everything?
Don't play yourself thinking that AB's going to play next year.
He's amazing.
He is absolutely amazing. But Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics has signed with Dahn Sports. Yep. Aaron Donald has signed with Dahn Sports. I'm excited to hear how these negotiations go. Who is the acting negotiator? Is it Kanye, who's a great businessman, by the way, right? We've all heard and seen the way he handles his business. Are they just going to acquire other agencies like a lot of agencies do, where they just buy up like actually 15 agencies and like, hey, now you're with us, now you're representing us? Is that what Dahn is going to do? I guess TBD. But Aaron Donald is going to get a great deal. If Dahn Sports works on a deal, it's going to be a great deal because Aaron Donald's already said, if it's not, I won't play. I'm cool with not playing, and nobody wants to see that.
Well, I think he's only making like 14.5 or like 14.25.
It's a lot of money, by the way, too.
Ton.
Somebody that is.
I hope Kanye is doing it, by the way. I hope Kanye is calling Les Snead, the GM. Hey, Les, we got to figure something out with my boy Aaron. So
I hope he has
back to me real quick.
I hope he has his mask on. Too. I hope he has his mask
in
on.
person too, and he only negotiates in person.
Gloves too, like a handshake deal. But let me.
He's got these new boots.
We take these mechanics off.
Let me take these off. Put it back on. That'd be amazing. It changes the game, right? Remember, I think Lil Wayne got into the representation game. I think Jay-Z has gotten into the representation game. You know, and it's always like hired and acquired almost talent. It runs it, agents and stuff. If Kanye and AB are walking into Les's office, I'm fucking here for it.
Yeah, it'd be unbelievable. And this all but signs OBJ's fate, right? Like if they have to, pay Aaron Donald, they already don't have that much money.
Oh, yeah, he's coming to the Colts now.
Yeah, Odell's probably not going back to the Rams. I don't know if he's going to the Colts because I did see he wants to play for Bill Belichick. So maybe he's coming to New England. Maybe he goes to Green Bay.
Yeah, right, dude. He had those goat shoes he handed over to Tom. He's like, bring me down Tampa.
Yeah, that's
I don't know if they can do that either.
What?
Go to Green Bay, Odell. Honestly,
should. Why not?
Green Bay.
Gosh, it sounds like that would be a great combination.
Aaron Rodgers and Odell Beckham Jr.
What?
Yeah. I think Odell would be very happy there with what LaFleur would do with them. Man, it would be. It could be fun to watch. I hope they're at least exploring that.
But
Well, I'm sure they are, right? I'm sure that's what the Green Bay Packers are doing. They're looking into it.
He has been linked to them, but isn't it one of those things too where they're saying he's going to miss the first however many months of the season next
who
year?
cares? It
Probably.
doesn't
No,
matter.
I agree, and they
Well, who
should.
cares?
But yeah, I mean, they need to bring him in. They do.
Buffalo, unfortunately, makes a lot of sense too. If the Bills bring
They don't have room.
A lot of people are wondering if Antonio Brown was going to play football next year. He actually answered that at Fan Controlled Football this past weekend down in Atlanta, and his answer was this.
Is football still important to you, would you say?
Obviously, we live the game, but you can't play forever. I think I'm a great player that done everything in the game.
We going to see you playing next season?
Nah, don't play yourself looking at me to play.
Okay, so don't play yourself. All right.
Don't play yourself.
Don't be a mark, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't play yourself.
Makes sense.
I don't think Antonio Brown's playing next year, although he has everything he said is the truth, by the way. He has accomplished everything you could potentially accomplish in the NFL. Just like we're talking about with Aaron Donald, you could talk about with Antonio Brown. Now, granted, his exit vastly different than what Aaron Donald's would have been, but his resume, his numbers, his championships, like if he was to be done and don't play yourself or look at me to play, he will be in the Hall of Fame discussion 5 years from now, AJ.
Yeah, I would imagine. I haven't looked at his whole career stats, but I tell you what, AB, I am going to play myself. I'm holding out hope that AB comes back.
Don't play yourself.
Don't play yourself.
On the field again. I really do.
Hey, 144,000 minutes till football. You think Antonio Brown's back?
In 144,000 minutes, absolutely not. But I mean, if you're telling me week 10, some team is like, we need a wide receiver. Fuck it, we're in the hunt. Someone call AB. Let's get this ankle surgery done and let's go on around to the Super Bowl.
I was waiting until you came on, AJ, to chat about this. Did you see the masterpiece, the champion of the internet, that Connor put into the world last night at 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, announcing the fact that 100 days from that exact moment, NFL football would be kicking off on a Thursday night on NBC, I believe, with the Bills taking on the Chiefs. Rams taking on the Chiefs.
Bills taking on the Rams.
Yeah, exactly.
Bills at Rams.
99 days to figure it out.
Hell yeah.
What you put on the internet last night deserves to be, applauded forever.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout out to Foxy and Zito, too, showing me the ropes on how to figure out the goddamn...
When you say division and you really sell out there and you get super duper exposed on your vocal cords, I'm so incredibly proud of you for putting that out there. Honestly, your brain's a beautiful one.
We've been waiting for football for much longer than 100 days. It's just good to finally hit this mark, go into double digits. It feels like it is right around the corner.
AJ, your thoughts on the video that he put out there? Maybe that's what we send for the Sports Emmys.
Yeah. I think I earmarked it to make sure I send that to them at the end of this year when we send our clips in for Sports Emmy nominations. But I'm glad to see Connor get back into this. I mean, obviously very creative, like you said, a unique brain that we need to kind of learn about more, I feel like. But Connor remember when he said, what was it, bath talk? He used to do his bath talk.
Yeah, that's during the season. Yeah. Season 2's coming up soon.
Only in season.
Yeah, he's giving out bets in that thing. Do you not see the dry erase board right behind his head?
Tub teaser. What the hell, dude?
It's been a while since I've seen the bath talk. Is it still going on?
Yeah.
No, during the season. It's out of season.
Even
Right? Succession not happening right now either, pal.
No one knows these rules that Connor has.
It's not just Connor. It's common sense.
Yeah, what do you think we do season 1 episode?
What I'm saying, Connor, I like that there's more of these videos out there of you. I urge
Let's
you
play
to
this,
continue
please.
to do this.
Let's just play the video for people that didn't see it. I don't know how you didn't see it. I think it's amassed 500,000 views thus far on a couple different social media platforms. Deserves to be heard by millions and millions more.
Hey, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the announcement that we were just 100 days away from the NFL kicking off, from your favorite number, whatever in the playbook, number probably
7 or 8.
Oh, in your heart.
Yep.
1 after this, though. Ladies and gentlemen, Boston Connor. Good sound.
Audio's not on.
Good sound.
Audio's not on.
Audio's not working.
Mike,
what the hell are you doing back there?
Yeah, that's unbelievable. How come that happens every time we set something up like that?
Well, it never happens, actually.
What? Something terrible always
He's
happens.
pull it up on Twitter.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Yeah.
Because we listened to it pre-show and it worked.
And we celebrated
Yeah.
how good it sounded.
What the hell is Mike doing back there?
100
days. Here we go.
How about it, AJ?
That had to take a while, didn't it?
A little bit. Took a little bit, but it was definitely worth it.
I got a text at maybe 1:22 or 12:22 yesterday, I forget. And I knew that the plan was to put it out by 8:20 because that is exactly 100 days. So no matter if you're going by his countdown or everybody else's countdown, they were both on the same page at 8:20 p.m. So that was the right time to put it out. I expected him to miss that. I thought that deadline was going to miss because there's a lot of editing. Yeah. There's a lot of singing that had to happen. There's a lot of I'm incredibly proud of you.
Thanks, guys.
The hardest part, the tracking. A minute 30 of tracking is like, it takes so much time, and he fucking killed it.
That's amazing.
I couldn't believe it.
He lost his guy Gumpy to Canada and then just went in there and went to work.
Exactly. Hey, Memorial Day.
Oh, no.
While I was driving in.
What?
It was bad news from the back.
Yeah.
Alert for that.
Immediately after?
Immediately.
That fast? Well, no, Darius Rucker said we're allowed to rip whatever, make our own song.
Yeah, this was the conversation we had before just because the background music we had to keep in.
No, we created that ourselves.
Oh, yeah, we did.
We had somebody create that ourselves.
Is the internet going to attack the Sharks and the Jets for giving us a copyright strike?
Yeah, hold on. Are you guys going to do a full fucking ant slant on them? Because what we just
Good question.
What the hell?
But
I
you
thought
created
this
that.
was America.
You created that song yourself.
Yes, I did.
Who'd you have singing in the background? You went down the Indy 500?
Yeah.
Indy 500. I also just had a couple people who have nice pipes around that I know that just, they chimed in as well.
Yeah. Well, you live with it or die with it. Where did it come from?
The video or the audio?
The whole thing.
It comes from Rent. It's a play on Broadway, and that was from the video was from the film Rent that they made into a big motion picture.
We had no chance of getting that one by. I'd never seen it before, so I just thought it was some rinky-dink operation.
I've never seen it either, actually. I just knew the song from it.
Well, thank you to Rent for spurring the idea.
Yep. Shout out, Ren.
Thank you, Ren.
So did you get that strike already just from playing it right now?
Yeah, and if we were like, some of these people on the internet that try to get other people to be attacked for doing it, we would just rip the entire Rent movie and then try to monetize it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're working hard. We deserve that money. We ripped the whole movie.
Some people.
What are we doing? Yeah, fucking asshole.
Should we set a claim to them for trying to say that they have
'cause-
Connor's voice?
Well, and then we should send them the clip from Darius Rucker saying he could just rip anybody's song.
Yeah.
Make it.
Darius wouldn't lie.
Satirical. I thought we had
Parody law.
Parody law.
Parody, there it is, yeah.
Boom.
Boom.
Take him to court.
Take the strike down.
Take him to court. Let's get to a break. We got to go to court.
By the way, did Johnny Depp win?
I don't know.
Still,
Still delivered.
has not been announced
It's in the
yet.
jurors' hands.
Yeah.
right.
That reminds me of the NFL and Gruden.
Yeah, that is...
They're not going to want that one. No.
When's the next date? It has to be like another date at some point in court.
I'm not sure, but I do know that probably Stanley Cup's not going to be here for it.
God damn.
Let's take this in every chance that we get, AJ. Do you want to say something to Lord Stanley's Cup while it's here, AJ?
Be nice.
Nope. I have nothing to say to it. I have
That means you
a ton
have
of
nothing nice
respect
to
for
say,
the
you
trophy and what
scumbag.
it's done.
Okay, so you could say it to Lord Stanley's Cup.
Jack Johnson would be pissed if you didn't say something nice.
Say something. I'll turn off the music so we can hear
No,
it.
Jack would actually probably be upset if I sat here and gave in to your peer pressure to try to give an inspirational
Not
speech
peer.
to us. The
Hold
Stanley
on.
Cup.
It doesn't have headphones on.
That's all right.
It's not peer pressure.
All right, it can hear you now.
You go first.
I already did.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
First 20 minutes of the
Yeah.
show.
AJ, will you give the fucking Cup a motivational speech or not, dude? Please, I'm holding these
No, first
headphones
off,
up like a doofus.
Is it Matt or Mike who has the sweet hair back there in Goom's seat?
That's Mike. Matt's the one that turned off the show earlier. Hit the button.
Okay. What do you think these guys are thinking? Do they have any idea what they were signing up for coming in here
I
and having
don't
to listen to this show?
know.
And listen to you talk about the Stanley
Sold the
Cup?
headphones like a dude.
Come on, like a stooge, dude. Give a speech in a fucking Stanley Cup, please.
No, I'm absolutely not. I'm not doing it.
You spit in
Wow.
hockey's face like that?
You are spitting in hockey.
You get a
face.
chance to talk to Lord Stanley's Cup, and this is what you do.
Being sarcastic like you are,
Whoa.
you are spitting in its face.
Don't be an asshole.
You're a sack of shit, dude.
Avalanche might be
Thank
cursed.
you.
One
I
last
love the Stanley
opportunity.
Cup.
One last opportunity
Against the Avs.
to say something nice to Lord Stanley's Cup while I hold these headphones like a stooge. AJ Hawk, do you want to take this opportunity or not?
I do not. I
You
obviously have a ton
fuck-
of respect for the Cup.
Avalanche.
Get to a break.
They're doomed.
Yep. they're
Mike,
just-
take it out of here.
I
This
hope
thing
to see
doesn't
it. I hope
deserve
the Avs win.
We don't deserve
the
to have
Oilers.
this thing with
Wow.
the way this guy's talking.
Despicable.
Unbelievable.
Let's get to a break.
Some people.
I'm muting them.
Do it. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what I thought.
that's right.
Idiot.
Got it.
Yeah. You're welcome, Lord Stanley Cup, for, I guess, shielding you from the toxicity that could have came through the headphones there. We apologize for the disrespect that this fucking Ohio stooge gave you.
Unbelievable.
You don't deserve
Is he
that.
like a first name, middle name, last like Lord Stanley Cup? Is that his full name?
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, that's
Lordo?
Oh, Lordo.
Copy.
Oh, Lordo here.
Mr. Cup.
AJ, are you sure you don't want to
So
take...
stupid.
You're calling
What
the cup
is wrong
stupid
with
now?
you?
Why are you calling it stupid?
The Cup is amazing.
You just said
what,
it was-
what
Talking
you
about
all
Lordo?
are doing.
Fucking
what
take
you
it
guys
easy
are
on
all doing.
Lordo. Fuck.
God
So
damn it.
disrespectful what you all are doing and talking over me, so my mic is muted anyway.
Ah,
we
fuck
can
off.
hear
you.
Go back and
Jackass.
forth.
Lordo's jet lagged. You're
We'll
doing
answer
this to him.
We'll answer some folks. Lordo is jet lagged.
Yeah.
This thing's been on the road.
Yeah.
Sorry that Mike and Matt have to witness this. This is not their normal.
Fly
Well, Matt
Awesome.
tried not to
Free
win this. He turned
God.
off the show in the back. I mean, there is something about Lordo sitting right here though, and you decide not to say anything to it. You're gonna regret this day.
Yeah.
Forever.
You'll rue this day, Hawk.
You will.
For the
I
Cup.
might. You're right. I might.
No, you will.
Show some fucking respect to Lordo.
We'll have the 5-hour energy phone line on the other side. We would recommend everybody
So many
say,
accents on this show. I can't keep it straight. It's like watching whatever the one show that no one can see.
Summer Heights High.
Jonah.
Game of Thrones. There's 37 different accents in that show. There's
Those are
12 different
dialects.
accents on this show.
So you'll talk about Game of Thrones, but you won't fucking talk to the cup?
all right, on the other side, we'll have some phone calls on the 5-hour energy phone line. The champion of phone lines. We
Oh,
would
there's big soccer champions too. I hear on the
This
other side.
guy. I mean, this is unbelievable.
Shut the hell up.
Real Madrid did win the championship. It is said that
Is that who we wanted to win? Who do we want to win?
No.
No, we wanted Liverpool to win. We actually boosted Liverpool, and it has been said on record that if Liverpool and that boost win, Gumpy's probably getting married on Sunday or Saturday night, and he's still in America.
That's right.
Real Madrid beats Liverpool after Liverpool kind of had their way with Real Madrid for a long portion of that. Real wins. Gumpy doesn't get married. The lads let down Gumpy and his countrymen. Yeah. It's a damn shame. That's what happened this weekend in the championship of the Champions League. Real Madrid has lifted it 14 times now.
Jeez.
They've been the champions of Europe. Fucking good team.
It's unbelievable. Champion team.
Liverpool squad, though, Gabe Morency and Tim Howard told us, too many miles on those legs.
Yeah.
63 games or 52 games, depending upon who you listen to. True. Gabe Morency or Tim Howard. Nonetheless, a lot of games.
A lot of games.
Real Madrid won, but Real Madrid can't sniff the fucking Lord Stanley Cup.
No, can't do it.
No, can't.
That team's got no idea how to fucking put
They
the
have
puck in.
19 Stanley Cups they play for every
Shut
weekend.
up, dude.
That is interesting because there's going to be another tournament this weekend, probably. That
Oh, shocking.
Whoa. It's actually the Portland Timbers.
Soccer's awesome. I think that there's always something to play for, I guess.
Fucking MLS Cup.
There's only one Stanley Cup, though.
That's right.
And AJ decided to spit on it. We're back in Forest, the Pat Mag. I hope you're happy. And if you get through on the 5 Energy phone line, we can't wait to chat with you. Probably be smart to say, hello, boys. Lordo.
Yeah.
And then right into it.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right, see you in 4. Cheers. You like Trey Lance, huh? You love the way he plays, you love the way he operates. How about how he handled the whole situation last year? I mean, this is isn't it kind of awkward situation going on over there, or not at all?
I mean, some would say it's definitely awkward. I mean, you trade 3 first-round picks for a quarterback. Like, there's writing on the wall. Like, it is what it is. It's the NFL. It's a profession. Everyone's trying to bring in younger, better, cheaper players. And then that's just the way the league is. And so there's an awkwardness to it, I guess. But at the end of the day, we're all here on the same team, and we're trying to win Super Bowl. So it's the lucky thing that we have here at the Niners is I feel like we have a fantastic culture of guys that just want to get better every day, and we love everybody in the locker room. So, Jimmy G could have, he could have been a dick and said, it's not my job, not my responsibility to take care of this guy and put him under my wing. But instead what he did is he was professional every single day. He didn't complain one time. He showed up, he worked, he started, he got us to an NFC Championship game and helped Trey along the way. And so I thought Trey took a bunch of steps forward. And for Trey to become a really good quarterback in the NFL, he needs reps. And so once this kid gets a lot of reps, just watch out, because some of the things I've seen him do in practice kind of mind-boggling me, so I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, he's considered what? Great athlete, right? Because obviously Aaron waited behind Brett Favre for 3 years, right? And I wish, and I've said this publicly a lot, and I'm sure the Luck family doesn't like this, I wish Andrew Luck would have sat behind Peyton for 1 year. Like, I wish Andrew Luck would have sat behind Peyton for 1 year to see how he operates in the building, how you operate with equipment managers, training, like everything like that. Trey getting an opportunity to watch Jimmy G do this. He's from the Tom Brady mentor camp or whatever. Did he make leaps? Like, did you see leaps and bounds as him as a player, as a football, as an NFL guy? Or is it just like a consistent growth with him and he's kind of just chill?
Both. I think it's consistently gotten better, but like you could see, like Jimmy G is a professional through and through. Like Jimmy G takes notes every single meeting. He asks questions every meeting. Like he's in his books. And I think once Trey saw that, he was like, oh, I need to do all that and more. And it's also, too, we have a great quarterback room. We got Nate Sudfeld in there, who's also he's got a nice little silly release. I like him a lot, too. He's great for Trey, too, because he's a people person. He helps Trey with the offense, and he did a great job helping him all year, too. So Trey has taken, in my opinion, big steps forward. Like, if you compare him to last year's OTAs, I think he's 2 different players. And that's just exciting to see. Now, if Trey Lance was the starting quarterback, and if I say if, because I have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, not your decision. Not your decision.
Yeah, thank God it's not my decision. It's all you, Kyle. You got this. I believe in you. But all reps. And, if there's growing pains, there's growing pains. I think we have a good enough team around him, from Trent Williams and Nick Bosa to Fred Warner to George Ayuk to Brent to Deebo Samuel. We have enough guys around him to help him out through those growing pains. And so if it happens, it is what it is. And hey, you know what? If at the end of the day we have to run the ball 35 times, count me in, baby.
Yeah, you love that, huh? Just fucking mauling people.
Oh, hell yeah.
Was that last season where you threw a guy and then continued to run, or was that 2 seasons ago? I don't remember. It's kind of all getting tracked. You're an absolute savage, though. Huh?
It happens every season.
We are back. Today was GI Bill's pick for the 15% off at store.patmcafeeshow.com. Today is the For the Brand NWO collection.
Hell yeah.
Good collection.
There's sleeveless hoodies, there's t-shirts, there's tank tops,
What?
there's chest plackets. We appreciate the hell out of you, Bill. Way to go back there, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
Now, Bill, what I need you to do is go right into YouTube court and represent the fact that we got parity law on our side for that 144,000 minutes of football. To my left, your right, AJ Hawk, a man who somehow figured out a way, and we thought people would find this out, how to do it with the invention of VR and stuff like that, but he found a way to spit from his attic in Ohio onto the Stanley Cup, which is here in Indianapolis. Right?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable stuff. AJ Hawk, what a fucking
Wow.
Real cool.
What's that?
You heard him.
Did you not hear me what you did?
I couldn't hear the end of that whole part of it. You guys are messing with my audio, I'm sure.
Wow, that's because that's probably karma coming back from old Lordo.
Yeah.
What you did.
Do you believe in karma?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do
I
you?
too. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. If you treat people nice, hopefully good things happen.
I just call it the universe, though. I don't say karma. And I think a lot of people refer to God as the universe. I just say universe. I would say well, the universe is watching. The universe is this. The universe is that. If this is happening, why is the universe letting me doing that? And I think you could substitute that in for God for how people act whenever they're talking about religions. I'm just talking about the universe is kind of watching.
This guy's full of shit. You can't act the way that he acts and then come on here and say, yeah, I believe in karma or the universe or God, whatever he's trying to fucking
Yeah,
peddle
you're
out.
right. Well, because there'd probably be a lot more. That's why
Scumbag.
the internet and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, Diggs, take a look in the mirror, buddy.
He's not the one out here saying, preaching
Exactly.
karma, though.
I say I'm a piece of shit.
I'm not preaching karma.
You just were.
Sounded like you were.
I said I believe in it, yes. I believe it's a real thing. Like I believe yeah.
Well, there's actually, I seen the documentary about putting out positive vibes into the universe and it actually being.
The Secret?
Yeah. You watched that?
It's a book that took over. Yeah, I'm going to be a billionaire. And then a week later, you're a billionaire.
Well,
that's how it works, right?
Yeah. Not exactly.
No, I think its entire thing is like the good vibes that you radiate are
I've
obviously.
read the book. I know there's a lot of
You
really
read-
good stuff to it. And then there's a lot of people that are crazy and think all I got to do is sit here every night before I go to bed and I say, I want $1 billion. And then guess what? It's just going to somehow appear.
I do believe manifesting is a thing. I think people can manifest stuff.
You got to work. Yeah. And then you got to do the work to try to get there.
Yeah, I think that's kind of everything. Yeah.
There's no shortcuts.
Through parking lots sometimes.
Rents do every day.
JJ Watt's on tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go to the phone. Let's go to the phone.
He's on the match, right?
Yeah, he's on the match coverage. Yeah.
Sweet. Is he walking behind him?
Oh, I don't know. That's Justin Thomas's role, right?
Yeah.
Justin Thomas can't make the cut at the Charles Schwab.
Right.
Celebrating his PGA Championship, so maybe he's getting rested up for the fucking walk.
If you guys talk to any of the competitors, because there is gambling that can be won on this. I don't know if you guys have a feel of how they're going.
The old guys are going to win.
Okay.
Yep.
That's why they're minus 185.
Yeah, the old guys are going to win for sure. Aaron is by far the best golfer out of the four of them, right? I think we all know that at this point.
I think so. He claims he hasn't really been playing at all, but he'll
He
play.
said that last time too,
Yeah,
and then
sure.
He made like 8 straight putts or whatever that were just like 15 footers he was rolling in there. He also
Either way, it'll be great because if he plays great, it's really fun to watch. And if he plays bad, that's equally as fun to watch too. Watch how quiet he gets.
It kind of feels
It
like
should
you're a
be fun.
bad friend. Kind of hope. This is that karma thing. You're kind of putting out. Into
No,
the
I don't
universe.
ever. I told him he's going to win. I believe that he is going to win 100%. But he knows, hopefully you'll get a chance to see it too in Tahoe, the roller coaster that golf can be.
Yeah, I hope so. I my knee's in a bad spot right now, AJ. My knee.
What happened?
Well, everybody's laughing.
Are you about to withdraw already?
Dude, there might be a chance.
see you after Thursday.
Dude, we will see it by the end of this week on whether or not I'm going to be able to play or not and walk this entire thing. Hitting into the net, everybody mocked. Helped my swing, definitely. Definitely helped my swing.
How did you hurt your knee?
So I was wearing Air Forces for a lot of these, and it's on cement. So when I'm twisting, I think I tweaked my knee a little bit in fucking golfing on cement and taking full hacks. You know, the foot not really turning. So this thing is swollen right. I mean, legit swollen and locking up on me. So I'm just hoping by the end of the week it's no longer swollen. But right here, I got a shit ton of fluid in there. I need to get it out. I might need to drain this thing.
You should call Weatherford. He drains his own elbow.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you did. I think you showed me the video. He drained his elbow.
I have not seen him drain his own elbow. I've seen him run through his neighborhood. I think he did a marathon the other day in like 100-degree weather. Steve Weatherford is not created the same way I was created.
No.
He is remarkable. Have you seen his Instagram lately? He's gotten bigger, stronger, and more ripped somehow.
Oh, yeah.
He's moved to Texas. He has got bigger, stronger, more ripped since moving to Texas. I didn't think it was possible.
And he has like 10 kids too, doesn't he? I feel like he keeps having them.
Yeah, a lot of kids.
His homilies have been on point, too.
He's like 1% body fat.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. But he's draining his elbow. I didn't know. I think I need this knee drained. This might be telling people how I got hurt too. Also very funny. You know, I was limping a little bit last Friday into SmackDown. They're like, "What happened? You okay? Training, running? What happened?" Well, actually, I was golfing in my office into a net. What?
Did it like? Did anyone else see it? Did you like swing and all of a sudden fall down?
No, I think it was just like a build. I'm trying to figure out why and how.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be good.
I think so. I think it's just swelling a little bit, and the pressure.
It's like when you get back into camp, you know, your body's got to get used to those bruises and hitting and everything.
Maybe this feels a little different than that, though. It feels like there is some potential issues, but I can't be just limping around Tahoe. You know what I mean? I got to find a good gait with this thing.
It looks disgusting.
Yeah, it's big. The knee's big. It's
With
a little
all
bit,
due respect.
It's a little bit blown up.
Yeah, I think now that
That's
we're
your other
playing-
knee, though, right?
Both knees have had surgeries. I mean,
But your kneecap knee is your right.
yeah. But in golf, that doesn't have to do shit. The right leg doesn't really have to do anything. It's the left. What I'm saying is don't golf with grippy shoes on cement, okay? Because your foot doesn't go anywhere, so you're literally just twerking on your knee completely. What a fucking idiot. What an idiot. That's how committed I am, by the way, to becoming a good golfer. I blew my fucking knee out.
Right.
That's how committed I am.
We talked about it's like playing on the AstroTurf at Three Rivers. Wasn't good for the knees.
But the AstroTurf moves a little bit. Like the AstroTurf actually cooks a little bit. This one directly on the cement, the rubber, just not a smart idea.
They should consider giving you a card exemption at Tahoe.
Yeah. You should wear a knee sleeve all the time. That's always cool when people do that. It definitely helps. Like when you wear shorts at the public function, put a knee sleeve on.
As an adult, you know?
Yeah. A lot of guys do that. Like if you're going to do that, it doesn't do anything. We know that. Wear pants, bro. Like just wear some pants.
So you're wearing something that none of us think work, like actual athletes.
And you want us to ask you about it. That's why you wore shorts, though. You wanted us to say, "Oh my gosh, what's wrong with your knee?"
Do you remember that one guy came in here?
Oh yeah.
This one guy came in here, full knee brace, fresh out of ACL surgery, cargo shorts. It looked like he had 100 ideas too for me. And for
He was smart about it though, because every time he'd like get up or move a little bit, he'd go something like that.
This is tough. I'm just wobbling around right now. It's not good. Let's go to the phones. Let's go. We got some breaking news out of my ear right there.
Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have signed somebody for $10 million. Former Bears defensive lineman Akeem Hicks has reached an agreement today on a one-year deal worth up to $10 million with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, per sources. Don't know who initially broke this. This is coming from at PMS Source. I believe Schefter had the breaking news. We will find out that this deal is actually a 10-year deal with 9 voidable years. 1 year being worth $10 million. Congrats to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers bringing in another absolute weapon. He was beloved in Chicago, right? This guy was like the culture
Absolutely
of Chicago.
loved. Yes.
He was the pillar of Chicago.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Dalvin Cook's worst nightmare.
Tampa is figuring out a way. Oh, yeah. I remember that. Him and
never
Dalvin
had
Cook.
a good game against them.
Yeah, they were getting into it too, right?
Yes, yeah.
This guy, Tampa Bay, continues to be able to recruit older players that know the game, that are looking to get a Super Bowl. Is this Tom Brady's last year? We have no idea. Akeem Hicks for $10 million. They got it. They'll figure out. Mike Greenberg is their cap guy down there. They'll figure out how to sign anybody, AJ Hawk.
Yeah, I think this is cool. I'm glad to see Akeem Hicks. You're right. Like in Chicago, I feel like the whole city loved that dude. The whole state. It seemed like Zito could probably speak better than I can, honestly.
Yes,
just from watching him, that dude energized like the whole squad. He really did. So I think he's going to be a great little jolt of energy too down in Tampa.
I think so. And then he's joined. Is Ndamukong Suh going back?
Probably not, because he isn't signed, and now that they got him, there's really
And
no
you got big old
resources. It's him and
what,
Vita Vea.
the nose.
Yeah,
Vita Vea.
JPP, Shaq.
Good
Barrett.
luck. How big those guys are.
Yeah, but what if they figure out a way to get Ndamukong Suh back too?
That'd be unbelievable.
And they just have a rotation on that D line.
He wants to play, right? And Dominican wants to come back, doesn't he?
I think it's similar to Aaron Donald's situation, right? Like, we got some stuff to figure out contract-wise, but I do want to come back. I think. I'm not
He'll get him. He'll come back.
He's a free agent, I believe.
But I think it was the same sentiment that like he wants to play in Tampa, but he's not. I'm not playing for free.
Got to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was similar to that. Good for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers being able to make moves. They'll sign somebody else, too, like 2 weeks from now, and then everybody will tell us that the salary cap's real. It's not. It's not real. It's fake. It's bullshit.
It's going to come due someday. What they all say, it's going to come due eventually. Well, show me a team where it has come due.
Are you talking about all the Super Bowl champions in recent memory? Is that what you're talking
New
about?
England.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have Tyreek Hill anymore. It's like, okay. All right. I guess that is something, but all these teams just kick the can down the road. The thing about it is, as long as you still have the ability to kick down the road, that road can get longer and longer and longer and longer. The 4 voidable years was put on to whose contract last week? It was reported as a 1-year deal.
Clowney.
It was reported as a 1-year deal worth like $13 million or something, and then it came out as a 5-year deal with 4 voidable years and only a $7 million cap hit. It's like, that's not what we were told at all, thus leading to us to say even more, it's all bullshit. Everything's bullshit when it comes to salary cap.
Yeah, salary cap feels like you can find a way to creatively get around it, and contracts are largely not real. What's reported, I feel like, publicly too.
Mike Greenberg down there, though, is making things happen for the Buccaneers, trying to run this thing back for Tom Brady's potential last year.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens with Gronk. But, I mean, you brought it up earlier. I wouldn't be surprised now if Odell goes down to Tampa, halfway through the season with those goat shoes.
Could you imagine Odell, Gronky, Evans?
What?
Godwin, what?
So the Bucs
Scoot,
used
scoot.
their first pick, which was the second-round pick in the draft, on a D lineman as well. So
Dominican Sue probably not going back.
probably looking elsewhere.
Damn it. Come to the Colts. Then
Go back to
Dominican.
Detroit. What if he goes back to Detroit?
What if he goes back to
Not a chance.
Los Angeles?
Oh, yeah, he was on the Rams there before they won the Super Bowl.
He was on the team that lost in the Super Bowl.
They got to get Aaron Donald's deal done first. You sign Dominican Sue before you get Aaron Donald's deal after Aaron Donald said, yeah, I'm okay retiring or you give me money. That's going to be something. Wow, good for Hicks, though.
Yeah.
Getting out of the desolate city of Chicago.
Beautiful.
The Bears have a worse odds to win the NFC North than the Detroit Lions.
We love our odds. More money for us.
Think about that, AJ.
Why?
I don't know. I am
Justin
struggling.
Fields isn't hasn't been tested yet, or we don't really know what he is.
Eberflus.
New offense.
New offense, new coach, no more Khalil Mack, no more Akeem Hicks.
Who's he
The
throwing the
line
ball
still
to?
stinks.
You guys stink.
No
No,
more
we got,
Allen
we got
Robinson.
weapons.
They're telling themselves though that they're good, right? Everybody in that building is believing they have a shot. Why do they have worse odds than the Detroit Lions to win the NFC North? No offense to the Detroit Lions.
That's right.
But you are the Detroit. You Drew Gulak of the NFC North. Have been for a long, long time. That surprised me that the Bears are worse odds than the Detroit Lions.
I mean, best wide receiver gone. Their 2 best defensive players gone. Like, that's
New
enough.
head coach, new GM.
Yep.
Young quarterback, basically on a second rookie year.
Yeah, with a
Fresh legs.
like
Fresh
you said,
Yeah, O-line
new
stinks.
offense he's got to go
O-line's
through
pretty
again.
great.
What's the over/under for wins for the Chicago Bears?
On it.
Over
6?
10.
Has to be less than 6, right? Or is it actually 6?
I thought it was 6, but it might be 5.5.
If they got them going last in the NFC North, they're saying that everybody in there is going to win at least 6 games.
Yeah, and they're playing the AFC East, so I mean, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots.
Jets.
Yeah, we'll see if they're worth a shit.
What's the over/under for wins for the Bears?
Finding.
Just bet the over. Lock
No,
of the
I
century.
was about to say let's bet the under.
Under.
Let's bet the under.
6.5.
6.5 is a lot of wins. What's the Lions?
The Detroit Lions are 6.5.
Okay.
I mean, I'd feel okay taking the over on both of those.
Easy. Not me. No way.
I don't know. It just feels so easy to get 7 wins.
What are you, drunk?
Not
I understand,
easy.
but think about as you're actually, and it's coming to Ohio, by the way. I believe sports gambling's coming to Ohio.
Here we go.
Soon. I believe it's coming soon. I'm not 100% sure. I just seen it on the internet. I don't know any background or inside information that tells me it'll be there before anybody else. I'm just reading on the internet. But whenever you go to place a bet and then they ask you to confirm it, when you see the Detroit Lions and you see your money that you worked for, it is really hard to just go confirm bet. It is very difficult, especially if it's success.
Yeah.
Right.
Whoa.
Over 6.5.
Right.
Detroit Lions, that you put your actual money that you've worked for in there, and it tells you on the other side what it is hard to press the green go button. It is very, very difficult is what I'm saying. I understand in theory, you're saying out of 17 games, they should be able to win 7, especially after laying the foundation of last year. I'm just saying when push comes to shove, to actually push the button for the Detroit Lions to win 7 games, would you do it if it was $100,000 of your money?
No, I was thinking like,
Yeah,
hey, if I'm gonna
yeah.
take a flyer
Exactly.
on a $100 bill. Like that's what I'm thinking.
Ooh, you live good, $100.
Jeez,
Put a big hundo on them.
I'm saying
Okay.
I don't feel comfortable putting $100,000 on them. Absolutely not. And the more I think about it, yes, winning 7 games for the Lions feels like an uphill battle. It might be tough. But
If you look at the
initially,
schedule,
I thought it.
Yeah.
if you look at the schedule, there are 7 wins there, but like we keep going back to, it is the Lions.
But you are the dub on the other team when they're looking at the schedule.
Right. Exactly.
You're like, oh, well, we got at least one here. The one you are saying about the teams, they're saying the same thing about the Lions.
We'll split with the Bears, we'll split with the Vikings, and then if the Packers games matter, we'll obviously lose both of those. If the one at the end of the year doesn't matter, we'll split with them too.
You guys are on Hard Knocks, too. Let's not
Yeah,
forget about
that's
it.
right.
Let's go to the phones here. Let's go to Harold in Ohio. What's going on, Harold?
What is going on, guys? Happy Tuesday. We're in a nice warm day in Ohio.
Say it.
Come on.
Say it.
Yeah. One thing I want to talk about.
Harold, I don't want to have to hang up on you. You're probably a great guy. Wrong day to do what you just did there. Okay?
Just spit in the cup.
Harold, say hello to fucking Lordo.
Lordo.
pal. Please.
Walk out.
Hail Lordo.
Harold.
Yes.
Will you say hello to Lord Stanley Cup, please? It's sitting in the office in the studio. It'd be rude if you did.
Hello, Lord Stanley Cup.
Thank you, Harold. Gee, you know what, Harold? I like your attitude.
exactly.
How's your fucking going, Harold?
Exactly.
Get him out. Get him out. Get your hell in Ohio.
Guys, fucking.
What's your deal in Ohio?
I knew you were going to boot him. I knew you were going to boot him. So quick.
Like guys acting like I got a countdown of him.
The fuck?
Well, you're trying to demand people to start their calls off a certain way.
Have more respect.
Fucking
Stanley Cup.
Once in a lifetime.
Guy
Come
doesn't
on.
give a
The
shit.
Blue Jackets stink, so everyone hates fucking Lordo from your
Love
neck
you,
of the woods.
Lordo.
What's that about?
Let's go to Marshall in Chicago. Marshall,
I have no idea.
how you doing?
That was bullshit.
Hey, I'm doing well.
guys need to
boys. I
relax.
just want to say,
Don't do this.
hello to the Stanley Cup because you know, the Blackhawks are all over.
Hey, all right, enough. We don't need to hear. Blackhawks are dead. What do you want to talk about there, Marshall? Thank you for what you just did, showing respect.
I want to talk about the Bears are all the way back, and this disrespect from you guys. You need to cut that shit out. Bears are back. Fuck the Packers. Fuck Ty Schmidt. Fuck AJ Huff. Fuck the whole organization. All I want to say is, I'm just happy that the Bears are back. We have the MVP.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
We have Justin Fields. Why are we not talking about this? We have the future. Bears are back, and I'm thankful for the show. I'm thankful for you boys. Got me through my horrible job. And yeah, that's what I want to talk about.
Quite an emotional roller coaster, Marshall.
Yeah.
Eat shit, Marshall. The Bears stink.
But good work. Hey, Marshall, it's not us, dude. We're talking about the sports books now, the people that allegedly have time travelers on their side and stuff like that. You guys have the worst odds in the NFC North. Worst odds.
We're not letting any information
Worse
out
than the
building.
Packers. Worse than the Vikings.
What?
Worse than the Detroit Lions.
Think about that.
Hell yeah.
Marshall, I hate to break it to you, just like the emotional roller coaster you went on our phone call, you know, the Bears have been on a one-way trip.
Up. One way up.
Nah. After that
And
blocked
poles and
field goal,
fluky truck.
doink, doink, team.
Yeah.
Never been the same.
Yeah.
Straight into the pooper.
Fuck you, Cody Park.
I do like
Whoa.
that.
Whoa.
That kick was blocked.
Wasn't his fault.
Oh, Parky's a piece of shit.
Oh, karma's real. This is what you get. And we hard out right there. That was
Nice.
We ended on good controversy. The listeners are like, oh, are they still fighting or not? Through the break. That was shoot. That was real.
I do like the Bears' plan of going to get everyone's fourth wide receiver and making them their like first wide receiver potentially this offseason.
One of these fours will become a one if we drink enough. You know what I mean?
And that's the problem. It's like you look at Fields' stats from last year, and then you just think about how they've only lost guys that he were some of his best weapons on offense. It doesn't.
Why
help his
are they
case.
just completely them plus 950 to win the MC North?
What's their O line like?
It's not good.
Oh, it stinks too.
We brought in Lucas Patrick from the Packers.
Sure.
Look good.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, we a lot of people we drafted, so we're hoping like camp does well to these guys.
Yeah, hey, build from within. Build from within.
This is
Hey,
what-
get them young, baby.
This is what Nagy and what's his name did to the organization. Now they're just trying to recover.
I have to legitimately say this though. In that building, they think they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Everybody
AJ?
does.
Bear done.
Everybody in there thinks they're going to win a Super Bowl.
As they should.
I agree. I concur. But I would like to hear what they're saying on how. Like what is
X's and O's wins the games.
Well, of course, everybody has those. What is Eberflus selling, though? Like, hey, Justin Fields, we're going to make you better than you were last year. We're going to fit this thing more than Nagy was trying to around your offense. So the defense side of the ball, we lost all our vets. We got rid of everybody. A lot of new. Hey, next man up. This is a big thing. Like, I would like to know what the sell is for them. Are they actually acknowledging, like, hey, we're going to need a couple years here? I wonder what the word is inside of Chicago, because I did not know it was this bad. I didn't know there were worse odds than the Detroit Lions to win the NFC North. That is banana land in my eyes.
Well, and that's why it didn't make sense when they, went to get Fields, because they gave up a bunch of picks. Like, they didn't have a first-round pick this year.
In their defense,
or next year.
It was the previous.
So
that got rid of all those picks, so it wasn't.
Yeah, but your owner agreed to it, which is what at the time we were all like, oh, so this means they got at least another year with this team because they're jeopardizing the future of the team. Now, none of it makes sense to me. I don't think. Fault.
No, I mean, someone's gonna have to step up. I don't know. Like you said, 6.5 was their over/under on wins. I don't know if Justin Fields can play out of his mind and they can keep him upright. Like, he can't get beat up for 17 straight games.
He's tough, though. Hey, Justin's got a chance.
I see the video of him throw a ball 110 miles per hour.
Football, baseball.
No, football.
He threw something that's heavier than baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Faster than any MLB pitcher.
Hey, I didn't believe in myself until I saw it.
110.
Broke the sound barrier, basically, that guy.
All right.
Rocket of an arm.
That's what they got going on in Chicago.
That's right.
That's what they got going on in Chicago.
I take the over there.
Me too.
You, yeah.
Lions under, Bears over. Count me in for that.
Well, that's the thing about the Lions. Like, they crushed their draft, right? Or at least the first round, everyone gave them an A+.
Yeah.
Like, they at least added pieces that'll probably help.
Yeah.
I got to admit, it all scares me. People are really hype about the Lions right now. I've heard Orlovsky talk about it. Mina Kimes talk about it. Obviously, I talk about it. But, I've heard a bunch of people
and just
that
enjoy
actually think they're going to do well. But I will say this. Dan Campbell has set it up perfectly. Win 3 games, and everyone's juiced up. You win 6 games, everyone's still juiced up. And then that year after that, so he's got his job at least.
What's Coach JB saying? What's Coach JB saying about the Lions? Bunch of dogs or bunch of bitch-made cats?
I think a lot of bitch-made cats on the roster.
No.
Unfortunately, I'm not saying it.
He's been very active today. I've seen his name in my Twitter account.
Oh, yeah.
A lot today. Coach JB, what up, man? Out there working.
He had an awesome post on IG of him next to a Cadillac Escalade truck.
I saw that.
Golden slapdick. How you like?
Did he have a stick?
Yeah, no, I don't think he did. He have a stick?
Yeah, I thought he was smoking a stick.
I know it was the Escalade that had the little back bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The little ESV, I think, is what it is. I think Extendo.
It's awesome. It's a great video.
Look great. Anyways, we'll be back with more riveting talk on this. My pocket's just been vibrating. Is there news happening?
I don't know.
Not that I've seen. Sure. Oh, yeah. Bad news. Bad news.
Fuck!
Oh, no.
Let's get to a break. We're back in 2 minutes.
Great tease.
Mark Cuban was asked if he'd ever buy the Pirates. No chance. We're dead. Back in 2 hours, 3 will hopefully be better than that news we just got right there. Fuck! Thank you, Lordo. Oh, here we go. All right.
Put that capo on.
Something?
No, I was going to let you lead the way, and then we were going to sing our song that we practiced.
What do you guys sing?
It's our song, Aaron. Go ahead.
Our song?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Well, I was just about to get into it. It's Tuesday. They say is that Aaron Rodgers is rather great. The son of a bitch lied. Oh. I thought that's where we're still writing it. I thought we were gonna. You guys just got a chance to kind of dive into a writer's room with me and Aaron.
The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about.
speaking his mind
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
while being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat
What the fuck are
McAfee
you
Show
doing?
starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back to the show, hour 3 on this Tuesday. Lordo Stanley Cup's in the studio. May 31st, 2022 starts now.
Yeah!
Can't thank you enough for joining us. To my left, your right is AJ Hawk, a man who has no respect for Lord Stanley Cup
None
at all.
whatsoever.
A couple of the boys in here, obviously the talks at table at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. Ty, whenever you look at this and you realize that the Golden Knights are never going to win one, what do you think as a NHL fan?
Well, like I said, I'd like to fucking go on there and just carve Stoner's name on Lordo's cup at some point, maybe where everyone's drinking out of, because he should be commemorated by the league for forever and ever. But I mean, it's just great having Lordo here in person. I've always dreamed about it, and it's even better in person.
At Boston Connor, the Bruins never going to win this again. Your thoughts?
I mean, there's no chance that happens because Pasta is, the best player in the league. He's got the silkiest mitts, and all he can do is go bar down. So I'm not worried about the Bruins because they're going to be on that cup probably next year and the year after.
I doubt it. Bruins fucking stink.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, they're not even around anymore.
They are around anymore. They're on the same exact little sleeve as the Penguins in their back-to-back titles. So
Yeah, we're there a few times.
Yeah.
How many does Sid have?
Sid is 3, 2, 3?
3.
3. Don't worry about it. More than fucking Columbus Blue
How many
Jackets.
finals? How many finals has he been in?
4. Don't say it.
He has an Olympic gold medal as well because
2
he
of them.
won it in overtime
Oh, yeah.
against the United States.
That sucked.
That was a tough day.
Yeah. Who did Sid lose to?
Don't say it.
you know.
Why'd you do that?
You know who he lost.
I actually
Detroit?
Yeah, but
That
then
was they had Hossa on the team.
He
at the
lost
time.
to the Red Wings in the cup.
Hossa was on the team. He was flying around the ice. Do you remember Hossa?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Hossa can
kidding
fly.
me?
Do you remember how fast Hossa was?
The Red Wings took Lordo from the Penguins?
Yeah, but then Sid
Why is that not
No,
talked about?
No, they took it from Detroit.
Yes.
Thank you,
Detroit won
'cause
and
it's
then the
our
Pens
cup.
won the year after.
Anyways, follow up.
Wow.
The Red Wings are just going to be a little stain on that thing in about 10 years from now.
I fucking hope so.
Because the Pens, they always regroup. It was Mario and Yags, and then it was fucking Sid and Malkin, and now the next generation is going to be 2 studs, that horses that could win.
It'll be
3 or
Sid and
4.
McDavid and Gensel.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
Sid-
right, because Malkin's coming to Boston. That's a great point, actually.
He hates Boston, actually.
Yeah, he's actually come out and said that.
He's gonna love it when we back up the Brinks truck for him, give him the highest paid contract in the NHL, like $8 million a year, or whatever they do. So I'm not
The
worried.
NHL is this contracts are interesting.
Yeah.
We'll give you a 20-year, $100 million deal. Bingo, give it to me.
Feed me.
Feed.
I want that.
15 years from now, you are going to regret that immediately, but it's okay to go. The Malkin going to another team is going to happen, Nick?
Maybe not.
I'll be Heartbreak City, man, if Malkin goes elsewhere, especially with his family. His parents not going to move. His parents won't move to the new city.
I think they still live in Russia.
No, they came to Pittsburgh. Didn't they have to get out of Russia?
No, they stuck around.
I thought they had to get out.
No.
Oh, well.
He had to get out.
He had to get out.
No, I remember seeing Malkin's parents on the jumbo
Oh, yeah,
truck.
Come over and watch games.
Oh, yeah, they are beloved. On
They
the
didn't have an
Jumbotron.
escape thing? They didn't have
No.
like a midnight train escape?
They actually owned a restaurant that was themed like a jail. It's pretty hilarious.
I don't
The
want Malkin.
Malkins?
I don't want Malkin on the Bruins anymore.
What?
No way.
Whoa.
No fucking way.
What does that have anything to do with Gino?
I don't know. They're
Guy grew up in jail.
glorifying jails.
Guy grew up in a Russian jail.
Glorifying prisons. No thanks.
No, they're
No,
selling
it's a
the
novelty.
experience.
No
Hey,
thanks.
you want to see what it's like being in a Russian gulag?
Well,
Come
fucking
have
David.
dinner.
No,
David.
not the maximum security Russian jail. There's no food in that. Remember Black
Good
Dog?
borscht.
All Black Dolphin.
Yeah, this is low back. This is real. I thought the Malkins moved to Pittsburgh. I seen them one night on the jumbotron. I actually watched. I
They
was
come
there.
over a couple games. Yeah, catch a
They
couple
are
games,
beloved.
hang out.
Wait, dude, get out of jail.
Remember we cheered. We chanted for his
Literally.
dad.
Yeah, want bananas from Mr. Malkin. He was right in front of us. I think while we were walking too. Want to see, if you want a little yodka, or a little bit of a booze. Man, my world's flipped upside down. I thought they called Pittsburgh home. Get them on. Get Get him out. Doesn't want to move to Pittsburgh?
Get him out.
Wait, but Malkin had to be like snuck over here like in the middle of a game, right? His parents are cool to stay back.
I used like a year afterwards, wasn't it? It took like a long time to get Malkin to the United States.
That looks like a very current picture.
His Russian team like sat him down and forced him to sign an extension in the middle of the night, and basically, maybe blackmailed him into it. Who knows?
Yeah, well,
we'll never know the whole story.
And then
Were his parents behind this, and they wanted to fucking keep him in Russia?
What's your problem? His parents love the Penguins. Look at his big smiles. Put that photo back up, please. Look at his big smiles.
Yeah, that's when they went to a game in 1988. It wasn't when they, Malcolm was on the team.
What are you doing? Listen, that's what they're saying now, and they're just
That was
stop.
one of the cup runs.
Anyways, he's staying in Pittsburgh.
I thought you just said get him out.
Well, if he wants to leave, fucking get out. Anyways, Tony Diggs is here. Yeah, it was great to see a little piece of Pittsburgh in the city this weekend.
Yeah, it's always good.
Oh, and Haddlebags and old Billy coming to town. A
Great
child
dudes.
was roaming around. It was good. It was a good weekend. It was a good weekend, AJ. How was your weekend, Memorial Day?
I was good, man. It was fun. I actually got to see. I know we have Rupper coming on. I got to see Top Gun. Amazing.
Oh,
it's gold.
So good.
Always bearing the lead.
Yeah, why can't we just have a conversation and then, like whenever he's on, I will intro.
Because I thought Rupper was coming at 2:05.
Well, 2:10, clearly.
Him saying it was good though, gives me just goosebumps.
And by the way, if Rupper was sitting on hold, I probably would have introed him earlier, right? So you're being a hero here? Oh, I don't want Rupper to continue to wait on hold if we're going to have this conversation. What's that all about? What's that all about?
What I'm saying
What you did to Lord Stanley earlier?
Again, in front of Lordo.
In front of Lordo, this whole
I
thing.
don't know what got into you guys. The long weekend, you guys you got a lot of energy today. Whatever, I'm fine. I'm game for it. What I'm saying is, if Rupper was online, sometimes you will ask me like a quick follow-up. I don't want to go into a long story or something. If Rupper's sitting there, that's disrespectful.
Listen, you are known for getting into very long stories on this show.
Yeah.
So, I
I
you're
hate
right.
stories, actually.
You're 100% right. I shouldn't have phrased it that way. How was the weekend? I should have done. How was your Memorial Day weekend? Did we win any tournaments? CFO Phil's little Phil won a baseball tournament.
Hey,
Little Phil. Is this the beginning of summer? Is the wrap-up of all the spring leagues, I would assume? Is that how it works with kids?
Yeah, kind of. But baseball will go into the summer and stuff. But yeah, like soccer kind of ended and then starts again 3 days later and everything like that. But
Classic soccer. You're saying. Got another one.
Classic soccer. My daughter's season was over, and then they had tryouts 5 days later, and it was the most. I went to it. It was 2 nights, and it's the most nerve-wracking, awful situation alive because it's like everyone thinks that everyone is Mia Hamm, and they're all trying to make the team. So she made the team she wanted to. So we're very happy. But man, there is no off season.
Congratulations. Yeah, looking back on it, I played soccer year-round all the time, on the road, all year round.
All the pros do, too.
Yeah, well, they grew up in academies. I don't think they have to travel as much as we had to travel if we were to do the same exact lifestyle that they're doing over there. They kind of go to school, do their practice there, they live there, they eat there, they do their thing, then they travel for games. I think, not 100% sure, me and Tim had to drive across the city to go to practice 3 times a week, do the whole thing, do that. I mean, we're on the road all year round. Soccer never stops. It's great for your cardio, though, great for your conditioning. Her knees will be great, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And she loves basketball is her favorite sport. So, yeah, that's really good on her knees and joints.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, all these things are great for the knees and joints. Did you see Top Gun?
I saw it, and I went in with high expectations, and I loved it. It was awesome. Honestly, they did a great job.
Hey, everybody loves
Tom Cruise kills it. Miles kills it. Everyone is. I mean, yeah. I don't know how they did it. It's making a sequel to Top Gun, which Top Gun, the original, I've said a million times, is probably my favorite movie.
Hell yeah.
And the fact they made a sequel and it's not corny and cheesy and terrible, I thought that was almost impossible to do, and somehow they figured it out, man. It was really good.
Bobby Carpenter.
Yeah.
Saw it twice already?
Yeah, he's seen it twice. He sent me a DM about it. He said it was to a story. I posted a story. He responded, "You need to see Top Gun. It's great." Okay, the story had nothing to do with anything. I think we're golfing at the time. You need to see Top Gun. It's great. I said, feels like everybody loves it. He goes, "It's an elite movie. Don't let the hype fool you. It will deliver." Because I feel like he thought that I was saying everybody seems to love this movie. Must be.
Yeah,
bullshit.
I don't know if you'll like it. I mean, you should.
I'll love it.
You'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. It's phenomenal.
I'm gonna love it.
Okay, good.
Everybody, even
it's emotional, man. It's serious. The whole thing it's a roller coaster, and they work in Iceman well. It's crazy.
Do I have to see the original?
Plenty of laughs.
It's not a spoiler.
Laughs too, good laughs.
Do I have to see the original?
No, they do it.
What the fuck are you wearing? Are you wearing an entire onesie right now?
What do you mean?
Did you just go into the cockpit?
Oh, he's got a flight suit on.
It's my flight suit. I saw the movie. I want to be a pilot now.
Can you stand up?
How tall are you? I don't think that'll happen. It's like
I'm
a jockey thing, isn't it?
Too big for the cockpit. It's a big cock.
Looks good.
gear.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you so much. Little stolen valor, it feels like? No?
No. It's honoring the film.
Not the troops.
Are you like the...
Well, the film
Are you the
honors
mascot of the film?
troops. Could be. Should be.
Top Gun
Would
Maverick
be.
mascot Morolo.
There we go. Thank you, Tom.
When did you put this on? You weren't wearing this earlier, right?
What do you mean? I've been wearing this whole time.
Was he wearing? No, you were wearing a black shirt.
I
took
think you
the photo.
just put it on because I haven't noticed it yet either.
So you just put this on?
No, I've been wearing this.
He's
for
had it the whole
hours.
time.
He is not.
I wore this to the movie last night.
Well, cool. I wasn't there.
Nothing underneath it.
You let the thing swing. But have you been? When did you put that on?
All day. Literally walked in with this morning.
Well, I'm sorry, Capt. I didn't know that, Capt. I'm so sorry. Joining us now, a man who probably loved Top Gun as well, if I had to guess. Seems like. I don't know if he's seen it yet. Everybody loves Top Gun, though. Everybody that I've talked to from all different political affiliations, because he was getting attacked because it was a military thing. Yep. All different political affiliations, all different backgrounds and types of humans have loved Top Gun. Do you have to see the original to see this one?
No, they do a great job of
Okay, great.
making its own and like flashing back.
Joining us now is a man who I would love to see be a Top Gun pilot. A man whose name is on Lord Stanley's cup. The same cup that A.J. Hawk decided to spit on earlier. This man's name is on and will be for at least 65 years.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stanley Cup champion, Mike Rupper.
What's going on?
Did
Quite
you-
the day. The cup, man. I woke up seeing that news. I didn't know. This is unbelievable.
Dude.
You guys got the cup there, man.
Hey, we got the fucking cup here,
Yeah,
Rob.
Lordo in the house.
Rob, you're on there. Lordo's Stanley
unbelievable.
Cup came in this morning, 11 o'clock or whatever, with Mike and Matt. We saw your name on there. One of the first things we looked for was your name on there. Still on there. Still beautiful. Did you get a chance to hang out with this? And was the Stanley Cup glove guy there with you whenever you were having a good time with it? Mike, had a big Mike.
Yeah, so there's a crew of over the years. It's been a few different cup keepers, and they're always great, man. And hey, that's who you should be getting these guys on the show to tell some stories. I mean, they got stories galore, I'm sure.
Well,
so
the one turned off our fucking show.
Yeah.
And the other one said, well, social media's changed it all. Not as many good stories, but he started to open up a little bit. Good guys here, though, with Lord Stanley's Cup.
Yeah, they're awesome, man. Yeah, so I everyone gets their day or their 24 hours with the cup, and I got mine, and yeah, something you'll never forget, man. It's so cool. It's like the key to everything. Anything you could possibly think of doing, guys they have the ability to do. That thing is like some people don't even know what the cup is, right? But they see this coming into a restaurant or an establishment, and it's like it's a showstopper. I mean, you see it right there. Like that thing is just something about it. I don't think you have to even know hockey, and you're like, what the heck's going on here with this thing? So it's pretty sick.
On a much smaller scale, I walked around the Bahamas with this thing on. People thought I was an actual champion, and I am. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I couldn't even fathom if we were to walk into that same casino that we walked in with this thing with Lordo. How we would have been treated. Do you get you prepare your whole life, I assume, for that 24 hours? How long in advance do you have? How do they schedule it? And what did you do with your 24 hours with Lordo here?
Yeah, so no, it's I was a rookie, so I was, sometimes you can get maybe some of the veteran guys, the captains, maybe they get a little bit longer, right? But I was pretty well slotted in. It's like you got 24 hours on the butt. You're a young guy, so if anybody's gonna get it, it's gonna be the veteran. So it's funny though because it's like where it's coming from. It's nuts. So they're like, all right, well, here's the gist. It's going to be over here in Czech Republic, and then we're going to get it. And then when it comes back stateside, and so it's looking like it's going to be right here for you. So you try to make all these arrangements and schedules. I mean, people have done, these big extravagant parties, and you get bands, and you just, everybody that meant anything to you in your life, you do some stuff for the public as well. And but anyway, so yeah, I got it in Cleveland. It was kind of funny though, because at the time there was a show called NHL Cool Shots, and it was a show where they followed me around for the day and kind of documented the day with the cup. So it's funny because I was young. I didn't have my own house yet. I would just turn kind of pro, and I was renting a house during the season. So my cup party was at my parents' house back in Cleveland, and so they woke up in the morning, and they were like, the cup came, and they're like, hold on, we got to get the cameras. Can you reenact receiving the cup for the first time? I'm like, we're doing this, okay? So they go out. It's like this. Oh man, you got to see the footage of it. It's so cheesy. They're like, just wait out by the curb, and the TV show is like, I'm looking at my watch. I'm like looking down the street for the vehicle coming. Yeah, it was awful. And then also, so then the cup comes, and you got to fabricate and try to get all excited again after we already blew our lids off when we first saw it. But it was awesome, man. I remember, we had just going around doing all the things, right? I went back to my high school. We had a big thing at the high school for all the sports programs, and that meant a lot for me and all the people that have been fans of mine or supporters, I should say, growing up, man. You know how it is. You're never going to make it without the people around you that are supporting you. So I did take it to Cleveland Browns training camp. That was kind of that was cool to see.
Hey, Lordo, this is how losers operate.
Hey. I thought I just let them know give them a little taste, give them a little taste. But, it was cool. And went to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We had a big party at nighttime. So it was awesome. It was quite the experience.
Rupper, without naming any names, like, are there any crazy stories you've heard about, like, someone that, I don't know, thought they dented the cup or had something crazy happen with it?
There is dents in this thing.
Yeah. So these guys, like, it's pretty incredible when you get them to talk about it. And, oh my gosh, they're gonna. What's it called? Well, what would you guys call it? It's not like
Lordo.
The people who that are taking care of the cup. It's in Montreal. It's
the handlers. Is that what you guys call yourselves?
What is it?
The
Where they
keepers
take
of the cup.
Don't they have a place in
What
Montreal
do you call it,
they
Mike?
send it to get
Say
the
it, Mike.
repairs?
What is it?
Yeah, Boffy Silversmith, who does all the names on the cup. Is that what Mike's talking about?
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think so. It does. He does names up there, but isn't that Mike where there's repairs and stuff? Like in the course of a summer when you guys got to get it repaired. Where is it?
They do all the names on it. They take it apart. They do any work because it gets a lot of wear and tear over the summer, as Mike can attest to. And they also make all the miniature trophies that Mike has. All like whether you win the Stanley Cup, the Prince of Wales, the Conn Smythe. They make all those trophies and give them out to the teams too.
You're telling me there's baby Lordos?
No.
There's baby Lordos? Oh my God! How much do those cost?
Yeah, I want one.
Sorry about it. Go ahead, back to you.
So we all got like one of those too. But anyways, the cool part, with it is when I got the cup, it was coming from, I think Patrick Eliash had it over in Czech, and there was something, I might be getting the story a little bit messed up, but Patty wanted to maximize his time with the Stanley Cup, so he chartered a helicopter and went to I think it was like with Richard Smalek or whatever in Slovakia. So he went over, he helicopter, and apparently what I was told is they were hoisting the cup into the helicopter and someone dropped it and it cracked the top of the bowl. So it had this crack in it. So when I got the cup, they were like, hey, we haven't had time to get this thing fixed. So instead of holding the cup, normally you hold one hand on the base, one hand inside the cup. He's like, they're like, try to hold it on the neck a little bit. So you're doing like usually you just see guys throwing it around like this, right? But you had to like pull your hand like this. So I went to, when I was at the Browns training camp, and we have all these dudes coming up there, and I felt like the most non-athlete in the world, seeing these dudes are just chiseled, no shirts on, coming down, just grabbing this thing, throwing it around like this. I'm like, yeah, I think we need to hold it by the. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm not telling him this. I'm not telling him all this. So, but it lasted. But you hear some stories, man. It's been at the bottom of pools. There's been stuff, eating out of it, drinking out of it. There's been dogs eating, their food out of it.
Dogs.
Yeah, man, they clean all this thing up, but it's amazing. Just
do they give you any rules, Rupper? Do they tell you what you can't do with it?
You know what? They're pretty good with it. I think they're just like, common sense. I'm sure that these guys can tell you there's probably been situations in the past where they've learned from, and it's kind of, how it is. Like, someone will ruin it for someone else, right? But, most of the time it's like these benders, for these parties, like get to a certain point, and you should probably, a cup's gonna go away for a little bit.
It needs a little snooze.
Yeah.
What does Lordo dream of when it takes a Stanley snooze? Does it dream of mauling zebras or hockey players while they're slamming booze? Well, don't you worry your little Lordo head. We're going to get you back to Mike and your Lordo, Stanley bitch. All right. Did you drink booze out of it? We all seen the picture. There's an incredible photo of you eating ice cream out of the top of that thing. I believe we have that in the back. Boom!
Yeah, right there, man.
Sweet glasses too, by the way.
at that
Unbelievable
hair.
glasses.
Whoa.
Everybody can eat a little ice cream out of this thing. It looks like it is cookies and cream. Smart choice. I respect that move. Did you drink out of it as well, or did you only the ice cream?
Yeah, no, it's obviously the night of the cup. There, you guys are drinking champagne out of it, or drinking anything out of it, dude. You're pouring beers in it, but and more at the party, it's more, beers, just loaded up with beers, and people want to have, you want to drink out of it. That's the whole thing with the cup, man. Because I remember even that night.
Yeah, I want booze out of this thing. Bad. Looking at it, want a booze out of it.
Yeah.
That's the part where I remember because it was Game 7. And when that game ended, it was craziness, right? Like we won the cup in New Jersey, and I remember that night it was just so crazy that at the end of the night, I'm like, "Holy shit! I never drank out of it. Like I didn't drink out of it tonight. Like it was just so much going on." And so we obviously have plenty of opportunities later on because after that, that's the best, man. Like the days right after the cup, cancel everything you're doing. It's just basically 5, 6, whoever can stay involved the longest until guys start departing to their own towns. But like you're just staying there as an absolute bender one night after another, and you're just going around and doing whatever you want to do. But you get
That's
plenty
what
of
we need
opportunities to drink out of the cup then.
We need to be a part of that one.
Yeah.
With whoever wins it this year.
Big rig.
Hey, I saw Patty Maroon gave you the invite from the show the other day. You see that, huh?
Hey, hi.
Hey,
I'm
not
on
bad.
booze with the boys. Hey,
He
maybe
was-
after we
he
win.
He was floating it out there, said, hey, you guys want to get around a keg, come down here and we'll see what happens.
So I don't know what that means, though. Like, I should take him up on that, or is that just like a, hey, we're friends now?
All I'm saying is you got to cover your bases here. We already know that with the family here with AJ, you got one. So listen, you got four tickets to a cup party. Okay, one Colorado. It's right there.
Boom.
You got that one, right?
Hey, good for us, buddy.
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you,
Number two.
AJ. Thank you. Hey, you need to apologize, AJ.
Yeah, that's right.
If that happens, you need to apologize for spitting on this thing from Ohio.
I'm good. I can't wait to hear Rupper's other.
Well, this guy
still does.
Number two,
Guy's
you
got a lot
got
of
Patty
energy.
Maroon. So Patty Maroon's your second ticket.
Check.
So we got to find a path through Edmonton and a path through New York Rangers. And now you got all your bases covered, and it could be
the goalie.
It could be PMS at Stanley Cup.
We
That sounds
want
good.
the cup.
We want the cup. We want the cup.
Well, we got it right now.
Well,
we want to booze out of the cup.
We want to booze out of the cup. We want to booze out of the cup.
That's what we want to do. Can't hoist it unless you win it.
That's right.
Hey, but are they going
So
to
Mike
tackle
said-
you if you do?
I don't know. He's behind glass right
Yeah.
now. He was going to sit right here this whole show. I'm like, you can't sit there. I will literally speak to you the entire time. You know what I mean? Can't do it. You need to keep his eyes on it because if we go to hoist this thing,
Mike's coming through the glass.
Mike's coming through this glass.
Yeah.
Shooting you.
His hair. Did you see this guy's hair, Rupper?
It's always been.
Really?
Always been a great flow of hair, yeah.
Can you cut to that real quick, Foxy? Look at this guy's hair. Look,
Mike.
Mike.
Mike, I'll be honest.
He's a keeper of the cup.
I don't know if Mike can hear me right now, but that's even a better mane than what it's been, and it's been spectacular for years. Wow, that's a nice blend right there.
So, hey, Mike, let's talk about you real quick. I don't know if he can hear me or not. I think we turned up some noise in the back. You're married to the Cup. Hey, you're with the Cup all time. This is full-time job.
It's the best relationship I've had in 22 years.
Hey! Oh, Lordo.
Loves Lordo.
Loves Lordo. I'm happy to hear that. You're always with it, though. How many of you are there?
There's four of us, myself and Phil, and then Howie and Mario help out in the summer. Actually, Howie does stuff during the season too, but there's four of us now.
What do you guys do? You guys do like nurses?
Yeah,
like 3
week
days
on,
on,
week
3
off
days?
kind of thing. A week on the road, a week off the road.
Oh, nice.
So I average about 200 plus days a year on the road.
Hey, baby, Mike. We appreciate your service for Lord.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you,
Hey,
Mike.
you know what? Here's the one that we always hear too. It's like this thing going through the airport. Like Mike will tell you, like it goes through. It's like regular security.
What?
And this thing's been lost before. It's
What?
incredible.
What
Wait,
happened?
whoa.
How was you lost, Mike? Now that you're there, I mean, Rupper brought it up. This is not us. What happened? What does that mean? What Rupper just said there, Mike?
Yeah, it's been stuck in Europe. We're trying to get back to a player in America or Canada or vice versa. We're trying to get over to Europe and it gets stuck. A lot of things changed after 9/11, as we all know, and we don't have the control we used to have.
Traveling wise?
And so once we hand it to the airline, we got to trust they do their job. And, as we all know, travel a lot doesn't always work out the way you want.
What do you just put that thing underneath the arm, walk in there.
Yeah.
Right? That's why
Yeah.
it's always with me.
Doesn't quite work that way in an airport with this cup.
Why not?
What? It's
Lordo.
Lordo.
I got fucking Lordo with me.
TSA pre-check for
We
Lordo.
learned this earlier today. What you're talking about, what you're alluding to here, and I'll tell you what really put us all in a blender whenever we heard this news about what's going on with Lordo, just traveling around
like a peasant.
Yeah. Some of the airlines we heard this thing's been on. It's probably, what do you stay at? A Best Western with this thing?
All kidding aside, I stayed at the best hotels in the world to a place that's like a $50 motel.
Does this thing get its own bed? Get its own bed?
No, I get the bed. It stays in the trunk.
Oh, okay.
Show Lordo some
Smart.
respect.
Not the trunk of a car.
No.
The trunk.
Oh, okay.
The trunk.
Yeah, the
All
trunk.
right.
Trunk.
Okay.
It's very comfy in there.
No, it comes into the hotel room with us. We don't leave it in the car. No.
Thank God.
No.
Jesus. Never know.
It's Lordo.
Yeah.
Anyways, who's going to hoist one of these this year, you think? Rangers get a big win in Carolina in front of 20,000 Caniacs. That's wild. Big time win. Congrats to them. All right. Obviously, the Tampa Bay Lightning have been on like a 5-6 day kind of cruise. A little bit chill. Let's get re-healthy. Who do you see here? Tampa Bay going on against the Avalanche, and then we definitely have a Stanley Cup celebration, or no?
I have Tampa. I had Tampa winning the cup from the beginning, so I'm gonna stick.
That's
I'm gonna
you!
stick with it. I think that this is a team that, you know what though, the interesting thing is we always talk about sports, right? Like that rust versus rest, and I'm a little concerned that they've been sitting around a little bit. So maybe they won't start the series on time, which obviously game one is tomorrow night, but. This team is just they're just something different, man. Like the sacrifices these guys make, they're just complete animals, man. They've won the last 2 years, and they've just got this way about them. Guys leaving the ice, coming back banged up, and just doing whatever it takes to win. So it's going to be a great matchup. Your boy Shesterkin versus Vasilevsky, two best goaltenders in the world. It's going to be a good battle, but I just think that the Tampa's got that pedigree. I think they'll get it done again.
Rupper, who would be the most surprising team out of those left if they won it all?
Well, the Vegas has the Rangers, but I actually think Edmonton would be the bigger surprise for me. I think because of what Edmonton's doing right now, like. Here's a snapshot of what Edmonton's doing for the casual fan that's paying attention here. And then for the fan that doesn't even like hockey, I'm just telling you right now, use this opportunity for what is happening, especially in both Eastern Conference, Western Conference. But go watch the Western Conference Finals. Watch Connor McDavid, please. If you're never going to watch hockey or you never have watched hockey or you just like other sports, that's fine. But pay attention to this.
Hey, this is what Patty Maroon said too, right? What you're
you're legitimately seeing Michael Jordan type stuff happening here. You're seeing Tom Brady type stuff. I mean, what Connor is doing right now is out of this world. Like, it's not anything that we've seen. Let's use an example. So the Conn Smythe Trophy for the playoff MVP, there's been years where the Conn Smythe winner has 24 points, 25 points throughout the entire playoffs. Connor already has 25 right now through 2 rounds, right? The way he's operating, this guy could be on pace for 50-plus points in the playoffs. I mean, there's what he is doing we have never seen. We have never seen before or in a long time. So it's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And the star power out in that Western Conference with the most explosive team, I think, in the NHL all season long was Colorado. Now all of a sudden, another guy that's tied with them in points is Leon Draisaitl for Edmonton. So they got these 2 studs that are absolutely lighting it up. So there's just so much to watch. It's so entertaining. You have no idea which way it's going to go. But I think Colorado is probably most people's favorite to win. So that would lead me to believe
good.
Yeah,
what
right.
you're saying. What you're saying here, AJ. I would say that probably Edmonton is the toughest uphill battle, but what they're doing right now, I mean, they're setting the hockey world on fire. So who knows?
Who's long-haired guy from the Rangers? He also has a shit ton of points, I guess. Here, Zibanejad.
Yeah,
he
Zibanejad.
appears to have the puck on a string as well.
Oh, yeah.
He's an interesting skater too. He goes like right in front of him almost.
Yeah.
He's awkward almost, right? Isn't he?
He's awesome, man. I love the way this guy plays. Just a funny story in this one. The way the playoffs were going, he was fairly quiet in round 1 against Pittsburgh, and I don't know if you guys remember this clip, but it was in Game 6. He had a breakaway against Louis Domingue, right? He goes down there, makes a nice move, but he hits the post. And he comes back to the bench. And you know how a lot of times we see players now in all sports pull out the iPads, right? And they want to dissect what happened there. And so he sits on the bench and he pulls out the iPad. And Chris Kreider, his buddy, like these guys are boys, right? Sitting next to him, and he grabs the iPad out of Mika's hands and just fucking throws it. And I talked to Gerard Gallant, the Rangers head coach, about it later, and he's just like, I don't really love when the players go to the iPads. It's almost like this security blanket for them. Like, just play. And I asked him about like Chris Kreider, and he was kind of paraphrasing and just said, you know what? He was just like, who the fuck cares, man? Play the game. Like, you're Mika. Like, go play. Go do your thing, you know? And I love that stuff. Mika, he gets the iPad ripped out of his hand, throw down. Mika goes out, gets 4 points in Game 6, 3 points in Game 7. Now he's driving the bus for this Rangers team. I love that shit. Just go play the game. And we're seeing some of the real ones come out right now.
Yeah, he's appeared to be unstoppable. And I don't know how I feel. Do I want the team that beat us to win it or not?
I would, right?
No, because they're one of the only 4. They're one of the 4 that we do not get to drink out of the top of the Lourdes Cup. You know what I mean? So fuck them. Fuck the Rangers.
Yep.
Fuck them.
Division rival, can't have it.
Can't have it. Won't have it. Nick has a question for you, though, Rupper. I know that he's wearing a Top Gun suit.
He looks amazing. I saw that.
He does. He does look amazing. When did this happen?
I have no idea.
The whole show, guys. Pay attention.
I just don't think that's true.
I don't know. Like, people talk about our observance.
Thank you, AJ.
I don't think it's
You're welcome.
AJ, you've come with a lot of energy after this long weekend, and we don't want to have to talk about it, but you spit in Lordo's face.
Fucking respect to Lordo.
What's up with you, Rupper? How you doing?
Shine that thing up, Pat.
You're not supposed to touch it with your dirty hands. You need to put gloves on.
I had to get your fucking spit off of it from earlier.
If
I got.
He's wearing gloves. You should. What's up,
AJ? I got some Ohio.
I don't know why he's wearing gloves.
Guess where I took this thing for breakfast in Ohio. This is a little Ohio throwback. Little Bob Evans.
Oh yeah, I'm a Bob Evans all the time.
Stanley Cup first.
Do not claim.
Bob Evans.
Do not claim.
That's Ohio right there, all the way through. Bob Evans. Let's do it.
I do love that you were at Bob Evans right there, but follow up. Ohio is not Bob Evans.
No.
Ohio is Bob Evans. It's originated in Columbus.
Well, I didn't know Robert Evans was from Columbus, but I know he has expanded into a national brand, though. I think there's some people in Indiana that would say Robert is from right here in Indiana. I'd assume Iowa.
Oh, yeah, a lot of Bob Evans,
thing. I think they would do a lot of that. I did not know that Bob.
I did not know you guys had it out there.
Yes.
Little God's country out there for you guys, too.
Hey, congrats to Bob. I'm a fucking Ohio guy. How about it?
There's 788 Bob Evans in the United States.
780 in Ohio, probably.
Hey, here's a little Ohio nugget.
Ohio throwback.
That's what he said. So that's a hell of a business.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob should be pumped. French toast is delicious.
So good.
Their biscuits are very good. They got a good B's and G's at Bob and Evans. I mean, really good. Thank God it was really an Ohio treat. That's really not. Nick, any questions? Any questions for old Rupper? Hockey Talk Wednesday nights. Must watch every single time.
Yeah, Rupper, Nathan McKinnon was asked about Connor McDavid being the best player in the world, and he gave him some glowing compliments and spoke very highly of him. And when McDavid was asked about McKinnon and the Avalanche, he didn't really say much about Nate. He just kind of talked about the team. He just kind of talked about how good Colorado is. A little bit of shade there, or do these guys just not care and they're just going to go at it on the ice?
Yeah, I don't know I would doubt if that's intentional as far as that. But hey, you look for anything you can. So if Nathan McKinnon wants to take it that way, or the media wants to take it that way, and kind of set that up for Nate, I'm sure Nate will take it and run with it. So this time of year, it's like you just want any kind of motivation, extra motivation, right? So it's funny because that is going to be like the big matchup, right? It's Connor versus Nate, but there's some other superstars in this series that I think are going to sit there and be like, hey, no one's talking about me, like let's not forget about Cale McCarr, like what this guy is, and Leon Draisaitl, through all this stuff that I was just tooting the horn of Connor McDavid this whole time and saying that it's Michael Jordan-esque stuff, and here Leon Draisaitl's playing on basically 1 foot, and he's got the same amount of points as Connor. So there's a ton of weapons. But this time of year, man, you just look for any kind of bulletin board or just any kind of motivation that you can use, even if you got to manipulate. It's like that. Remember when we watch? Everyone was watching Last Dance. It's the same shit. Like Michael Jordan was like, I took that personally. Well, fuck, maybe Nate McKinnon's going to be watch that and be like, you know what? Screw this guy. I'm going to take it to him. And I love that stuff.
How about this, Pat Maroon? They said you fucking stink, dude. Get yourself another one of these.
We got a big rig.
We heard him say it. The coach walked in while you're eating dinner, just like the Utah Jazz coach did to Michael Jordan, and said, Pat, Big Rig Maroon, that American Yankee can't do a damn thing.
Right.
I heard him say it, Big Rig. Go fucking ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and get one of these, pal. Let's go ahead and stack these chips of spite on the shoulder to see who can bring home old Lordo. And all this conversation about Michael Jordan stuff happening around the league with all these different players, that's because Sidney Crosby's not playing.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that why? 100%.
Because he's not playing right now. I mean, yeah. This is the next wave. Hey, Sid's still here.
Yeah.
Sid's still here,
Still
and he's
riding
still
waves.
dominant.
Exactly.
Sid's still here. He's still dominant. But
Yes.
there's going to be a time where this is going to turn into, this is going to be the league of Connor. If it's not already, it's already kind of passing in that direction. But you guys all know it. That Nate, maybe that's your cheering interest here. Nate and Sid are best boys. They train in the summer. So I think a big reason why Nate McKinnon's gotten so dominant in his career is because he's got the old sparring partner with Sidney Crosby up there in Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia. And they've been pushing each other for a number of years now.
Well, I'm happy you can just give the game away.
Yeah. Yikes.
Jeez, a little bit more self-centered of Sid would be nice for Pittsburgh. What's going to happen with the Pens? The boys have a lot of questions for you, and I don't want to always turn this into Penguins talk, but is Evgeny Malkin going to another team? Is Sidney Crosby done? Are the Penguins dead? What's going on? We got a game in Fenway next season, and I would like to be a team going in there to beat the shit out of the Bruins as opposed to potential flip side. I'm just looking ahead now.
No, the Pens are still. They're going to have to be creative here. They're going to have to make some tough decisions. They're going to be,
that's not good.
Hold
Anytime
on.
they're creative, it's a problem.
They're
It's
going
like
to be good, though.
When I'm talking to these networks, right?
They're
and
going
they're like,
to
we
be
got to
good.
get creative to pay you. I'm like, did you say that to Joe Buck? Did you say we got to get creative to pay? Anytime you start saying we got to get creative, it's not good. No. It's not good at all.
Here's how you have to be creative if you're the Penguins. The staples that they have. Sid's dominance. He's still one of the top players. He's still one of the top players in the league. Jake Gensel's up there. Tristan Jarry is a very good goaltender. Where you're going to have to be creative is, I don't know, are they going to, we already saw they re-signed Brian Rust. I don't know.
Evan Rusty!
He took, by the way, he left a lot of money on the table. So if you're a Pens fan, this guy wants to be in Pittsburgh more than anything. So you got Letang and Malkin. I don't know what they're going to do. But even if they brought these two guys back, they still need to do more, because they've run it back with that same group for a few years and it hasn't worked. So I think when I say creative is, all right, are you going to bring them back at a certain rate that can allow you to do other things? Or are you going to have to move on from one of them? And what are you going to do with that newfound money and that cap space? And that's where they would be creative. Is it free agent? Is it a hockey trade and try to trade for some assets? I don't know, but they're going to be in the mix, man. They're going to be in the mix. They're a playoff team. They're going to keep that streak alive. I have no doubt about that.
Can you teach me how to skate? I'd love to go serve the Pittsburgh Penguins, because you can already see I got dangles. I mean, look at my sauce kit. I'm dangling a puck on top of a stick, inches away from Lordo's Stanley Cup right here.
Careful.
Huh?
Careful.
Huh?
Be careful, man.
Juggle that thing a little bit.
Whoa! Look at that thing flutter.
Oh,
it's moving.
What is that, a rubber stick?
How It's not glued on.
Look out, Lordo.
Those
Looks
are
like it,
dangles.
man.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. Can anybody else do that?
Soft
I don't
hands.
think so. Huh? Hey, Lordo, get.
Oh! What's up, Lordo?
We're feet away from Lordo. Imagine if I ding Lordo right there.
Oh, God.
That'd be awesome.
Mike's
Pens would be
diving through the
dead
glass.
forever.
He'd never forget you, though.
The universe, Lordo would never forget me. Etched in champion.
Yeah. Go and smack it with the stick.
Lordo, how heavy is this thing, Rupper? How heavy is Lordo?
35 pounds, I think. 34 and change.
Mike, 35?
30,
I think so.
35 exactly, yep.
Wow.
Can't be over 50 or get charged extra.
The trunk plus this $49.99. Now we know how heavy the trunk is. 14 pounds is the trunk that travels. Go ahead, Todd.
Rupper, are there any truth to the rumors that Mick Jesus is probably going to wind up in Vegas, maybe get traded for Jackie Aces so that they can, kind of do the hockey world a favor and get him and Stoner on the same line and they can bring Lordo back home to Vegas where he belongs?
Probably not going to happen. But hey, here's the thing. Here's the thing with Connor and Edmonton, though. And I've been tooting this for a while, Edmonton has kind of been struggling to kind of get over the hump, right? And try to find the right team to support Connor. And I thought this year that if it was going to be a first-round exit or a very underwhelming performance by the Oilers, I thought there'd be really tough conversations in the summer. And ones in which maybe talking about, hey, we're going to start that ball rolling as far as maybe parting ways and this isn't working out and all those things that no organization wants to hear when you have the world's best player playing for you. But I think that they've answered that.
Pens?
I think this bought some more time here for Edmonton. Maybe time's now. But I think this has been a big success here for the Oilers. And I think that this kind of locked up Connor here for a number more years.
Go ahead, Boston Connor.
Yeah, Rupper, one name that is actually on Lordo is Brad Marchand, and he just had a surgery that's going to have him out for 6 months. Is this what you were talking about when you were saying guys playing through injuries? And how bad is this actually?
Yeah, you know what? These are things. Marshy's tough, man. This guy's absolute nails in the way he plays the game and plays through injuries. And you saw it in the playoffs when they needed someone to step up. Who was it? It's going to be 63 every single time. Getting him healthy, getting him prepared. Hey, did you see though? I saw the clip, David Pasternak's Instagram. Pasta's cruising around Czech today or yesterday with David Krejci. So he says to him, he goes, David, you coming back to Boston next year? And he just did the smile.
You didn't understand what he was saying. You're speaking different language.
They speak the same language, and that's scoring goals and fucking dangles.
Don't you worry. Krejci, Marshy, whoever ski.
Yeah.
Not going on there if they're in Boston.
Yeah, Krejci's already on there.
Hey, they'll miss what's his name, Marshy, pretty substantially early on in the season, but they'll be okay, man. I think.
How did he play though with something that is going to take 6 months to come back from? It's insane. Hockey should be promoting that.
Yes.
And I know everybody tries to keep it super quiet. It's a lower body injury. It's an upper body injury. And as soon as the season ends, this guy will be out for 6 months actually for what he was playing through. I think people would respect that and appreciate that a little bit more for the sport, don't you?
Yeah, I always find that it's always an interesting time when teams get knocked out and seeing what ends up happening from the other. Like say for example, we just Carolina just finished last night, Game 7. They're going to probably have. I wasn't even paying attention. Today probably just like an off day. Tomorrow they're going to have locker clean out, exit kind of interviews and stuff like that, and that's where you're going to see the stuff come out. This player played with this. And to go back to Boston, you remember when Boston won the Cup back in 2011? I think it was
so long.
Bergie.
Patrice Bergeron. This guy, he had oh my gosh, you guys remember that? He had broken ribs. He had a punctured lung or something. Yeah, it was nuts. He had he had to have surgery. All these different things. I don't know how the guys do it. I mean, another guy who's nuts to watch. Did you guys in Game 7 last night? Ryan Lindgren of the Rangers. This dude is nuts, man. He's not very big. He's a heart and soul guy. He goes out there and in the game. Remember, he missed time in round 1. He had that hit on Ricard Raquel that knocked Raquel out. But he also got,
cheap shot.
He also got hurt and he was out. He's come back and forth in the series throughout the playoffs many times, and he left the game yesterday. Couldn't even put weight on his left foot. Goes to the locker room, comes back, blocking shots again, taking hits, making hits. Like that's the stuff that gets you going, man. I love that stuff. But you're right. We usually don't hear about it till it's over because I don't know. It's the gamesmanship side of it. They don't want people to be like, oh, this guy's got this going on, and you're going to have a player targeting that.
Yeah, you're the only sports that's doing that still, I think, in 2022, because all these teams that are announcing all the injuries that these guys have been playing through that I think our entire society would hold up in high regards and be like, holy shit, he's going to be the toughest dudes of all time. They get wiped away because their team's dead and there's other teams playing, and it's like, well, might as well not talk about them. They're old news. And every time it comes, like, 6 months this guy's going to be out, and he was a problem that everybody was talking about. Like, worried about this guy flying around doing his whole thing. Actually, he can't really walk in his real life. He's able to skate and do the whole thing. It's insane. Last question here for you, Rupper, and we can't thank you enough for joining us today that we have Lordo in the stew.
Thank you, Lordo.
Love you, Lordo.
You look good, Lordo. 35 pounds, 3.5 feet.
Gorgeous.
Just fucking stamina champion. Go ahead, Tone.
Rupper, McKinnon, McCarr, McDavid, Vasilevsky, they're the favorites to win the Conn Smythe. Are you taking any longer shots on anyone else who could sneak up and potentially win the Conn Smythe?
Ooh, okay. So, I mean, if for the gambling world out there, if you want to take, I don't know if it would be a long shot. I think the long shot would be picking the Rangers to win the Cup, because generally speaking, the Conn Smythe for playoff MVP comes from the winning team. Although in 2003, when we won in New Jersey, the J.S. Jaguar, for the goaltender for Anaheim, won in the losing team, right? So it's not always like that for the most part. So I would say Igor Shesterkin, if the Rangers are going to win the Cup, that guy, without a doubt, in my opinion, is going to win the Conn Smythe. But if you're looking for maybe some of the favorite teams, I would probably say.
All right.
Stop. What are we thinking? What else are we thinking here? Like, you got to go off like one of the teams you're not expecting. I don't know. If it's Edmonton, it's going to be Connor. If it's
Avalanche.
Avalanche, it's going to be
Jack Johnson.
It's going to be Nate McKinnon probably. So yeah, the sleepers I think would have to be. I'd say maybe
Stammer. Stamkos.
Stamkos could, but Vasilevsky's going to win. If Tampa wins, Vasilevsky's going to win, in my opinion. If the Rangers win, it's Shesterkin's going to win it.
All right. We appreciate you for joining us. We can't wait to watch That's Hockey Talk tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, youtube.com/That's Hockey Talk. Thank you for all your coverage of the NHL this season as we get into the most important days of the NHL season ahead, pal.
Yes, enjoy the Cup. Enjoy the Cup there.
And enjoy Bob Evans in any of the 50 states that they're in. Join us now. They can't thank you enough. Ladies and gentlemen, Lordo Stanley Cup champion, Mike Rupper. Thank you, Rupper.
Lordo lit up when he saw Rupper.
He did. He's old friend. We went to Bob Evans together.
Yeah.
Ohio staple.
That's crazy. You guys thought that was just an Ohio treat, like Skyline?
No, he said it was founded in Ohio. Started there.
It's not Northeast thing.
I didn't know that, by the way, that it was started in Ohio.
Just like Wendy's.
Really? I didn't know
Wendy's
Dave.
is right in Dublin. Yeah, right where I live.
Kidding. Dave is from Dublin and Robert's from Columbus.
Oh,
shit.
He actually got a start in KFC, though, so that's all Kentucky, really.
Bob Evans did?
No, Dave.
What? Well, so did John Wayne Gacy, right?
Yeah, I started in Iowa.
John Wayne Gacy and Dave Thomas.
And Waterloo, Iowa.
Started in KFC.
Yep.
Best pals, actually.
Adam Thielen will be joining us in about 15 minutes. I don't know if he started in KFC or not. I do know that he has a charity softball and home run derby game happening tonight.
Let's nice.
Go. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I would guess
tickets
he
still available.
Softballs.
The photo that is used on the tweet to his hips are like perfectly. I mean, it's a perfect full force.
Bomb.
He hits a 3-wood 310.
Right.
That's right. Yeah.
So I'd assume he hits a softball forever.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting out of here for hour 2. Look at that. Look at the form.
Oh, yeah.
The hip, the roll on the wrist.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the people that are hosting softball home run derbies, by the way, are trying to find reasons to showcase their home run swings.
Yes.
JJ Watt does it.
Right.
Thielen does it.
Right.
Everyone that I've been to has been somebody that bombs balls and was like, oh, Yeah, let's do a charity
Play
thing.
softball.
All right, that makes sense that Thielen would do it. He joins us on the other side of this break. I believe Chris, Mad Dog Russo.
Rupper just came on.
Mike Rupper was on Stanley Cup champ.
You
Mad
get it.
Mike.
Chris, Mad Mike, by the way.
Well.
Chris Mad Dog Russo will join you after this 10-minute break on SiriusXM. We'll see you guys in about 21 hours or so. See you tomorrow. Cheers. All right, we're out. No after hours. Foxy said, yep, here we go. No sound. Jeez, Nick's all flustered back here.
Yeah.
He's in his onesie.
Staring at Lordo.
Mike and Matt are here. You guys want to get this thing out of here? We're still live. Lordo. It's been a great day hanging out with you, Lordo.
Been a great day, Lordo.
Lordo, thank you for your prestige. Lordo, thank you for your service. Lordo, thanks for stopping by. Now, man with gloves, we'll be taking you out of here. See you later, Lordo.
Miss you, Lordo.
Cheers, Lordo.
Love you, Lordo.
Bye, Lordo.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, boys.
Thanks, guys.
Keep Lordo safe.
I'm gonna fucking miss Lordo.
First Gumpy, now Lordo. In and out of our lives way too soon. Here's the Lordo, fucking true champion.
Miss him already.
Champion.
Love you, Lordo.
Love you, Lordo.
Love you, Lordo.
Love you, Lordo.
That's what I'd like to do out of
Shit.
Lordo.
out of Lordo.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Maybe this summer.
Let's go, Patty.
Come back, Lordo.
Let's go, Patty Maroon. I'd like to see that Lordo again.
Yeah.
Lot of liquids today.
Why?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I think because I got so sunburnt this weekend, I'm just feeling it almost.
A little dehydrated.
You know what I mean? This is how you fucking stay healthy right here, pal.
Yeah, good for you, man.
Couple green teas and a water.
What?
It's not piss or beer.
What?
Starbucks doesn't sell that.
What?
All right. Now we gotta wait for Thielen.
Wait, you went golfing. How'd it go?
My knee, dude. My knee.
Wait, so your knee was already bothering you, then you got out in the course and you realized, okay, this is definitely bothering me.
Yes.
Precisely.
That's exactly what
So
it
did you WD or did you finish a round?
we played 12 holes.
Yeah. But
Oh, just like the match. That's what the matches do.
But I don't think we would have played more. So with how hot it was, it feels like good knee, bad knee, 12 holes is probably where we would have stayed, if that makes sense.
Right.
So
Makes sense to me. Yeah, believe me. I'm with you.
I played all the holes I think that I would have played mentally, although I was definitely at a disadvantage because my left leg, which is a part of your base of golf, where you're pivoting if you're a righty, is just non-existent right now. So I'm trying to figure out, do I create a new swing?
Ooh.
Like, do I already open that thing up? Do I open that thing up so it's not the twist? It's just like I'm catching up to it? Or do I try to get this knee right before it? So it's either like, do you fix the slice or you play with it? You know, that's kind of what I'm doing with this knee right now.
Yeah, I mean, you have about a month to get it figured out, right?
yeah, it feels like we should just leave the net maybe for a little bit, take a couple weeks off the net because the putting, your putt speed was on par the entire day.
Just right every time.
Right at it. Yeah, just a little, but like the speed was right there. You never like
Good
blew
lag
past.
putts. A lot of two putts. A lot of two putts happening. Need those to save, the round out there in Tahoe.
Excellent lag putt.
That's all that matters.
And off the deck, you were good too.
144,000 minutes to football. 144,000 minutes to
NFL.
Feels like you wrote those bars very quickly.
Yeah, that honestly, that was probably the easiest part of
No,
it.
like they came together. I'm saying whenever you came up to me with the idea, I'd never heard of said thing that already hit us with a copyright strike.
From The Office, right?
No, they did also remix. They did their own parody of
That's
the
what I
song,
mean,
but no,
yeah.
it's from Rent.
So when he was playing it, the original version, then he was voicing over top of it his lyrics. I was like, oh shit, we're doing this.
Yeah.
We are already way in here. I'm pretty excited about it. And then once I see the final product yesterday, I cried tears of joy for how happy and proud I was of Boston Connor. Proud of you,
I
buddy.
appreciate that. It was very fun to make.
All right, we'll be back in about 6 minutes with hour 4 of this glorious show. Adam Thielen will join us going into his 10th year in which he feels rejuvenated.
Hell yeah.
With the Minnesota Vikings. Cannot wait to hear what he has to say about how OTAs are going. How's the team feel? How's the offense? How's O'Connell? And how's that charity softball home run swing he got tonight?
Let's go.
Feels like he bombs balls. We'll be back in about 6 minutes with Adam Thielen and more on this. Lordo was here Tuesday.
Miss you, Lordo.
May 31st. See you then. Yesterday was, a day that I've been waiting for my entire life, preparing for my entire life, dreaming of my entire life.
Ain't on the game, we are not playing the same. No, we not looking to change.
Obviously, we had the Daily Show for 3 hours, about 15 minutes here. You send Josh Allen to the Colts?
I would trade myself before I trade Josh.
Immediately following doing this show, I went to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and filmed an episode of Peyton's Places with Peyton Manning and Jeff Saturday. Best one yet. Hey, I memorized some lines.
Oh, really? Oh.
I was up in the crow's nest where you wave the green flag and then the checkered flag. The ladder to get up to that thing was literally this thick. And then you're standing on top of the track. I'm just hanging out there for a couple hours. I guess that episode's coming out in the fall. Got to see Jeff Saturday again. Love chatting with Jeff. Got to see Peyton again. Love chatting with Peyton. It was amazing. I was very thankful to be a part of that. And then immediately after that wrapped, hopped on a plane, flew to beautiful Chicago, Illinois.
Can't stop now, I'ma grind till I'm boast. I thank God how he held me down the most. Can't stop now, gotta grind till I'm boast. Gotta thank God how he held me down the most. Got the whole team on my back.
And I can't thank the people of Chicago enough for the love they gave me whenever I walked out in the arena last. WrestleMania, I'm preparing day and night, 2-a-days, 3-a-days, eating healthy, getting back into the best shape of my life so I can beat the hell out of Austin Theory. And tonight, dream come true, mission accomplished. Yesterday was one of the coolest days of all time, and I can't thank everybody enough for allowing me to live this life. It's the dumbest life of all time. I will continue to try to enjoy every single moment. I will continue to try to do my best at everything I am doing, and thank you all so fucking much for all these opportunities. What is it? Why is that thing up? Why is there a light in the sky? Is that an alien? What up, alien? My name is Pat. This is Foxy. Let's chat. This is UFO. That was a hell of a Monday, wasn't it? Show, Peyton's Places, Monday Night Raw debut. Now we're back home. Got a meeting in the morning. Back at it. Let's go. Let's go.
The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about.
Speaking his mind.
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
While being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Pat McAfee Show, hour 4 here on this week. No longer have Lordo or Gumpy. Tuesday, May 31st, 2022. Show continues, right? No. Yeah. It's my left, your right. Man who's glowing with happiness because we lost Lordo.
Yeah.
AJ Hawk. How you doing, AJ?
Yeah,
What's up, AJ? Oh.
Your guys' emotions are just all over the place today.
Wow, a lot of energy earlier, you said, whenever you were spitting on Lordo's face.
That's right.
Because you guys all had a lot of energy, I feel like.
Yeah, you did too. Hey, you had a lot of energy as well.
Yeah, man.
You had a lot of energy
it's
as well.
1 against 9. I have to have something.
Oh, you don't have to be versus. You
just
don't spit on Lordo, dude. Like you did. I give you an opportunity to chit chat with Lordo.
Mm-hmm.
Motivate Lordo.
I would never touch Lordo with my bare hands. I would always wear gloves.
I want to let everybody know I don't have gloves, okay, because I'm not a creep. But also, it's 90 degrees outside. But these paws right here, all over Lordo.
All over Lordo.
All over Lordo.
Catching him everywhere.
Lordo felt me.
Yeah.
Lordo felt me, you know what I mean? Now, the Lombardi, I never touched it. You know, when they would show Lombardi around, I never touched it. Oh. Now I would, by the way, now that I'm retired. Lordo has tweeted at me. Lordo, easy now, Pat. That was when I juggled the puck and almost hit it into it. Yeah.
Lord,
yeah.
Calm down, Lordo.
Well, I tried to dangle the puck, and I hit it forward, and then immediately hit it backwards as well.
Mm-hmm.
You should see Zito's talking to somebody. I think it's Thielen. You should have seen. I was very scared whenever it was going back. I thought I hit the fucking cup with a puck.
Yeah. You could see it on your face too. You were very worried.
Yeah, this is a long clip.
But I thought you were gonna drop one in the top.
If the cup can't eat a puck, what kind of cup? I mean, that's not. Lordo can eat a puck.
Yeah, but Lordo can eat a puck from like a champion, not from like a me. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like we had a pretty good interaction with Lordo today.
Yeah, he liked us.
My God, yeah, that was. I'm happy we didn't get on.
Said he liked us.
Very close to hitting the cup. I'm very pumped. Nick has added glasses. This is new too. You have not been wearing those glasses
Whole
all
time.
No,
Gotta
you have
protect
not.
my eyes.
You have not been doing that.
Yes, I have.
Hey Jay, is this another one you want to? Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah, all day.
I didn't know if you wanted
Yeah, well,
to.
when Zeke calls me and connects with me, it cuts the camera right there in front of Zeke, and Nick usually pops his head in. Nick popped his head in. I saw his Top Gun hat. I saw the flight suit and the shades. So yes, of course.
Thank you, AJ.
So you've had shades on for the last 2 hours?
It's been very dark. It's been incredibly hard to type or see anything. So there's probably some typos on the ticker. And
Oh, so you've not had the shades on?
yeah, the whole time.
Those shades?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Huh.
Feels like you bought something at Amazon yesterday after watching Top Gun, and it's arriving at different times.
This is like when we had two Gumpies in studio. Same vibes.
Nick also turning into Tony.
What do you mean?
Watches something and turns into the characters in the movie.
Oh, the chameleon. Oh, chameleon time.
Well, Top Gun came out in 1986, the year I was born, so I've always been this way. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move along.
We got tone. We got tone. Radar lock.
Hey, good movie, Nick. Good movie.
Awesome movie. You got to watch it.
Well, yeah, it seems like you've completely transformed your.
You know, I don't like pushing things on you because you're like, I get it. That's what you always say. When you
I'm
say,
super duper. When everybody's telling me to do something, I'm not going to do it.
Right, thanks.
Super duper.
But this one, I think you got to for
All right,
Tom.
I got to.
for
Tom.
what Tom did for the industry.
I mean, I got the vaccination thing
for Tom.
right? Everybody
For
on
Tom.
Earth was telling me I had to fucking do that one.
That's right.
Naturally, didn't want to do it because everybody on Earth was telling me to do something. Don't want to do it. Did it. Okay. How to work out? I don't know. 104.5 degree fever. A couple months later, I don't know, you tell me. But I did it. This is the same type of amount of people telling me I have to watch something. It feels like that. I don't think there's a single person that hasn't loved Top Gun.
I don't think you should watch it, honestly, because I know your brain going in, you're looking for reasons to hate it. You're going to say it's slow at times. Like, you're not going to like the stuff that's good.
No, that's not true. See, now he's trying to talk me into doing it.
because I get you.
Yeah, now he's trying to fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy won't even be able to watch it.
No, I'm very similar to you. When the whole world is telling me to watch it, I'm not going to watch it and hate it. I'm just not going to watch it.
Well, I'm going to watch Top Gun because everybody likes it. Joining us now is another person everybody likes.
That's right.
He actually has a charity softball game and home run derby happening this evening for his charity. You can still buy tickets for. Ladies and gentlemen, Minnesota native, a man that had to pay his own way into a regional combine to make it into the NFL. How'd it work out? I don't know. We're going in 10 years now. All-pro Pro Bowler, wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings, ladies and gentlemen. The crafty, athletic Adam Thielen.
Hey, I tell you what, guys, don't tell my wife I said this, but my wife always sends me a nice text in the morning, or I send it back to her, and I was more excited today for the text from Pat.
Really?
Oh!
Yes!
Katie, man, I've been waiting to get back on the show with the boys.
Man, we are so excited you're here. By the way, now that I hear that and you say that, look for a couple more brother text messages in the morning. That's all it was this morning, by the way. Brother, all capital letters. And then no response for a little bit, probably because I'm such an early riser. You know what I mean? I'm up there catching the sunrise. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do that. I got to hold my work in. Response was, what's up? I was like, oh,
Okay.
our guy. I read a headline about you. I completely forgot. I'm like, yo, we haven't talked to Thielen in a long time. Sent the text. You came on. We're very appreciative of you, man.
Thank you, Adam.
Very appreciative of you, Adam. You're rejuvenated going into year 10, it said, is the headline. Is that an accurate assessment? Where'd that conversation lead to? Is it because you have an offensive-minded head coach now, new energy in the building, all of the above? What is it, you think?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that play into it. I think I've had to take care of my body. I've found a way to take care of my body a little better. My diet, how I train, just putting the good people around me to help me, continue to make it one more year, and to feel good, right? Like I don't want to come in this building every day and have to like just get through it, right? Like I want to be out there being myself on the field. Trying to be a dog out there,
dog, crafty, athletic dog. Very crafty. First one in, last one out. Dog. Coach's son. Dog.
And
great routes. Dog. Good hands. Dog. White guy. Dog. Go ahead.
I'll wait. No, but honestly, I think it's it's all that, and then the people in the locker room, coming to work every day. Like I'm waking up before my alarm. Like I don't think a lot of people can say that they're excited to go to work enough to where that they're waking up before their alarm. Like part of it's because I have 3 kids at the house, so like I'm ready to get out of the house a little bit. But no, the leadership that they put in place here, the collaborative effort of everybody kind of working together. I've said this story a few times, but there's people in this building that like I obviously knew who they were, but I didn't know how good they were at their job until they brought in the new leadership and people that could really just allow them to be themselves and to do their job at a high level. So that's huge.
Who are some of those people you might be talking about? Are they behind the scenes? Are they people we would know?
Coaches, players?
Yeah, I don't necessarily want to get into details just because kind of throwing some people under the bus probably, but honestly, it's been like in each little, each I guess division or section or what have you. Like there's somebody who's kind of just popped up and is just kind of been elite, and they've been allowed to be elite. Before like they just kind of worked here, right? They were just a person, and now like man, it's like holy crap, like you're really helping this team be the best team they can possibly be. And it's really cool to see that.
New GM, new head coach, obviously. And anytime you get a new leadership, there's always going to be people that, I don't want to say seize the opportunity, but say it's like, okay, we got to prove we get the chance to prove people wrong or right now. There's a new chance, a new this. Kirk Cousins told us that immediately after they were signed almost, he sent him a text like, hey, this is what I think we need to do. We need to do a little bit different. It feels like he's a little bit more hands-on than maybe it has been talked about in the past. Have you experienced that? And with an offensive-minded head coach, has it changed the way you guys go about your work and maybe go about practice and the way the day-to-days are set up?
I think he's doing a great job of being a head coach. Obviously he's calling plays and doing all that, and he's installing the offense, but I think he's doing a phenomenal job of just being a head coach, right? He's being there for everybody. He's not out there, and if the offense has a great practice, I mean, we've all been around it, right? If it's an offensive coach or a defensive head coach, usually it's like, depending on what, if it's a defensive head coach and the defense has a great day, he's in a great mood. And it was a great practice, or vice versa. So I think he's done a great job just kind of being right in the middle of it. Like, hey, like, the offense might have got their butt kicked today, but I thought we were flying around. I thought the energy was good. I thought everybody was locked in, and that's how we evaluate practice. So I think he's done a great job just kind of being the middleman and just kind of just being there to support both sides of the ball and just supporting this team, right? And then bringing people around him that can really just do maybe the stuff that he's not good at. He's gonna bring in somebody that makes sure that we don't leave any stones unturned to help this team win.
Brand new offense. How is it? You're 10 years into this thing. Is this new? Is this normal? Or are you guys using your offense, his terminology? How's that whole process going?
No, it's wild. It's the most learning I've ever had to do. I'm swimming a little bit, but it's fun. Again, that's part of the rejuvenation, right? Like I'm excited to come to work because I'm excited to learn a new offense. I'm excited to learn what we're going to install today, and this system makes sense. Everything we're doing makes sense. Everything looks alike, acts alike, feels alike. The terminology makes sense. It's a lot, though. It's a ton. Like the formations alone, right? There's so many different ways they can line us up, and there's so many different words, a lot of code words, things like that, where they say one thing and you got to know. Everybody's got to know what to do. So it's a lot of learning. I'm trying to figure out ways as an old man to learn fast and to try to figure out the little details.
It sounds like O'Connell's kind of come in and set his like the culture he wants like already on the right path. How did he come in so early, I guess, and kind of get the respect of the team? And it seems like everyone's on the same page.
Yeah, I think it was like that collaborative effort, right? Like it's not just him saying these things. It's not just him bringing the energy or teaching. They're gonna get upset, right? Like if we're not doing things the right way. But at the end of the day, they're gonna teach us. They're gonna coach us. They're gonna slow things down if we're getting maybe a little overwhelmed. But they're gonna test us. They're gonna see how much we know and how we can translate it from the classroom to the practice field. But I think it's that collaborative message. Everybody, like you go in the training room or you go in the weight room, you go into meetings, like everybody's saying the same thing and everybody's got that same vibe and excitement and that teaching, coaching mentality. It's just vibrant and it just catches on. And then now as a player, I want to be that same way. I want to come to work with that positive mindset of hey, I'm going to help others as well. And like I said, like everybody working together is how that happens so fast.
How are you learning? Are you doing flashcards and shit, or what are you doing?
I was about to say, so when I obviously like I don't want to be the guy like, oh, back in the day I had to walk uphill both ways, but back in the day, like in college, like I didn't have like the iPads, where you just like have super cool. Have you guys heard of Quizlet?
No.
Yes. Oh, it's fantastic. So we got access to Quizlet, which basically it's flashcards on your phone. So that's the best way. Anytime I got like time on a plane, whatever, like I'll just pull up Quizlet and then it'll be like, it'll say the play name and then I can be like, okay, I'm Z, I got this route. And then I can click on it and it'll flip and it'll show me the play. So it's like the coolest thing ever. It's flashcards on your phone.
Just the most efficient flashcards of all time. And you can probably sub in those questions for anything you want.
That's how I passed college.
Well, congrats.
Yeah.
Wow. Sounds like quite a tag team partner, old Quizlet.
Yeah. People make the flashcards online, and then I just go on, search my test, boom, they're there.
Thank you to those people.
Yes.
Thank you, people. Thank you, Quizlet people.
I want to say that I would have done much better in college if I had it, but I probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, no chance, dude.
Where can we download the Vikings one?
Yeah, can you send us your play so we know what you're supposed to do every single time we hear Kirk yelling?
I am very crafty and I'm super smart. So,
coach's son, of course, absolutely. Is there any new things that are going to be added to your game that you're excited about, or is it just taking advantage of the things that you've already showcased as being fantastic at?
Yeah, I think just being allowed to do my thing. I think that's what they do best in this offense is they find what guys are really good at and they just let them go to work, and that's what I'm most excited about. I feel like sometimes. Some offenses, and I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus or anything.
Well, you've done a lot of that today. Yeah. You've already done a lot of it.
8 different offense. I've had 8 different offense coordinators in 10 years, and I've been in probably 4 different offenses. So I've done it all, and I just think the ones that are the best that just let their guys go make plays, and they move them around. They find what they're really good at, and they just say, hey, we have better players than them. And I'm just going to let them go to work. So I'm excited about that.
Before the boys have their questions for you, and we can't thank you enough for joining us, that hoodie, the same one I think you were wearing last time, fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
That is
let's go. They have the best stuff. Their golf stuff is crazy. Hey, before I forget, you guys can ask all the questions you want, but so we need you. I know you're a big Colts fan and all, but we need you at the game this year.
Huh?
To Skull Chant, because I know you love the Skull Chant. I'm surprised you didn't open up with it. And to blow the Gallahorn,
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! I did it.
And I'm on the team. I'm gonna cut off the sleeves.
Okay.
I'll customize it for you.
Okay, dude, that's awesome. What is that? Where'd you get that? Who gave that to you?
I can't tell you my secrets.
That's very nice of you. Send that up. We'll put that up in the goddamn studio.
Yeah.
We got a new studio coming, man. We got a Steelers one over here.
Yeah.
Get a Vikings one over there. I respect that. I appreciate that, man. Randy Moss was my favorite player growing up. So, I mean, I've seen that purple and gold flying around before.
And we're going to send the boys some UNRL stuff.
Hell yeah. I think there was a hoodie that was sent, right? It wasn't the right size. I think it's already sent in.
I think Ty threw it away.
Or Mitt or Herbie.
Are
Are you a part of that business?
I'm not a part of it, but actually the owner went to school with me at Mankato, so they're my guys. Just small town people, crafty, smart, you know.
These are fucking that hoodie.
Yeah, it's sick.
That hoodie is maybe one of the cleanest hoodies that there is, let alone like in the NFL game.
For sure.
They say real comfy clothes is what their tagline is at Unreal.
The material's amazing. The stuff you sent last time, the quarter sleeve ones, they're amazing.
Let's go, UNRL.
How about it?
How
All
about
right.
it? Good for UNRL. Got Adam Thielen wearing it. It's got to be fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
it's got to be cool.
Superstar Adam Thielen. You heard this guy? 8 offenses? Is that what you said? 8 offenses in 10 years?
Eight offensive coordinators. There've been a few, like, the last 3 years we had 3 offense coordinators, but they're all the same offense.
Oh, so now this is the first time in like 4 years you've had to learn a brand new offense.
Right.
Look at Quizlet fucking getting you through. You feel pretty good about it? What phase are you in right now?
Well, we're about to go to mandatory minicamp, so we're pretty close to installing the whole playbook.
So you guys are about done with OTAs?
Yes, thank you, Lord.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Get back into that summer, go ahead and get into your own training and then back into training camp for 6 weeks where you just got to go all the way through it. I'm sure your team this energy is awesome to hear. I'm sure Vikings fans are absolutely pumped. Let's go to Packers owner, Ty Schmidt.
Yeah, not worried about the Vikings this year. Love you, Adam.
What's that all about?
Hope you have an incredible year. I know you will. You're a dog. Every Packers fan knows it. I'm more curious about the softball game you got tonight in the home run derby. What kind of names we got there? And I assume, are you the odds-on favorite? I assume you hit a fucking softball miles and miles.
Well, I will say this. I'm a little worried about messing up my golf swing, so I might take it easy, but no.
Oh,
come on.
Be an athlete.
But I will say I am a dog,
Yeah,
and when I
figure.
get out, I don't want to go. So let's go. But there's going to be some, Justin Jefferson, he's good at everything, so he's going to be out there. Garrett Bradbury, our center, he says he was like a baseball all-star, could have played at the next level, he says. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of athletes we have. That's what I always like to see. I always like to see guys, like, what kind of real athletes are you? Like, yeah, you're good at football, but I want to see what else you can do.
How long you been doing this game? How many years?
So this will be our second time doing it. It's our first time doing it the way that we wanted to do it. The first time we did it, it was kind of like their thing. They had a big all-star game for the independent league that they were doing, so we kind of just joined in forces. But this is our first time doing offense, first defense, all Vikings players, and should be a blast. I just hope everybody shows up because I know guys are excited about it, but it's always hard to wrangle, 30, 40 guys to come out there.
Yeah, especially 100 degrees or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we had the entire day worth of shit. Now tonight, I need you to come play softball, potentially embarrass yourself. You strike out at this thing, it's going to be a long night, and it's going to be an even longer weekend with everybody. Come on, have a good time. But you're raising money. You're making the world a better place. This is awesome. I'm sure everybody's pumped for the opportunity. Are you guys selling tickets to this thing?
We are, yeah. ThielenFoundation.org. Obviously, the last day to do it. We're playing tonight, so super excited about it. Obviously, all the money that's being raised. We haven't been able to do a fundraiser for a few years, obviously, with COVID and everything. So super excited to be able to raise some money, and it's going to go right back to this community. That's done so much for my wife and I, obviously, both being from Minnesota. Never left Minnesota. I haven't. High school, college, and the NFL. So excited to give back to this community.
You're a good man, Thielen. You're a good man. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Adam, you mentioned Justin Jefferson, and you guys are basically, the best tandem in the NFL at wide receiver. How much do you guys just push each other, and how many new things do you bring in every year that you kind of work on in the offseason and kind of show one another, what you're kind of doing with that?
Yeah, everybody sees what he does on Sundays, obviously, and how dynamic of a player he is. But, man, I couldn't be more thankful for the teammate that he is, day in and day out, man. He's always the one that's coming in the room, dapping up everybody, smiling, having fun, and he's there to work. When he's on that field, it's go time. So he's been able to push me and teach me some things. There's a lot of things about his game that I'm trying to pick up and apply to my game, and vice versa. I've always been an open book to him since day one. I think
good mentor.
I mean, honestly, I hate saying that word, but I love that part of the game. Being in year 10, I love being able to talk football, again, that's kind of part of that rejuvenation, right? Like I just feel rejuvenated because I love coming into the building. I love talking ball. I love trying to help these young guys if they have any questions. I try not to say too much because sometimes like my brain's going a million miles an hour and I'm thinking about everything, all the experience that I've had. So I try to kind of let them, ask questions and then I'll give my input. But that part of the game is super fun and everybody's super receptive, right? Like they want to learn, they want to get better. Justin's been like that since day one, and is why he is who he is, because he's taking in information and he's using what he wants to use and thinks that he can help him be the best player he can be.
Good culture.
Thielen, do you have a favorite route to run, and if so, can you tell us?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody always asks that, but honestly, I think it's just going deep, man. I love when the ball's in the air, kind of that moment of truth. I had a coach for my first few years in the NFL that I always call that like the moment of truth catch, right? Like what's going to happen? That ball's in the air. There's a couple defenders. Like who's going to come down with it? The moment of truth, and that's my favorite thing. I love just running fast and going and tracking the ball and finding a way to come down with it. And I also love like. Why I'm so excited about the system is making everything look the same, right? Like I want to make my go ball, comeback, a dig route, a curl route. I want those all to look the same. So I love that challenge of just finding ways to make everything look the same and make it tough on the defense.
What if the Vikings are? Did you hear everything he's saying?
I hear
It's
it.
like a perfect culture. Like, isn't AJ? Doesn't it sound like that's exactly what every building hopes it is like in there?
Yeah, and it sounds like you guys have gotten there quickly. Obviously, it's a lot to do with the roster you guys already have in place and guys like you that are there to lead. But, I mean, yeah, right now no one can win. You can't win anything in the offseason, but you sure as hell can lose it. And I don't think you guys are losing it.
Bro, could you imagine getting your culture in just like that? Do you hear this fucking guy talk? Do you think this would have been naturally occurring with new coach or not? Do you think it is the arc of your career? I've thought about this with a lot of guys. They get into the league, they somehow get jaded. They're just playing a game because they love the game. Oh, I'm playing a sport professionally. I'm having so much fun. Then business comes in, potentially get jaded, just doing your job, showing up, doing your job. Then towards the end of it, there's almost like a perspective like, oh, this might be one of my last meetings, one of my last practices. I'm going to try to take it in. Do you think you would have naturally had that arc, or do you think it is the new challenge? And maybe it is the back nine now that you're 10 years into this fucking thing, thinking realistically. What do you think or is it this system that has been brought into the building has just made you turn into this human that is just so thankful for every single day in there?
Yeah, I think it's the people. I think life is about people, man. I think it's how you treat others, how they treat you. I think to really have a good culture, you have to have great leadership, and it can't be a great leader. It has to be great leadership. So that collaborative of everybody talking the same message, everybody like genuinely caring about you individually and treating you with respect. I think when you do that, man, it's contagious and it's like a wildfire. A little bit of wind and it's off. So I think that's why we've been able to do it so quickly. And again, like to AJ's point, it's like also we had a great locker room. We had a bunch of great guys. We had a great leadership in the locker room already. So then when you add that culture on top of that, it just happens a little bit faster. Now I will say this time of the year, you're always excited, right? You're always
not everybody.
Thielen.
Not everybody. Not everybody. There's some people that absolutely hate this time of year. That's what I'm saying. Like you guys seem to be all in and enjoying the fuck out of the time that everybody hates.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But again, like it's because there's nobody in the building that you're like, man, like,
okay,
I got to go to this meeting, or shoot, I gotta go here into this room and do this. And it's no bad mouthing. Like I've been around, cultures in the past where. And not saying like, NFL, college, high school, like there's been times in the past where like you go in and you're like, shoot, like I really don't want to go into that room or someone's talking bad about another room. And it's like, that's tough. That's a toxic culture. We just don't have that. And I know it's new, I'm fresh, so that helps, but I just don't see that.
Enjoy the freshness, man. Just carry the freshness in for forever. That's what every great relationship has. I'm happy you guys got a chance to kind of reset it and go. It sounds magical. Last question here, Thielen. Before you hit, I don't know what. How many are you going to hit, you think, tonight?
Well, I don't even know the rules. I'm just showing up.
Swing hard.
So we'll find out. But I will say I'm going to be swinging.
Okay.
I mean, you saw my golf game. So
yes.
baseball bat.
We actually said the fact that you can hit, what, a 3-wood, like 320, 310, probably pretty good about a baseball or a baseball bat and a softball flying. We assume you're going to be bombing balls in Minnetonka tonight. That's what we're thinking. We hope you're doing the same.
Yeah, I hope there's some good footage for you for you tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes.
We'll see.
Hey, we'll lead off the show with it. We will lead the show with it. You do something big tonight, we will lead the damn show with it. Last question here from Tone Diggs.
Yeah, you talked about mentoring like young wide receivers and stuff like that. You guys drafted DBs in the first and second round. Do you look forward to, giving them their welcome to the NFL rookie moment, and then also mentoring them like, hey, you could have done this. This makes it harder for us, stuff like that?
Yeah, I love that part too. I love the kind of back and forth, from a DB perspective. I mean, when we brought a guy like Patrick Peterson in this building, lucky enough, my locker is right next to him, and also he's a great golfer, so it's fun to be able to be on the course and be next to him in the locker to just pick his brain. And same with these young guys. I'm going to be the one that if I run a route and maybe I beat them or maybe they beat me, I'm going to say, hey, like, what were you seeing there? Why did you do that? Why did you break this way, or why did you bite this move? And I love that part of the game too. So we haven't had a whole lot of reps together. It's kind of a weird time where they don't really integrate the rookies quite yet. They kind of just keep them separate right now, and then training camp is when they start kind of letting them loose. So it'll be fun to get to that and to really understand and get to know these guys.
We can't wait to watch. How's your golf game going in Tahoe? You almost just said you didn't want to do well at the home run derby because you didn't want to jeopardize your golf swing.
Yeah.
I think you actually said that. You must be feeling good about the links right now, huh?
The game feels really good right now.
Are you gonna win Tahoe?
But I will say this. So I played in the Waste Management Open. I played with Brooks Koepka, and he after the round gave me this major compliment of that I was a good golfer or whatever, that I could play if I put time into it and I could play at the next level. And for literally a month after that, I couldn't break 80. I lost my game. So I don't want to talk too much about my golf game.
This guy's a mental wet sand.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
But I can't wait to see you guys there. I hope you bring in the whole crew, and I hope you're doing some shows from Tahoe because that place is unbelievable.
A quick follow-up. Don't know how many of the boys are going. Don't think we're doing any shows, so going to be quite a body. Yeah, the thing with when the golf happens,
and the time change too makes it tough.
It is a full thing. I think there's going to be some of the boys are going to be out there. Obviously, we are going to have a good time. Let's not. And
what about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? I mean, come on.
Is there people out there on those days?
Yes, everybody's out there. Tuesday.
A lot of the good ones go out there early, Pat. Yeah.
Well, AJ, I didn't know
that.
Either.
On Wednesday.
It's just we get there Wednesday night, things start Thursday. I didn't know there was people there earlier in the week. That might change literally everything right now.
Well, hey, I'll be there, and I know there's others that'll be there. Tuesday night, we be playing golf.
Okay.
Chilling. Wednesday, be chilling.
Okay. All right, that might change everything. I need to get my knee back though. You know what I mean? Are you going to win this thing or no?
I've seen your swings though. It's coming.
Hey, thank you, Thielen. Yeah. Thielen seen me golf. How many? I was probably 10 to 15 beers down too. Whenever I played with Thielen that day.
Couple vodskis, what?
Hey, a couple hours of sleep. Yeah, I assume there's some edibles in there as well. I have it in me somewhere. You know what I mean, Thielen? I just gotta find it.
We need to play together, and a little mental coaching will be good for both of us.
Well, you got a compliment from Brooks Koepka and stunk for a month. Just tell me about the swing. Don't tell me anything else.
But game is dialed, and I am Tahoe makes my competitive juices come out hardcore. So I'm hoping to be in the hunt. But I say that every year.
So does AJ. You two are.
No, I told Thielen in the past I bet on Thielen to win because I think he absolutely can do it.
Well, let's go. Is Danny Woodhead playing in this thing? I guess he's a guy right now too. He's a full stick. He's going to go play in the tour.
Yeah.
I saw that he made the putt and did a little leg kick or something.
Look at you. That's pretty good for a offense. I can't wait to see it. We appreciate you joining us, Thielen. See you in Tahoe. Good luck tonight. Can't wait to watch the highlights of you bombing balls. You're the man. That hoodie is so nice. So nice.
Hey, let me know when you're coming to a game. You got to do the school.
Right? That's
not how it sounds, but close.
Yeah. Well, I already told the story. I heard all these great stories about how awesome that stadium is. And I got to experience the beginning of it. You know, the whole thing and the whole thing and the thing and the thing. And then we were up like 20 in like the first minute and a half of the game, and it was quiet the entire time. I was like, holy shit. Didn't even get a chance to experience this. And that was not like our team at all. We were very much a battle.
I wish I could remember that game, but I got knocked out by your guy.
D-Bud.
Oh, yeah.
D-Bud got you.
Out. I saw the whole thing happening too. Sam Bradford got hit, and so he left the ball inside on a go ball. Killed the corner, by the way, and left the ball inside and just saw the whole thing coming. Got just the first time I've ever been knocked out in my life. That was fun.
Have you and Darius talked since?
No, but I heard you guys talking about it on the show one time.
He was complimentary, I assume. You said, okay, all good.
I don't know. I think he was talking smack actually.
Whoa! I think he potentially was knocked out as well. If I do recall, I think there's a chance that he had a stinger. Classic.
Yeah. I tried to pull that one off too.
Yeah. Didn't. By the way,
I'm just laying here dead for no reason.
Yeah, my stinger. That's another whole conversation about the entire thing.
Oh yeah.
Forget it. Thielen, we appreciate the hell out of you. Please stay conscious. Can't wait to see you in Tahoe. Adam Thielen. We had a lead early. I mean, that was not like our team at all either. I mean, we went in there, had the lead, and never gave it up, and that place was dead quiet basically the whole time. It was crazy. I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah. He said Sam Bradford threw him the ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I almost forgot about Sam there.
Yeah, me too. He was with the Rams first, then the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. Sam can sling it, man. When Sam's healthy, he can absolutely sling it.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah.
Can't stay healthy.
We had those 3/4 sleeves that you like to wear too.
Yeah, but I think he got unlucky a lot. Like, I think a lot of it was unlucky, honestly. Because they talked about him playing ping pong. Remember this
That's
guy?
right. Only thing he bought after he got that big contract.
Like one of the greatest athletes out there. And then he would be throwing darts to people. He had all these Rams records. I remember we played him, I think, his rookie year or second year with the Rams out in St. Louis still. And they put up on the Jumbotron all the records that he had. He fucking, he was lighting it up.
Ripping it.
So good. What he got? He got hurt at Oklahoma senior year.
Yeah. I think he got 2 shoulder surgeries in college.
Still was 5? 1? When'd he go?
I thought he went 1 because he won the Heisman, right?
He was the last guy before the pay scale came out, I think.
He was one.
What a stud. Sometimes you get hurt, though, 1 month before Tahoe. Walking, of course.
Don't hurt anything else now. When you're sometimes, when something's hurt, you try to compensate and something else hurts.
Yeah, my hip and back right now are potentially prime suspects to hurt next.
Yeah. And especially now that it looks like you're going out to Tahoe Sunday, so you're going to get 7 practice rounds in before you start your real round.
No, I'm going out there the same day you're going out there, pal.
Yeah.
So
Wednesday. Yeah, you don't need to get there earlier than Wednesday.
That's great. I did not know that was even an option, though.
I'd be burnt out before it started if I was out there playing starting Monday.
Well, I'm not going to play. I mean, what are we even talking about?
Well, and
that's why they go out there.
Well, that's what they're doing. That's not what we got to do.
Monday's
we'll go in the lake. We'll do whatever. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, do a show. Have the lake in the background.
Yeah.
Do the whole thing. It's going to take the week off for the show, but maybe we got. You were not wearing that the entire show.
Whole time.
No, you're not. I would have fucking recognized and seen the glasses. I know it.
I walked in this morning. I thought it was weird. No one said anything.
Yeah. Why don't you pay attention, pal?
Who are you talking to? Me or the guy?
You.
Oh, the guy that spit on Lord Stanley's
Yeah.
cup.
Oh, yeah. That's right. No respect for Lord.
Oh, yeah. All right.
How dare you?
Let's go to the phones. I would still like them to say thank you to Lord Stanley for coming by.
Yep.
Before you get into your question. We'll take 2. Then we're out of here.
Okay.
Let's go to JB, not Coach, who texted me and said it was an EXT, okay, not an ESV. The EXT Cadillac is what he was posing next to with his flat dick whiskey.
Mm-hmm. And a stick.
The EST was the bitch-made version, he said.
Yeah, okay. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Fair. That was a good text message to read in my phone when I went to the bathroom just a little bit.
He's still whipping around that Maserati.
Yeah, what happened to Maz? The window wouldn't go down around?
Yeah.
That thing's gone.
No, I thought he fixed
Got
it.
fixed.
Is it still around?
I think so.
It's got the pink slip. It's his, right?
Yeah. Won
Sold
it.
it.
He maybe sold it, though.
He's got a sweet kennel set up in the back, though. That was legit.
Yeah, he's got that hoop, too. He's fucking.
Mm-hmm.
And then his grill.
One ass jumper.
He does, you know. Let's go to JB in Louisiana on the 5 Energy phone line. Go to 5energy.com. Use promo code McAfee. Actually, use Pat20 to receive 20% off your order. Still have a Memorial Day sale going on.
Wow. Okay.
5hourenergy.com. That's the number 5hourenergy.com. Promo code PAT20 for 20% off. Get them. They'll arrive in these packages. It's perfect. You just pick it up on the way out of the door. Boom. Energy for at least 5 hours. Get you through your afternoon or through any part of life that you don't necessarily want to go through. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, JB in Louisiana. JB, how's it going?
Fat boys. How we doing? Keep it moving. Thank you to Lord Stanley. Thank you, Gumpy, King in the North.
Yes. Thank you, JB.
Go, JB.
Thank you, JB. That's a good call. As opposed to fucking Harold in Ohio earlier.
I got a bone to pick with Tone Diggs.
Let it eat, pal.
Tone Diggs. We're talking about Drew Brees' accomplishments, and you're over here slandering his good name.
What?
Well,
I'm not the only one.
What did you say,
That dude did not stand on his tiptoes for 20 years and sling the rock until his arm is falling off for you to slander his records.
Thank you, JB. Would you like Tone to apologize to Drew for that?
No, dude. Tone is like a labradoodle that won't eat his dinner until his dad covers it in gravy and microwaves it, all right?
Sounds
What does that mean?
Sounds like a smart dog.
JB, you can call back anytime. I fucking love JB in Louisiana. Pretty pumped up about that. But he's right. Drew Brees didn't go through Purdue. Drew Brees didn't, before every single game, 1 for me, 2 for you, 3 for us, 4 for them, 5 for Lombardi, 6 for them, 7 for 80, 9, 10. Okay? For you.
Is that how that goes?
Yeah.
I think I might have got a couple wrong. Let's do it again. 1 for me, 2 for you, 3 for us, 4 for Longbow. Lawnmower?
For Lombo, excuse me.
Listen, I didn't go around the league and make everybody hate him. He did that on his own. That's not my fault.
Listen, that's not what he did.
And I never said anything about his stats, okay?
JB said he's sick of the bullshit with you. So maybe enough of the bullshit with you. Okay, says JB.
And it's not my fault he played the last 5 years with his arm hanging off.
How was he not handed a big time job? Okay? How was it? How did honestly
NBC was a big time job.
Football Night in America is seen by a lot of people. And by the way, he was great in that studio, I thought personally.
Did they not think he was great? Like, wouldn't he still be there? Or I guess he wanted to leave because he wants to do games. The whole thing is confusing.
It is very confusing because did he tell him he wants to do games? They said, we only got Notre Dame. We don't have a full slate of games. What do you want from us? And then how come some other place didn't just, I assume the way that works is you're Drew Brees. We enjoy like being able to say we work with top quarterbacks whenever we go to executive meetings and stuff at happy hours. And although you might not have any talent, we'll certainly just give you this fucking big time role. Isn't that how TV networks work? I thought that's how sports networks work.
At least to get him in though. Now it's been different, I feel like. But being a big time name like that, it definitely gets you in. But you have to prove that you should be there, which I feel like he did, didn't he? And then, but it sounds like he's in the wrong path. Like he wants to do games. He doesn't want to do studio, which I understand.
I completely understand if it's that big of it, but he was great in the
studio. There was no other places to do games, though. That's the thing. Like Fox, the gig that Greg Olson is taking over before Tom takes it, that was the only #1 gig out there.
That's what I'm saying, though. Greg Olson getting it, shout out.
Greg.
And then Tom Brady getting it whenever Tom Brady wants to have it or whatever is fascinating because the original conversations was NBC was going to trade. Remember? Yeah. They were going to trade.
But Drew would be right back in this situation next year, possibly, if he did that. If he had the Greg Olson role, and then Tom's coming back, and Drew's like, okay, here I am again.
So Drew's beef is with
NBC not having any football games other than Sunday night.
But that's what doesn't make sense. Like, Brady's a little different because he hasn't proven himself, but it does feel like after Witten, all these networks were like, all right, we can't take guys that haven't had like a full slate of games before.
Really?
It
what
seems
are you talking
that
about?
way.
Did we watch last Monday Night Football?
Yeah, but they didn't have the option, or were they just waiting for Buck and Troy?
We also didn't know about the Collinsworth deal.
Well, they plucked Joe Buck out of his contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then we come to find out they are actually just Disney and Fox not.
No, it's
under
not.
the same.
Okay,
Okay.
That one day we did think that. Though.
Okay.
We got attacked.
And we didn't know about the
I got
Collinsworth
attacked
deal. Did they think that
pretty mightily,
that they were losing Michaels and Collinsworth, and it was going to be Tirico and Drew, and then Collinsworth was like, nah, I'm going to keep doing it.
And that's what they sold Drew whenever they signed Drew?
Maybe.
No, TBD, I guess.
It's wild.
TBDD.
Yeah.
To be determined about Drew.
Yeah. And LeVar Arrington could be onto something. Maybe quite a few people think that Drew's a pompous asshole because he is. So, I mean, that, a lot of people might be coming around on that.
Come on.
Okay. I won't co-sign on that, but him stealing.
How good did that feel?
Yeah, it felt great.
You were really delivering it with a straight.
I know.
Does LeVar have a relationship with Drew? Do they know each other?
Doubt it. Yeah, he's met him once, which is all it takes.
All right, listen. This is a part of the problem. This is part of the problem potentially. Okay, I don't feel this way about Drew Brees, but there's people who have encountered him and do feel that way. LeVar's quote was awesome. Did you see his quote?
Yes, I did see this.
Well, he's just not as popular as he thinks he is. All right, he's not as loved as he thinks he is. And he acts out when it doesn't go the way he would like for it to go. What a lie!
Slaughtered. I mean,
LeVar, home run derby right there.
Yeah.
LeVar, bomb.
Is he acting out though? Is he acting out like right now or what?
But he put out that big tweet about maybe I do, maybe I play, maybe I play in my bocce tournament or whatever. That's awesome. Ooh. I just assumed Drew Brees would be handed a very large role from one of these networks. I guess Football Night in America was that large role because Football Night in America is like the number one show on television every single week for 17, 18 weeks straight.
Well, and him leaving NBC thinking that like his 2 games or 1 game in the NFL was going to be enough for them to just say no to Greg Olsen.
They have handed jobs to people.
There wasn't any available though. What was available? When
Everything was available. Monday was available. Thursday was available. Sunday was available at one point.
If Fox was already talking to Tom Brady, that wasn't available, so that's already off the table.
Yeah, but he's good enough. Like, to your point, he is good. He's a Hall of Fame
As a
quarterback.
football player.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not talking about on TV. We're just talking about how this normally goes.
If they wanted to make an availability for him, like, they would. It's Drew Brees. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and so apparently.
That's probably why Drew's so pissed. It's like, well, people with much worse resumes than me were just handed primetime fucking opportunity. What about Drew?
Mm-hmm.
JB's like, well, you've been on tiptoes 20 years now. You're going to have to work for it a little bit.
Sorry, Drew.
Drew Brees is used to it, though. He fucking wants to work for everything.
He's an underdog.
You see that speech he gave to Purdue before that one football game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Fucking where's a wall?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They came out flying.
Just like your video, man. Made me want to run through a wall with how much talent you had.
Yeah, thank you.
Congrats to you, dude.
Thank you. Appreciate it. 100 days.
Now we all know that there's 144,000 minutes in 100 days, by the way.
That's right.
That'll come up in life at some point. And you'll think of Connor. 144,000 minutes to football. I'll think about that. Be Jeopardy or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Trivial Pursuit.
Mm-hmm. Boom.
Maybe I'll be on the chase against the beast.
Oh, yeah. Who wants to be a millionaire?
Maybe.
Sure.
Maybe.
A, B, C, or D.
Mm-hmm. I'll say I don't need to fucking
call a friend.
Or I don't need to fuck
50-50.
I don't fucking need
the double dip.
I don't fucking need the audience poll.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Thought we were gonna get them all.
I know.
Well, and another one is it's 1,440 minutes in a day. That's another good one now. Obviously, if you just divide it by 100.
1,440
minutes
in one day.
Wait till we get to that day.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, with how big of a success the 100-day countdown was, I assume there's going to be more on milestones to the NFL here.
Yeah, we're in the lap. 200 was also a pretty big day. I think that one kind of got shooed aside a little bit because I didn't think it'd be that big of a deal. But I just broke it down into 100.
You have become the countdown to the NFL guy.
I mean, it started like right after the season ended. So when I see some of these absolute mutts tweet out like 120 days till NFL football, it's like, shut up,
Where
buddy.
were you at 180?
Yeah, where were you at 213? Okay,
name them. Who else is doing it?
Nah, the NFL did today.
Yeah, they did it today with football. It's like, oh, sweet, dude.
Fucking NFL.
Fucking put something in.
Hey, what was that show called, Pat? You were talking about game shows, The Hole, where you got to run through the hole?
Oh, come on. AJ. How dare you?
Good show.
That show is awesome. And I've only seen the one clip on here.
It's the best. I have no idea how that thing got canceled. I don't know if it would survive in this particular climate.
Nah, probably not.
But I laughed so hard on mushrooms while watching that show the first time I seen it.
Unbelievable.
I would never get that laugh in that moment back. Mm-hmm. Just like I seen Poopies this weekend, Jackass 4.5 or whatever it is.
Oh.
Poopies has a show-stealing performance in that particular as well.
I have not seen this. Okay, good.
It's behind the scenes of the filming of the new one with some things that have been left on the editor's room floor.
Mhm.
Some bits. And Poopies does have quite a performance.
One of which should have been in the movie.
In the movie.
Yeah.
The blindfold race should have been in the movie. And Poopies, I was crying this weekend watching. My wife crying while watching. I mean, we were full.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. Okay.
Poopies has a matter-of-fact line after one of these bits where it's like he had no idea what show he was shooting at the time. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Worthy.
When Lordo showed up, it was on the TV.
Yeah.
A lot of dongs.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wait, there's more dongs in the 4.5?
Oh yeah.
More. There's one particular scene in the Jackass 4.5 or whatever this one is. Easily 15 dongs on camera.
Oh, geez. Okay.
15 different dongs on camera. They went to like a nudist society, basically, it felt like.
They just love being naked.
Yeah. They did a full breakdown on Pontius's dong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a
Per
full,
usual.
It's a full thing, dude. A lot
What
of
a
dong.
what a great character Pontius is.
Dude, he was in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Pontius was in WrestleMania.
And his cheeks.
Wee Man body slammed Sami Zayn at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I could not believe they didn't tell me anything that was happening in that. I obviously knew Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn were having a match. And if Johnny Knoxville's in it, okay, there's going to be something hilarious that happens during this. As that thing's unfolding live in front, I was having the most fun I'd ever had in my entire. Look it. That's what Michael Cole said about Wee Man coming out from underneath the. Look it. And I'm like, fucking Wee Man. Oh my, and then Cheeks from Pontius come flying.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Giant rat trap.
I think our era though is the Jackass era. You know, like I think.
Yeah, how long? Like, when did they first, come on the scene?
So this is 20 years later. They said 20 years.
Yeah, it was like 2002.
Yeah.
2001, 2002.
So that's literally like our generation. I think like the Carolina Panthers schedule release video was like our generation. I feel like, right? Jackass, same exact thing. Like you have to be a certain age to do it. But man, whenever those assholes came onto television for us on MTV, what a game changer for fucking every white trash kid around America. Honestly, I mean, how many jackasses were putting themselves in shopping carts trying to run into bushes? Nick, were you ever in a shopping cart going into a bush?
I did it, yeah.
Yeah, of course you did. Everybody did because of them. So I am still thankful that they're willing to try to kill themselves to still make entertainment for all of us. But there ain't no way you can be going on to one of those sets ever.
No.
Never.
Nothing's safe.
Not nothing is safe. And they do not care at all. It is. And they show a lot of that in this one, the 4.5 one. It's really good. I think it's worth a watch.
Is that the one, or did it make it in the movie? Like, Steve-O goes to take a dump and they blow up the porta potty?
That was in the movie.
That was in the movie. There
Okay.
is another porta potty situation, though, that is worth a watch in the 4.5.
All right.
Yeah. They sprint. I'll let you know. They didn't expect it to happen. They were off filming, and when they see the massive explosion, they go sprinting over to laugh in the face of the person. Like they were shooting something else, full sprint, every one of them, dead tired. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I can't believe it exists. I'm so happy for them. Let's get out of here. Hammer Dahn in 15, 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. Actually, they'll probably start streaming in 10 minutes and then go live 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And Gumpy's calling from Canada.
Yep.
Yeah, first time to see the guy.
Yeah.
We miss you, Gump. We love you, Gump. Big thanks to Orlovsky, Rupper, Thielen, Lordo,
Lordo.
Mike and Matt, AJ. Great job today. A lot of energy coming out of the
Boy,
way.
AJ.
Thank you, AJ. Great show by you.
Thank you. Great energy from you guys today.
Okay, we expect
Hope your knee gets better.
I think tomorrow it'll be good.
Here we go.
We'll rest.
Oh, good. Yeah. That's honestly, tell yourself when you go to bed tonight, be like, man, my knee's going to feel so much better tomorrow, and I think it will.
Oh, AJ, listen. You could ask my wife. I've been giving motivational speeches to this knee for the last 4. I think tomorrow, because it's just this shit. You know what I mean? Like I could go get this drained. It's just floating in there. So the pressure, you've experienced this. So the pressure of where it goes to is where it's pinching. I think I just need it drained. I don't think there's any actual structural shit. I think I just need it drained.
Is it that much that you need it drained?
Dude, I can fucking play with it. You know what I mean? I give it a little play.
Yeah, maybe go in. Maybe call Weatherford, see what he thinks.
Well, won't it just dissipate, though, into my fucking body?
It should.
Fuck you. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.